How many home runs is that for Judge this year? Oh, you all right? Well, you got to get up right in this mic.
Enough.
So we're going. So get that mic right up in your grill. Feel free to get up right into it.
There we go. Cool.
Yeah, much better. So how long was that home run, Curry?
442-foot moonshot. It says.
That's a pretty long home run, right?
After a Brett Gardner blast.
That's
after.
Oh no way! Really?
Yeah. Ooh, back-to-back homers.
What's the score?
Let's check.
Pretty sure Mets are losing 11-6 right now.
Well, when they learn how to bat in order.
Dude, have you ever seen that before?
No, not
That's
since Little League.
Bad,
Not
dude.
since Little League.
When they fucked up the batting order or whatever?
4-1.
Thank God I was busy. Oh, I apologize. It's not 6-17. It's 17-6, not 11-6.
The Mets are losing 17-6?
Yep.
They're terrible. Who's
in one single baseball game.
Who started?
Fucking Jason Vargas. Mr.
Vargas sucks,
Mr. I won 18 games last year. He can't fucking pitch a strike.
Bum.
The only people who dude, Syndergaard, well, Matt's pitched pretty good the other day, but Syndergaard and DeGrom, mostly more DeGrom.
Without
and then you
those
get
guys.
no run support.
I know.
Well,
the beginning of the year we did. And now no one.
What happened to that, though? What the fuck happened to that?
Got hurt.
Cespedes and Frazier got hurt. And now...
Jay Bruce was on and off hurt, too, right?
Yeah, Jay Bruce hasn't done anything all year. But now Nimmo and Conforto are starting to hit. Well, Nimmo's been hitting pretty good all year.
Finding Nemo.
Dude, by the way, I love how you're like, I'm not drinking. I don't drink anymore. You take one big ass bong rip, and you're like, if it's customary, I'll do one shot.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Listen,
you have to see this bong. It's fucking $600 worth of
We can
bong.
make that his picture.
It's pretty sweet.
Yeah,
It'll just be a bong, and it'll be like, it's legal, bitches, suck it.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, we do have to take a picture of you.
Sure, why not? I'll hold that up.
Oh no, well, yeah, you don't want us tagging you on Facebook. You said, right?
Nah.
So we really can't take a picture of you then, if that's the case.
Yeah, we'll just we'll figure something out, or we could face put Beaker over your head, just like I did for the other person.
Yeah, I guess we can do that when people can't necessarily really show off their identity too much for whatever reason.
Yeah,
you just put Beaker over their
Yeah, just put Beaker over it. Or Mo Bigsley, whatever you prefer.
Or Mo Bigsley.
That's that big old door stop over there.
Oh, that's Mo Bigsley, and that's the general.
That's the general.
The general, I don't know if we ever talked about that or what.
We did on the podcast.
That's a
the morning
wonderful
after.
name. That's a wonderful name. The general is definitely.
It was like that, or like Air Force One. I can't remember what
Air Force 6.5.
Yeah, well,
funny.
I'm going out to Vegas. I'm trying to go see Air Force Amy.
Who?
Who's Air Force
You
Amy?
never seen that? The Bunny Ranch on HBO when we were kids. You never seen that shit when we were growing up?
We had a bunny ranch right up
On
the
a
road
horse?
though, back in the day.
Yeah, in Vegas. The Whores in Vegas. You never seen that on HBO?
I definitely recall seeing stuff about
come
whores on
dude.
HBO.
On Air Force Amy.
The one porn star
she's
was
not a good-looking broad, but she's famous.
It doesn't matter then, right?
Well, if you're paying, you would hope it mattered a little bit.
Look at Donald Trump, man. He's banging porn stars, man. He good looking. He's famous,
Donald Trump's
bitch.
the president. He does what he wants.
Fucking right. America.
God,
fuck.
asshole.
Yeah, we are assholes. What else is new?
Well, I called Donald Trump an asshole too, but I mean, so are we. We're probably worse.
Probably.
You're
Jesus,
a fucking
dude. All this
asshole.
equipment I
Look
bought
at
up
this
here.
guy. I got my drink over there. I don't even want to spill nothing.
It's because you're respectful.
Yeah,
I got like this fucking unclassic
piece
hack.
of shit.
Oh God, what do you fucking?
Did I just say
people?
unclassic hack? What a I think I fucked up.
Unclassly hack.
Yeah. Either way, you're a bum.
Yeah, apparently.
A Chad.
Let me
A rube.
I guess let me go grab some paper towels real quick.
There was a fucking roll right there the other day. Did you move it?
I thought you moved it.
No, I didn't touch it. I purposely left it
Curry
here.
about his bong. Let me find paper towels.
We already talked about Bog. He's got like 14
that
pieces.
a lot more than a 20-second.
You know what that reminded me of? Did you ever watch the Highlander movie?
Yeah, of course.
So,
Oh, can leave me alone.
so in the first one, there was what was that bad guy's name? Like the main bad guy.
Oh fuck! I haven't seen it.
It's been a long time.
Long time.
All I know is like when he builds his sword that's like 40 feet, he like takes it out of the suitcase. And he's like screwing pieces onto this.
Yep, I remember
like it's
that.
not just like a sword. Like
it was just like
like a custom screwed on sword. Like who the fuck made that?
Why not get custom shit?
That's like what your bong was. You're like, and then I got this part and this filter, and then I got
Absolutely.
this.
I could build it however I want.
How tall is that thing?
Probably 2 feet.
You think it's bigger than Mo Bigsley? Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, definitely bigger than Mo
Jeez.
Bigsley. I mean, Mo Bigsley's coming close though. That's a big fuck.
That's a big old dong.
That's a big old dog for sure. For sure.
But yeah, I walked in. I saw you had I saw the bottom piece, and then like a little tube. I'm like, oh, it's just normal sized bong, no big deal.
Nope.
Just digging and digging.
Absolutely not. I figured I might be here for a little while, so I might as well get comfortable.
You get comfortable. Then how
I
about
don't
these
drink
chairs?
that. I don't drink that
What
much.
I miss? What happened? You were about to say something?
Well, yeah, the Highlander.
That can only
You remember the first bad guy when he pulls his sword out? He has to like screw it together.
I barely remember the Highlander. I saw it such a long time
We were
ago.
just saying the same thing, but I remember that part.
Yeah, I remember that fucking part. But then where the fuck is the guy screwing a sword? But anyway,
No, I'm getting it because he had to put his bond in there for like 20 minutes. So.
yeah. So you have to get comfortable because you got these nice ass chairs now, baby.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's not a bad chair, right?
These things are beautiful. That's what I told.
They're only $80.
I wish I could lean back. Here we go.
You can lean back.
There we go.
You can loosen the thing on the bottom. You can lean
no,
all
we're
the
good.
fucking
We're
way
good
back.
right here. I just can't really see a Dan.
That's all right. You're better off.
Do you really want to look at
I
me,
don't
man?
wanna-
I don't even want to look at me. In the
you're
mirror in the
pretty
morning,
ugly.
I'm like, oh, that's what wakes me up when I get that first glance, you know? Well, ladies and gentlemen, you listen to episode 25. 25. We're a quarter of a century old. Look at that. Episode 25 of the hashtag Shots for Likes podcast, you cunts.
I'm
Let's,
the quarter century
let's
guest.
take a little shot, huh? Mike, check. Fudge and Finn. Shots for likes in that ass. You never heard this? Shots for likes.
I'm a piece of shit and never listened to one episode.
Shots for likes.
You're in for a treat.
Shots for likes. Shots for likes.
You gotta listen to Paladino's episode.
Yeah, I gotta check that out. I haven't seen him in years. It's probably been 10 years at this point.
Yeah, he said he still has a video of you fighting someone.
He has that video.
He has that. He has it on VHS or whatever
Get
the.
the fuck out of here.
Yeah, he's like,
VHS.
yeah, he's like I was gonna
Nigga,
bring.
you need to upgrade.
Wow.
He's like I was gonna bring it, but I fucking forgot.
I beat the hell out of that kid.
Apparently,
It was bad.
was that before you were training?
Oh yeah, that was in high school.
Why does he have a video of it? He's just videotaping it.
Yeah, we were friends in high school. I knew him through wrestling.
Oh, is that how you knew him?
Yeah.
Because I was gonna say when
That's
we
how Kyle knew him, and that's how I
I
met
knew
him.
that,
Kyle.
but I don't
Yeah.
remember. I never remember like hanging out with you and Paladino.
No.
That's why I
No.
was so confused. Where he's like, "Oh, Curry, I fucking love Curry." I'm like,
Paladino
How do you know Curry?
was the person who supplied the. It was there for my graduation. That was the first time I smoked.
"Oh, really?"
Yeah. Oh, it was fucking unbelievable. It was the first time I was like digging into the rabbit hole.
It happens, man. Sometimes you
yeah.
gotta dig.
Beautiful thing.
Dig around a little
Paladino's
bit.
fault.
You and Neil dig if I was there. You just get me high and give me some ranch
That
dressing.
ridiculous 6-piece bong. Do you ever come out of the fucking
is that
rabbit
what it
hole or what, dude?
I would never. I couldn't handle that.
Look at that
Bro,
fucking thing.
It's
It's
healthiest-
amazing.
It's the healthiest way to smoke. Absolutely.
dude. I would.
unless you're vaporing, unless you have a vaporizer. Obviously.
I would literally, if I smoked like a big hit off that, I would jump out the window because I think I could fly. I'd be like, I'm off.
I believe I can fly. Woo!
I'm out, boys. I'm flying.
Oh, let's take the shot. Am I right, gentlemen?
Absolutely.
Cheers,
Cheers.
Curry. Good to see you after
It's
like
been a
20
long
years.
time.
Yes,
yeah.
it has, sir.
Oh no,
Yeah.
Kyle's wedding. You were at Kyle's
I
wedding.
was at Kyle's wedding.
I got you condoms. Should I not have said that?
Yeah, it's all right. No, that was before my girlfriend that I have now for sure.
All right, cool.
That was
Because
years
we could
before.
take it out
Yeah.
if you want.
No, that's fine.
Hey, we've all had sex with other people, huh?
Absolutely. No, she knows. She knows. I've had my fun.
You have to, man.
No, absolutely. No, it's time to
That's
slow
how you
down.
know you're ready to settle down.
Absolutely. No, I got a good girl.
Were you?
Are we cool to talk about Vegas?
For sure.
Cool with that,
Absolutely.
So you and the broad are moving to Vegas? That's cool.
Oh, you're
dude.
moving there?
Yeah, I'm moving out. I'm gonna be like 20 minutes from the show. I'm gonna be like in Henderson or Summerlin.
I hope you have a good ass job, man. You're gonna go broke.
no, I'm not going out. Like I said, I don't really drink that much. You know, I go down to Atlantic City a lot. I got family down there. I never really want to gamble. I gamble for fun sometimes, but
Yeah.
never.
It can,
not
it
like
can be
into
fun. You play like you're
Yeah, no, I play for fun, but I'm not. My father taught me. It's funny. My first time I ever gambled, when I was 16 years old. My dad sat me down at a table in Atlantic City, and was teaching me how to play blackjack. So he taught me early.
I
that-
like blackjack a lot.
Oh, I love blackjack. It's a lot of fun. He taught me early though to walk away when you're up. You know what I'm saying? Or if you take too many losses, just cut it at have a little stop loss for yourself.
You can
Smart.
also like
You know what I'm
know
saying?
like
Those
this is
people
the
out there,
money
like-
I'm bringing, and this is all I'll fucking lose. you
I'll
know?
never forget too. Like if you let's say you win like $500 on whatever the fuck you're
Yeah.
playing, like what are the odds that you won that? It's low. So you think if you sit there for another 3 hours, you might do that shit again?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
You get the fuck out of there.
Absolutely.
I won
Absolutely.
$36 one time in roulette when I was in Vegas. I was freaking out like I won $1,000. I was like, "Yeah, who's the fucking man?" People are looking at me like, "You asshole!
You were playing blackjack, flipping out, freaking out.
Dude, my buddy won. We were in Vegas
I'll
2 weeks
stay.
ago for the liquor show. He won $600 off a penny slot.
Good for him.
He put like $20 in or whatever. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go get a cocktail. I come back and he's like freaking out. I'm like, oh, I guess Mike won some money. I'm like, oh, how much did you win? It was like $200. I'm like, nice. And I just kept going and going and going. We're like, holy shit, everyone's pissed around him.
Yeah, because all those
They were sitting there all day.
They probably sit on cameras and make people like that aren't regulars win. So the regulars are like, I gotta hit soon. Because that's how they make their money, is those people that send their social security check fucking
I honestly don't
on
understand
gambling.
people who play slots. It doesn't make sense to me, dude. Like, it's a computer. They can program that shit however they want.
I think legally they have to give out a certain
They
amount
have
of winnings,
to. They
but like you're
no,
saying,
you
it
can
is a
win.
fucking
You can
computer.
win. Like, I'd rather play blackjack where I actually have a choice.
Yeah,
in,
of like how
you
it
know,
works.
Count
the
some
odds.
fucking cards.
Absolutely not. Yeah, you gotta be really crazy to do that. You gotta be smart. You gotta be
Well, that
smart
ain't
quick.
anybody in this room, probably, right? Am I?
No.
I ain't counting shit besides the shots I'm taking. Like, oh, okay.
But I've been to Vegas a couple times. I went for 10 days one time, and and I survived. And I'm gonna be outside this trip. I'm going for some business opportunities and things like that.
Nice. Well, what do you do that fucking that company, right? Are you still in that?
No. I haven't. I left that company a couple years ago.
Oh yeah.
And then
So what are you doing now?
because of my injury, I had to stop working at my company that I was at previously.
Yeah.
It was an awesome company. I enjoyed working there, but it was I had to climb in attics and inspect roofs, and because of the injury that I have, I physically can't do it. I can't even look up.
That sucks, dude.
Yeah, dude, it sucks, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to stay positive, and
That's all you can do, man.
Absolutely, I'll be all right. I'll survive.
Listen to our podcast. It'll make you smile, man.
bro.
Yeah, you got. I mean, there's plenty.
Or
of
turn you
episodes.
into an alcoholic.
I gotta check it out. I gotta check it out. I was gonna be honest though. I was gonna let you guys know that I'm a douchebag and I didn't listen to any of it.
Dude, it's okay. You know,
Well,
how
we
many
know
people
you're a
have-
douchebag. Now, I've hung out with you before.
That's a given.
You know how many people have come on our podcast and not have listened before at all? You know what I mean? And
I'm
some
sure.
probably continue to not listen.
Oh yeah.
After,
There's
but-
in fact when people come on, they're like you could tell they listen. You're like, oh,
Oh,
yeah,
you know,
we're actually surprised. We're like, really, dude?
you know a little bit about what's going on.
like Paladino listens to like. He says he doesn't always finish them because they're long sometimes. Sometimes they're like 3 hours.
His was like 3 hours. We're like, all right, I guess we have to stop.
Yeah, we could have went longer on his, but 3 hours would cut it. But
What's Paladino up to these days?
He's dating this chick. He seems pretty happy with. He's living over. Actually, just passed it the other day where he lives on fucking Hamburg Turnpike.
he's much more calm, man.
Good for him.
I think we couldn't talk.
As long as he's happy,
that's-
dude.
He's definitely calmer, that's for sure. I thought it was going to be like me and him because we've always gotten into like verbal things before. So I thought him being a Cowboys fan, me a Giants fan, it would go head to head again. But he was like
both
super
suck.
chill. Fucking
You both suck. Yeah. I hate the Cowboys and the Giants.
See, I can't. I like any team that beats the Giants. So,
Yeah, the Giants and the Patriots and the Dolphins.
well, the fish. Now, I always have this conversation. I actually want.
why
to
do
talk to
you
about
hate the
this.
Giants?
Why? Because as a kid growing up, like in New Jersey, 20 minutes from Jet Stadium, there was literally
Fuck out.
Jet Life, actually.
well, no, now it's Jet Life, but previously it was Jet Stadium.
All right.
And
So keep going,
growing up
even
as a
though you're
kid,
lying.
there's not many Jets fans. I didn't know any Jets fans growing up. It was all Giants fans around.
They're all
Now,
a
your
bunch of
dad was your
assholes
dad
like
a
that.
Jets fan? Is that? how
Oh
you
yeah,
became a Jets
absolutely. My
fan?
dad had season tickets when I was a kid, and I was at the game where they
Good shit.
set the seats on fire. I was at the game where the one game we won when we won in 15, and the year before we got Keyshawn Johnson. I was at that one game. I would go whenever one of my father's buddies couldn't go, so I would get tickets. I was at the Midnight Miracle too, which was wild.
That's awesome.
That
man.
was a cool game. Yeah. But
Who do you hate more? And Giants fans always get mad at me for this. I don't, because they don't know. Do you hate the fish more, or the Pats? Because I hate the fish more, way more.
That's tough because growing up, it was the fish all day. I
100
hated
100%.
the Dolphins.
But
and-
now, how
and Ricky
dominant the
Williams.
Patriots are, you can't.
But for how long and how, like, because let's be real, we weren't around for the Dan Marino era.
Right.
Like the true Dan Marino era, like when he was the dominant quarterback, dominating the AFC, and just couldn't get it done. Obviously, didn't win the Super Bowl, but
Thank God.
we missed that. We got the tail end of that.
Well, that's good.
And the
Poor
tail,
Dan, man.
we got the tail end of Shula. You know, so we didn't really get this. It was always the Dolphins sucked because that was our biggest rival.
Yeah.
But as we got older, like, you know, think of how long 2002 was. 2001 was their first Super Bowl. Think
Yeah.
of how long ago that was.
A long time.
They've
ago.
It's a
just
long
been
time,
whooping everyone's ass
and they've
ever
been
since.
dominating.
Fucking sucks.
They've been dominating, and not only have they been dominating, but the reason why they've been dominating is Bill Belichick totally fucked us.
Left us.
Oh man,
Remember
dude,
that press
I, like-
conference?
Oh,
the
dude,
Giants,
like,
too.
Like Bill Parcells gave him that job. He's like, listen, dude, like I'm just like we just went to the AFC Championship with the team. Like we had a solid team. The team was good. We were winning a lot of games. And we were
Kotite.
Well, yeah, we got Kotite, but granted, Bill Belichick had to make a decision because we lost our owner. You know, Leon Hess died that year, which was tough. You know, the team being in limbo with ownership, but still, like the team was good. But then to go to our rival team in the division,
It's a cunty move.
and the very next year win a Super Bowl. Like literally the next year they win the Super Bowl. He with Tom Brady, and Tom Brady comes out of nowhere because Mo Lewis knocks Drew Bledsoe out of the game. So like, how can you not hate the Patriots? Like, for our
I'm not.
lifetime?
Don't get me wrong.
So
I fucking hate them. Just like the fish. They're
I agree with
teal,
you. I agree with you. Oh, yeah.
teal, and
And
a stupid
orange.
fucking dolphin. Like I'll never forget. Like I think it was 3 years ago. They finally changed the dolphin logo because, like, you think of any animal, right? Like a panther, it's like a mean-looking panther.
jaguar.
It used to be like this
Yeah.
gay-looking dolphin.
Even the
right?
birds, they're always pissed looking. Like, yeah, we're gonna
Ravens,
tackle
Eagles.
you. And then you see a dolphin, just curvy dolphin, just smiling at
Around
you,
the
like so
waves.
fucking lame.
With a sunset in the background.
And then they change it so he had a frowny face. They changed it. That's all they did. They changed it from a smiley face to a frowny face. Everyone's like, "Really, guys?"
That's
so
all
then
they
they had
did.
to change it to the new dolphin. That's a little more sleek.
Cheers, Jets fans.
Yeah, I'm hoping the Jets change their unis. There's rumors floating around about that.
Really?
You didn't see that?
No,
Oh,
changing colors or like changing.
No. Darren Lee and Jamal Adams both posted on their Instagram. You go look it up. Pictures of these Jets unis, and they were with the old '80s Jets logo.
Okay.
They were not Kelly green, but a lighter green, a lighter and brighter
fuck
green
is
than what
Kelly?
we have now. You don't remember the Kelly green that we had with the old unis? They were sick, dude, back in
Yeah.
the day. So it's a lighter green, kind of like the Color Rush green. The
Okay.
Color Rush green.
Yeah.
Similar to that with white. And I heard, and then they're gonna do a green unis, obviously. And I heard rumors, and I haven't seen anything, but they haven't posted anything of this. But I heard rumors they might have a black alternative.
That'd be sick, dude.
But I know both those players posted a picture of
Yeah, and if-
and saying new unis, and Darren Lee has been tweeting about it. He tweeted a poll on Twitter about
Maybe they're trying to get something going.
they're trying the team is trying to trying to get a new start, a new fresh start.
Yeah. Hey, you know what though? They're all new young players.
We
Like,
got a lot of young talent. Darren Lee still has a lot of growing he could do.
How'd you guys do in the draft? Besides Sam Darnold, obviously.
I think we got a steal in the tight end from Miami.
I think so.
I
We'll see.
really- I
don't
really
pay.
think-
I don't pay attention to college enough.
Stefarian Jenkins not coming back?
No,
No,
he's
he's
gone.
gone.
He's gone.
He was pretty good last year. He got robbed of so many touchdowns last year,
Welcome
dude.
to
Even
the
I
Jets,
was
bro.
getting
Against
I
the
was getting
Patriots-
pissed last year
Against
watching
the
Jets
Patriots,
games, dude.
it was ridiculous.
Dude, how many game winners did he have?
How did they the ball never left his hands? Like he landed on the
Dude.
ground, the ball stayed in his possession.
You can ask
And
my girlfriend, man. We watched
somehow
a
the
lot of Jets
Patriots,
games last
somehow the
year.
Patriots got the ball, and
It's not
they
even
win
like-
the game because of it. They literally won the game because of it.
It wasn't like, all right, he didn't score a touchdown. It's like, nah, overturned, touchback. What?
When I was doing,
I couldn't believe it.
I was listening to Boomer and
I
Gio
had
the
to
other day,
rewind
man.
it.
It's going to get worse now. Apparently, they changed more rules for a catch, and it's just getting even more confusing now.
What? I
I
heard
don't
they
know.
took away the Des Bryant when because they were like with the new rules, the Des Bryant would have been a catch.
See, yeah, I don't read into like
Well,
the
he
rule
doesn't. He's
changes.
not on the team anymore, so that's funny. So who cares about him, right?
I know, but
Crybaby.
let's be real. That was a catch, and the Cowboys should have
That
advanced.
shit was a damn catch.
that shit was a
I
catch.
actually,
As much as I hate to
actually
say
don't
it.
think I ever saw the catch, to be honest with
How
you.
did you not see that? Oh my god! In the playoffs,
Because I
What?
don't have cable, so I just steal games off of Reddit.
What?
He literally caught it, made
This
two
was years
steps,
ago.
and then they're like, nah, That wasn't a catch.
Yeah, like he clearly caught it, made 2 steps, and dove for the end zone. Like he made a dive with one hand for the end zone.
Or maybe I'm wrong.
And his elbow and hand hit the ground like simultaneously, and the ball, because he had it in one hand, popped out. After he crossed the end
plane.
zone, crossed the plane with the ball in possession, it popped out after he hit the ground.
The ground can't cause a fumble.
And they said it was an incomplete catch.
And plus, he crosses the plane. That's it.
They said it was incomplete. They said it was incomplete.
I'm sorry. He didn't make 2 steps.
It was a step and a half.
He caught it, made like movement, and then he dove.
You have
It was
to
a
make
clear football move.
You have to make
clear football move. No, it was a clear football move.
You just have
it's
to
a
make
football move. You have to make 2 steps or make a football move.
He dove forward trying to.
It was a clear football move. It was a highway robbery.
That was the worst call I've seen since
since every Stefarius Jenkins catch last year.
Yeah, that's
Dude,
that's the worst the worst call I've seen.
I couldn't believe it, man.
Yeah.
Am I like?
That was the overtime with the Seahawks and the Green Bay.
Yeah, but that was
Packers.
replacement refs.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
this is the
Fair.
worst call with regular refs.
Fair.
That call was bad
that was
too.
bad, dude.
But at least it's like the replacement refs,
Yeah,
right?
they're like,
And
We're not
now
supposed to be there.
they changed more rules with the kickoff. Apparently, I think another year or two, the kickoff just might disappear.
They said they're going to get rid of it. Yeah,
It's
the dumbest thing
a
ever.
thought up in
do you
there.
think there's going to be a point where like we just won't watch football? As big as football fans we are,
Well,
do you think there's
I'll
going to be a
tell you
point where
right
we
now.
can stop giving a fuck?
No, I'll tell you right now.
Probably not,
I'm
but-
almost embarrassed to say it, but I'm extremely excited to see the product XFL puts on the field.
I am too.
Extremely excited because
Well,
not only are they not rushing it this time, they're giving it a couple years to build teams.
2020, right?
Yeah, 2020 they said. And I wouldn't be surprised if they even pushed it back a little bit. But 2020 is what they're saying. I'm just hoping that they could put a quality product that competes with the NFL that's not a soft football league. Like, even the
I don't remember the XFL. Like, I
You didn't
remember
see
it,
the
but I
30 for
didn't
30?
watch it. What's that?
You didn't see the 30 for 30 on it?
No.
Oh, it's great. You got to check it out.
Vince McMahon just talking shit and stuff.
Oh, it's great. No, Vince McMahon and the guy who made it was the guy who he pretty much ran, I think it was NBC or one of those big networks.
Right.
He hired, what's his name, who directs Saturday Night Live, Michael.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever his name
fucking
is. And
he needs to quit because Saturday Night Live hasn't been
started
good in
Saturday
20
Night
years.
Live. He started Saturday Night Live. He's like some really big shot dude over in some networks, but him and Vince McMahon, but they rushed it. They literally put a
that's what
product
happens.
on the field so quickly, like months after they announced they were doing it. And the problem was these players weren't ready to play, so
They go live on Instagram, boys. Keep talking.
Yeah.
They just couldn't play well. So like the concepts were great, and NFL took a lot of the content. Like the reason why the Sky Cam is
From
because
the
of XFL.
That's pretty cool.
Like there's a lot of things that the NFL took away from the XFL that they use in the NFL now because it was just so revolutionary.
It made sense,
They
yeah.
just couldn't put good football on the field, and people wanted to watch good football. It was like embarrassing how bad it was. It was really bad. Like there was a couple
And we're live, cunts.
and a couple good players. A couple players were really good and actually made it to the NFL. They didn't really make an impact in the NFL, but they
Well, shit. Kurt Warner was in the Canadian League, right?
yeah
know,
absolutely.
Oh, Johnny Manziel
So
just got to the CFL.
I know.
Who gives a
Manziel.
fuck? Am I right?
Yeah, no, that guy's
That's
He's
cool.
a fucking fool.
Where are they going to get a team from? So, will they take like all the undrafteds that don't go to the NFL, or
Well,
like?
I don't know what they're going to do this time around, but last time they got a lot of guys that were undrafted, and a lot of guys from that were in college that were good. Or
How many teams were there?
There wasn't many, like 8.
Yeah, like it was.
What, they announced the teams already. Is it?
I don't think
wanna
they
say-
announced the teams yet. Did
No,
they?
not like the name of the teams, but I want to say like the number of
Yeah,
teams.
they did announce the
12?
number. I think there might be. I think it's 10, 8, in between 8 and 12. I think it is. There's not a lot of
small.
teams.
I want
not-
to say
it's
I
small.
remember double digits,
It's
but I
small.
don't.
It's
you know what I mean?
it's a small start, but I just want to see football how it's supposed to be played. Like
Shit,
even,
maybe I'll pick the right team for once.
even the yeah for real for
Oh, you
you.
got the
At least
Yankees,
I'm a
you cunt.
Yankees fan. Yeah, see '96 is where it started for me, big time. But sucks for you. I see
surprised
you
you're
got, I
not
see you
being a-
got 2000 up there, which I'm surprised you even.
Which is bullshit. Well, here's
I'm
the thing.
surprised you even have it up there.
Well, it was a cool. All right,
It was a cool
regardless
World
of we-
Series.
Like, how cool is that World Series?
was
like,
really cool.
I don't know this.
I was hoping it'd happen again this year because you guys had such a good start, man. I was like, oh, the Mets
it's a
are gonna
long
be good.
season, brother.
It's a really
Yeah.
long season.
Yeah,
but
it's a long
I don't see the Mets turning
think
around.
But there's
remember
just
the
no,
first-
but there's-
I don't see the Mets turning it around, dude.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I
bad.
want.
all right,
dude.
I understand that, but like, think of how bad you guys were bitching about the Yankees the first month. You know what I mean?
No,
Like
well,
people
listen.
booing Stan like fucking idiots.
People still boot Stan.
Absolutely, and I was one of them. I was upset with the way Stanton was playing, but I even said, like, I posted, I was like, yo, Stanton is playing, he's a bum, like, and everybody's like, yo, you're gonna be loving him in the colons. I'm like, obviously he's a good player, but he's playing terribly right now, like,
and that's
this is not what we brought him here for
me. And like I pretty much, well, now that I don't have cable, I ordered the wrong Fire Stick, so this shit doesn't count. But for the past 7, I have it, but it doesn't fit. It's a whole process.
What?
But anyway,
You don't have HDMI?
no, I do, but I'll show you later. It does, the way my TV's set up, it like doesn't fit. It's too long.
Oh my! You don't have the extender, the adapter?
Well, I'm ordering one. Yeah,
Yeah, he's gonna get one.
But I'm all
I almost
fucked.
got it for free, but then he was like, "No, Kristen, don't give it to him." I'm like,
fuck yeah, dude, we just
I
bought
got
it.
myself a free Fire Stick.
But basically, the past like 6-7 years, I've watched every single Mets game, and like I'm all of them.
Shitty baseball.
Yeah, no, seriously, like I really enjoy it, and like
he just sits there, and looks at you. A lot of shit.
it is,
baseball.
dude. Fucking from 2007 on, like 2007, 8, 9. Oh my god.
Yeah, it just means you're a true fan, dude. You wait one day they're gonna be that good.
I'm like that with the Jets.
Right. But the point is, what I've
shitty product every
what
year.
I've learned from baseball is you take it month to month. Like you can't like it's like fuck, we lost the series. Like you get pissed, but you can't like, we're never gonna win. Like you have to
There's
take
so
a
many
month to month.
games.
There's
Look,
so many
games.
games.
Didi started off the season
Amazing.
I was at
dude.
opening day where he broke the record, like eight
Yeah.
RBIs. I was there. It was wild, and then
And now he's been in a fucking horrible slump.
He's,
but
he's playing better now, but he went like 0 for 30. It was crazy.
You have people picking him up. Like that's how baseball works. Like,
yeah, man.
Dude,
That's why I hate.
Well, I was just gonna say they fucking sent out Gleyber Torres fucking down for Greg
No,
Bird.
not Gleyber Torres. It's Ronald Torres.
Or no, hold on. Who's the second baseman?
Gleyber Torres. They did not send down Gleyber Torres. They sent on Ronald Torres, number 74.
All right. In my defense, they're like the same goddamn last name.
Yeah. It's
All right, so never mind. I'm not.
But I'm kind of confused on what they did there, because I thought they were going to send down Tyler Austin. To be honest, as well,
He's been pretty fucking good too, though.
he's been playing well,
and he's like that asshole of the team too. You know
it's not
that
even-
fight at
it's-
Boston,
It's not
dude?
even that. It's not even
When he
that.
cracked that bat at home
Nah, he
plate,
had to
I
do
almost
that.
came.
He had
bro.
to do that, dude. He had
Fuck
to. The
yeah,
guy
he had
threw
to do
right
it.
at him. He had
He
to.
You know who
hesitated.
else had to do that? Mike Piazza in 2000 with a broken bat when Clemens steroided ass.
Diddles bitches about it all the time, man.
Charge him. I know you're fucking
But he didn't.
gay as the day is long, Piazza, but charge him.
And then-
I know Clemens would have fucked you up. He's on roids. You charge him.
Yeah, you gotta make a statement.
You got to make a statement. I'm not saying
the team will back you up. The team,
Exactly.
the team will come out and back
Dude,
you up.
Stanton and Judge just moved the whole
Yeah, they were-
60-man
fucking-
pile.
They were like, "Yo, get away!" Oh, shit.
Dude,
They
they're
were-
Young.
fucking-
I don't give a shit about the monitor, but if it knocks over, knocks the cable out, then we got to.
I mean, obviously, who was it? Someone who was in that fight was like, yeah, then all of a sudden fucking Judge and Stanton came, and it was like two men amongst boys.
Yeah,
just,
they were like, he was like, "I want to."
They literally
yeah, yeah. So I forget who it was.
was
One of the
a guy
players
in
was like,
Red
he's like, I saw Judge. I'm like, I'm out. Fight out.
They're
I mean,
massive.
what are they like? Judge is 6'6", right?
6'6", Stanton 6'5", Stanton 6'5", Batanzas 6'8".
And that's the funny thing about baseball players. It's not like football where you know those motherfuckers big. Like you almost can't see how big these dudes are. Like
yeah,
No, because we're kind of spoiled. Like at Yankee Stadium or even at City Field. I haven't been to it, so I can't personally say, but I'm sure it's a similar field to Yankee Stadium. It feels like entertainment when you go.
yes.
I went to Fenway for Jeter's last game.
Oof.
that's
and-
sick. I want to go to Fenway really bad, even though I
I'll
obviously
tell you
hate the
right
Red
now.
Sox,
No,
but-
I'll tell you right now. Fenway felt like a ballpark. As much as I hate to say it, it felt.
Well, that's
like
the problem with
baseball.
the new stadiums.
Yeah,
but it's also a good thing too, though.
Nah,
Like,
I hate the new stadiums. I would take the old stadium at Yankees.
maybe Yankees. Have you ever been to Shea?
No, I've never been to Shea or City, and
City Field's cool. I actually have Yankee fans telling me it's a better ballpark than
I believe, because the Yankee Stadium's a museum, dude.
it's like a fucking church.
It's a museum.
You
It's
hear that
literally-
dumb song on 660 when
Somebody
they're like,
take a shot at me here, boys.
No,
I'm
done.
drinking here.
No,
They're
I
like,
won.
Well,
come,
I mean, Keith, to get
come,
take a shot at me.
come watch the Yankees, and there's like sirens in the back, boom, 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 like church music. Like, get the
And then
fuck
when the rain
outta
comes
here.
on, they have the sad saxophone. When the rain comes on.
Check her out.
I love it. The Yankees, listen. The Yankees are playing good baseball, and I'm moving.
Yeah, and
Vegas
you know what?
is-
You guys got lucky with Severino. Not that he
We didn't
pitched
get
great
lucky.
last year.
We knew he was going to be good. He pitched great last year. He was
pitched
a runner
great.
up for the Cy Young.
No, I understand that. But like before Well, the
He was
beginning.
young. He was 21 years old. What do you expect?
I'm
He
just
pitched-
going by what the Yankee fans say now.
He pitched well. Listen, Yankee fans are the toughest fans to pitch for. Like, look
Yeah.
at Sonny Gray. Sonny Gray was great for the Oakland A's. He cannot pitch in New York, man. He is not.
He can't throw
Yeah.
a strike, dude.
No, he can't pitch in New York. There's certain guys that can't handle the pressure in New York. Jabba Chamberlain can't handle the pressure.
Yeah,
Jabba
you guys
Chamberlain
kind
was
of
an asshole.
you guys kind
man.
of fucked Jabba
Oh,
too, though.
yeah, but he couldn't throw strikes, dude. He couldn't
Wow.
throw strikes. Come on.
You should have never taken him out of the bullpen.
Yeah, that
They
is.
tried to make him start. They should have just kept
Yeah,
him in the bullpen.
exactly.
He'd probably still be closing for you guys.
No, absolutely not.
No, but
couldn't
he was
handle
a,
the
he was a
pressure.
reliever, wasn't he?
He was a
He was like
reliever.
an
He was a reliever.
eight.
He was a reliever.
And then they
He
made
couldn't
him a
handle the pressure.
starter.
He
And
couldn't
they're like,
handle the
he's
pressure.
pitching 3 innings today. And it's like, what? Like,
I remember. I don't know if it was ownership or what, but I remember them like, oh, he's so great. We want to make him start. And I'm thinking to myself back then, and I wasn't even barely watching baseball back then, but I obviously knew who he was and stuff. And like I've always been a Yankees fan, but watching 162 games is like impossible for me.
He couldn't. I watch a lot of baseball.
I just remember that I'm like, dude, he's
a lot of
he's
baseball.
doing great. Why the fuck would you make him start? Like, why would
well,
you
that
do
was the plan, I think. But
Yeah, but
Speaking of
if you find the role,
He
it's
couldn't.
like
He couldn't handle the pressures of the bullpen, though. I don't think he could. I think started like
he was
they-
also an
I think they
asshole,
knew
too.
that he couldn't handle
Talking
the
shit
pressures.
to
He was too
Mariano
immature.
Rivera, I was like, dude,
they
get
knew
your
he was
fucking-
too immature.
Get your ass
Yeah.
out
He
of here.
looked like an immature kid. I
you remember that game where he was pitching with all the flies?
Yeah, it was in the playoffs.
Was
In
that a
Cleveland.
playoff
In
game?
Cleveland in the playoffs, absolutely. Yeah,
I forgot. I didn't know it was a playoff game.
That was a playoff game in Cleveland.
I hate how people like, oh, baseball's so boring. Like, I get it. I get it at first. But when you really watch baseball and you learn like how the game works and like how good it is,
Baseball's
how
a
good
good
buddy,
pitchers
my
are,
one
like,
buddy argues with me that it's not even a sport; it's a game. And I'm like, come
tell
on,
him to go hit a fucking 90-mile-per-hour fastball.
And
Oh, you know
It's-
what? This is a good time to ask. Okay, so here's the deal. We were having a huge argument the other day, or a couple podcasts ago, about. Now, here's the say: if it's one single thing in sports that's the hardest thing to do, I agree that hitting a baseball is probably the hardest thing to do in all of sports. But here's what I'm saying: I think
it's such a tough argument.
I think hockey is hands down the hardest sport because it requires so much talent. You need to be like a professional ice
Oh, no,
skater
absolutely.
before that. Now
I agree.
him and our buddy Jeff, who's been on the podcast before, they're like baseball. But I'm like, dude, like yes,
Here's my
hitting a
argument.
baseball, one single thing in sport.
Here's
one
my
aspect of sports, yes. Hitting a baseball, yes. But overall as a sport, hockey's hands down the most
Fuck,
talented
dude, my
sport.
fat ass can
how about this?
skate
How about
backwards.
this? How about this?
We never had that fucking
How about
challenge,
this?
by the way.
That yes, I agree. It's tougher to do, but it's easier to learn to skate than it is to hit a 90-mile-an-hour fastball.
Fuck yeah, dude.
I'm sorry.
Go to the cage and put
okay,
it out
like-
to
okay.
70.
Like you like
I can give you that because I can't hit a 90-mile-an-hour fastball, but I can skate. But now you have puck handling. Now you're playing either
Yes.
defense, you're playing offense, you're
Yes,
skating
I understand
backwards.
that. I understand
you're
that. but
learning
it's still.
wrist
I
shots,
guarantee.
slap
I
shots,
guarantee you'll learn that
passing.
quicker than you learn how to hit. And listen, I played baseball my entire life.
I played more baseball than any other sport my entire life when I was
I
younger.
still played it. I just stopped playing recently, like before I got hurt. And
sound.
I was hitting home runs in Little League all day, dude, picking my ass crack as catcher.
I was playing adult league wood bat baseball. Like every Sunday, I was out there playing baseball.
What position?
That's
What'd you
awesome.
play?
I started as a catcher, then my knees really started to bother me.
God, dude, no one gives catcher credits, dude. That's gotta suck.
Catcher runs the game, dog.
I love catcher.
Yeah, but
It's
how's
a
your-
serious adult
how's your-
league. Catcher runs
Oh yeah,
the game.
yeah. It's
How do
a lot
you
of-
not blow your knees out?
But
being
my
a-
knees are shot. My knees. That's why the next year I played second.
I understand
second
that,
and
but
third.
you're not like think
played
about the
second and
MLB like professional catchers.
David,
Are,
Gary Sanchez gets pulled out every now and then,
That's why they give guys
dude.
days off, man, because they can't.
they have to.
You can't.
That's just crazy to me.
Like I can't imagine. Like I had knee savers my entire life. I couldn't imagine these guys that caught without those knee savers. Like I wear the knee saver. Like when I caught, I wear the knee savers.
You're
and,
just
like,
squatting for like 3 hours
and
straight.
I took them off. I took them off one day just to see what it felt like at 26, 27 years old. And
he's like, ow!
no, dude, I need those knee
This
savers.
sucks.
I don't need those knee savers, man. And granted, these guys are
What are the knee
highly
savers
trained
about?
athletes. You never seen those things in the back of the catcher's pads?
It's like something that kind of, it's like a wedge or
It's
something.
like a cushion wedge. Yeah, it gives you a little cushion so the back of your thigh can sit on it and give you a
You
little
don't need a
cushion.
bacchiotomy.
What? How fast do you think they're thrown in that league? 70?
My league, 85.
80? Yeah, 85.
The league that I played in was pretty cool. They they had
85?
a couple.
I don't think I could.
A couple guys. The limit was 85. The limit was 85 for our league. So a couple guys were hitting that. Like,
So if you pitch faster, like you're not allowed in.
Well, no, there was 3 leagues. There was 3 leagues, and the next league it was the Premier League, or the intermediate, and then the league above that was the Premier League. And some of the guys that were in the Premier League, because they have all-star games, and they play it at like the Somerset Patriots Stadium, or they play it at the North Bear. They play it at all minor league stadiums. Some of them actually get called up to the minor leagues.
Oh, really?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's pretty
Some
cool.
of them get called up to the minor leagues.
Speaking of Premier League, dude, soccer? You like soccer?
I like soccer. I'm not a huge follower, but I enjoy it.
They had the final today
For the World Cup.
for Premier League.
Oh, really? Who won?
Real Madrid, but it was bad. I don't even want to bring it up because I don't want to talk about soccer in this podcast. But the goalie,
yeah, what on the?
they lost 3-1, and the goalie gave up 2 of the most embarrassing goals I've ever seen in my entire fucking life, and he probably lost his job.
Kinda
Moving
like
on.
The catch the Mets had in left
No,
field
dude,
off of A-Rod or right field.
that was pretty bad, dude.
Oh, 'cause
you
dude,
fucking
just-
cunt. When you posted, I was so bad. I was like,
I shared
You
it.
was like, that
posted- I
motherfucker
was at
knows
that
he's
game,
coming up.
dude.
That's
I was
so
at that
funny.
game.
So
dude,
was I.
Dude, I know. Dude, I posted on your status. I was like, oh, we already talked about it, but we'll talk about it on your podcast, Curry. Dude, Keith, so the ball pops up. It's popping up to a little bit off of right field. Castillo's back going and fucking getting ready to catch it. So Keith is standing up, and he's like, laughing in my
No,
face.
I reached over you and grabbed Zapata and was like, fucking Yankees suck, you fucking loser. And he's like,
So-
look at the field.
So I'm trying to ignore you, and then all of a sudden he drops the ball, and that's when all of us stand up, and you're like, "What the fuck?" And you look out, and then you just see fucking Tejera, A-Rod running the base.
Oh, my God.
And we're like, "Oh!" And then that's when I went. I was like, "Fag it up!" Like screaming back in your face. It was awesome.
That's what you get
dude.
for being a Mets fan, dude.
Dude, and not, dude, like
Wonderful.
Like, I
K-Rod
get
was,
the pain because I'm a Jets fan, but
dude, no joke.
I'm
K-Rod was so good that year. There was one out. I'm like, this is done, dude. This game's over.
Yeah.
Like we were up 2 runs or no 1 run.
One because 2 runs scored, and we won the game.
Right, dude, and
I think
like
it was 9-8. I want to say.
I literally blacked Castillo's name out of my memory. Like when we
I'd be
literally
so upset.
we
I'd be
finally
so
cut him
upset.
a year and something later. Like
how I feel
what
about
took you
Mike
so long? He was
Sanchez.
so bad. So we finally cut him. I remember
All right,
I
that's
got
what I
so
said.
hammered by myself when we cut Castillo. I was just drinking, like fucking smiling, like texting my dad and like Poinsett and Dipko. I'm like, he's gone, man. He's finally gone. Like just so happy.
happy tears.
It was fucking awful.
We gotta real quick, just like a 30-second thing. We gotta get points set back on. It's been a little long.
Yeah, yeah.
Like it's been. Quite some, I might move somebody else's episode.
Do we have a 5 mic system here or 4?
It could only be 4.
Okay.
So
'Cause,
I mean, Eric could still bartend if he wants, but he wouldn't have a mic. you
Okay.
know?
All right. So yeah, we'll talk about it afterwards. We'll
So,
get going.
He
Oh,
said
yeah.
he sent me some nice messages before. Did I tell you, or did I just tell?
Yeah, about the kid. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
should have Eric be like your fact checker, like Joe Rogan has.
Yeah,
that,
he.
dude.
Well,
That's pretty much what he's doing. Yeah.
That's He's gonna be the bartender.
You need to find out.
Yeah, he's gonna bartend, but I think I might start bringing my laptop here because I don't really use it for anything anymore.
Yeah, he can
So I might leave my I might leave my
Googleize it.
laptop
He
here so we
Googleize
can Google
it.
shit, and then and yeah, like I mean, when we have it's very rare when we have 2 guests because any more than 4 people is like a fucking way too fucking many people.
Yeah,
so.
but when we did Poinsett in the policy, it was fine.
Yeah.
It was good.
Well, that was also different too. We didn't have the good mics. We were watching football too, which like you think would be cool, but we gotta. I mean, we can pull it up, but just next time you and I have to continue to just keep it rolling as
it'll
other
be
people
all right.
are watching football too. It's kind of, but now it's good because now we do it Saturday night. We release it Sunday, so it's like when we do shit, it's up. Back then we were doing shit like weeks ahead of time and stuff. You know what I mean? So it's. I can imagine people listening being like, "Oh, they're watching a game I saw 2 weeks ago. This is fucking lame."
Yeah, that game was lame too.
Yeah, the
Jacksonville.
Jaguars got fucked in that game, dude.
I was rooting for them so hard.
Saw so many that fucking block was the biggest hold ever, dude. Dude, was that Nate Solder, Red? Is that who we're getting? Hopefully they don't call him when he holds on the fucking Giants,
The
dude.
Giants get a lot of calls too, dude. Come on, the Giants get a lot of favorable calls.
Fucking Giants.
Well,
dude.
all right, I
The
don't-
Jets, not so much.
no, you
Never.
guys get the exact opposite.
They're
of
not
that.
going to get calls this year either because our owner's got a loud mouth.
Dude. By the way, here's what I was thinking. So, what's our owner's name again?
Chris Johnson.
Chris Johnson. So, Woody Johnson's the ambassador to fucking England, right? So that's why
Yeah.
he took over.
Yep.
So when they made the rule, if you kneel, you're gonna get fined, and he's like, "Oh, I'll pay
That
for
shit
it."
is so. They're not even fining players because they would have to go through the players' union, so they're just fining owners.
No, they're finding players.
Yeah, it's a new rule now.
No, I just listened about it like a day ago. I know the rule is they're going to fine the team, and if the team wants to fine the players from there, they can.
All right.
They can't fine players directly because it would have to go through the players' union, and the NFL was like, "We're not dealing with that. We're just making this rule because our ratings dropped 10% last year because people were mad."
It's not gonna get any better, dude.
That's why I brought up the question before. Like, are we going to give up on the NFL soon? Because I'm over this bullshit. Play fucking football and move on.
Even the players are saying like, "Yo, I signed up to play football. Stop! I don't want to worry about tackling somebody and trying to make a play, and then have to worry about getting a fine. Like, I just want to play football."
They changed the helmet rule too. Now, like,
it's ridiculous.
Like, if you're tackling somebody and you start to put your head down, you're automatically getting 15 yards, and
bullshit.
they can eject you. I just heard this. Boomer just fucking announced on the fan a couple days ago. There's his little sports CBS fucking things.
I haven't listened to Boomer in a while. I miss Craig Carton, that piece of shit.
It is
He's a
rough,
piece of shit,
but yo,
Gio's actually pretty good. But
Gio
he's
is
Carton.
good.
He's no Carton.
Yeah, of course he's no
Carton, but
of course he's no
total
Carton.
piece of shit.
I listen to
love it,
Boomer and
dude.
Gio every
He's
morning.
got a show now.
Definitely
He's got a show now.
No,
Yeah.
dude, I've already bitched about it. I listen to podcasts like crazy now. I'm like a huge fan of them now, obviously, considering I fucking have one. And Carton will have some podcasts for like a few weeks, and then he just falls off the grid for like 2 months. Then he comes back, acts like nothing happened, comes
He's
out
busy
with
like fucking lubing his asshole. For fucking
Probably getting fucked by the people that he lost all the money to.
dude.
whatever's
crazy, man.
happening. But yeah,
Well, Poinsett said this years ago. He's like, football is a dying sport. I was like, well, what do you mean by that? He's like, well, the rules are changing. People are getting bigger. People are getting hurt. He's like, dude, in 20 years, there won't be football anymore.
I kind of believe it. Unless the XFL puts out a good product. If they put out a good product, then people actually want to watch it. And then
Now, how cool would it be if like they were so big and it ended up turning into like, it's never going to happen. But,
no, it's never going to
But like, how cool would it be?
Dream though, right?
If like the NFL and the fucking XFL was almost like the fucking NFC and AFC back in the day,
And they merged again.
And then how cool would that be? It'd be like,
you know,
I'm gonna go play for the XFL. Like, you're gonna be the first overall pick in the NFL draft. Nah, I'm going to XFL, man. Like, like how cool would that be? It's never gonna happen.
Well, apparently they're gonna they're gonna use virtual reality and like they're gonna put like special cameras and helmets.
so you can watch and that's
like
sick.
they're gonna do some dope stuff.
Imagine just getting
Well, they
hammered,
have
hanging
to,
out by
dude.
yourself, watching the game
They're
as like a
gonna do
lineman
some-
or something.
But their most important point is they want to put out a good product. They want to put out good football. If they're not putting out good football, the technology is going to mean shit.
They have to go balls deep, no condom, to like stand to get any kind of ratings. Like, listen to arena.
Sometimes protection is needed, gentlemen.
I think it's the perfect time because the NFL is getting
for sure,
crushed,
dude.
and it's a pussy league now. It's not the same. Like wide receivers can't get touched, quarterbacks can't get touched.
Here's what it comes down
ridiculous.
to. They're trying to like prevent people from getting seriously hurt and stuff. And I understand that. Like,
Well, they're getting sued big time. You see a Will Smith movie?
I don't want people getting hurt. Like, I don't want NFL players getting hurt. I don't want people to get seriously hurt. I get that. But here's the deal. You're kind of making millions of dollars, motherfucker. And guess who's not? I'm not. I sit in a chair and I do IT all day, okay? So if I can get paid millions of dollars, I would take the fucking risk and risk my life. That's why you get paid millions of dollars.
They know what they're getting into. They sign up for it. They're like, yo, I'm going to play football. I'll take the millions of dollars and like some guys are smart, like Patrick Willis. He got out early. He's like, I was getting some injuries.
How funny was that?
Dude,
guy?
Megatron popped that a couple years ago. He's like, yo, I'm going out fucking good. I'm not hurt.
He's like, I'm not gonna win a Super Bowl with this team.
I understand upping safety, but now they're taking away kickoff. You're taking away a complete aspect of the game. You're taking away the name of the game. It's named football. You're not gonna kick it anymore. Like it's
but you know who's loving that rule? Fucking
soccer fans.
No.
Oh, what are you talking about? Oh, sorry. I thought you meant like taking away the aspect of the kickoff in football.
Yeah, taking that away. You know who's loving that fucking rule?
Who?
Devin Hester, dude. He's like, yeah, baby, no one break my record. He's like, they get rid of that shit.
No one's been able to come close to that dude in years anyway.
Yeah, but still, though.
Who runs it out anymore? You get the ball and you're like, if the kicker
that's what I'm saying,
doesn't
dude.
kick in the end zone, and you're like, fuck, I have to run this out? Because why not? You're on the 25-yard line. Why would you ever run it out? Anytime everybody, all the football I've watched in the past couple of years, anytime everybody runs it out, they never get to the 25-yard line anyway, almost 100% of the time. So I'm like, why are you running it out?
I'm a big Madden guy, and every time I play, if it goes in the end zone, I kneel it because I'm like, yo, what is it like?
25-yard
I'll take
line.
it at the 25-yard line all day.
Hell yeah.
It's only 5 yards, but I mean,
Like, how often
and they
do you
move
run
the
it back?
kick in too, right? Obviously. So it's
move
it's
everything,
just it's I don't know, man. It's
No,
I understand you want people to be safe, but
It's
you know
stupid.
what?
That is kind of like the most dangerous
Millions
play.
and millions and
I bet you,
millions
like,
of dollars,
stats wise, there's less injuries on a kickoff than just a normalized play. But like,
they did this.
no.
Did they?
It's way more. There's way more concussions on
think it's
kickoff.
the
That's
kickoff
why
is the
they're trying to
most
get rid of it.
concussion wise, yeah.
Because you got to
I
think about
never
it.
see
You got to think about it. Some of these guys have like 50 yards. To
No,
run downfield
I
at
understand
full
that. That's what
speed, and they're running at
I'm
each other.
saying in my head, like, it's the most dangerous play. Like, you're not looking at
well, that's a punt.
fucking. Even when you're kicking,
you don't have to worry about it as much. Where
right, but you're
punt,
still
you do.
looking up, and you're like, well, when I look down, there's going to be about 12 big ass motherfuckers running at me. Like, you know what I mean? It's definitely the most dangerous play out there. But like, people can get injured on.
they sign up for it and they're getting paid millions of dollars.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Yes.
I'm sorry. If that's the case, then you need to make better equipment. You need to make better
not the
equipment.
kickoff players.
Or don't play fucking football.
How many people
Or
on
don't play football. You're getting paid millions of dollars. These guys aren't going out.
Yeah, but
making
not
like
the
40,
special
50.
teamers though. You got to look at that argument too.
What's the league minimum? 775,000 a year.
I understand that.
You
but,
know what I'm saying? Like,
but if
so
you,
they play,
if you,
and the special teamers, a lot of them play for how long? Like Morton played until he was like 45
that's true.
or something like that.
But what if you're, one guy and you're in for 2 years and you made fucking?
Play better, bro.
I understand
better.
that, but
Play better.
NFL, man, it can't all
NFL.
be Ray Lewis shooting
better.
people getting away with the wins.
Play
Super
better.
Bowls, man.
Play better. Go out.
I see what your argument is about the kickoffs, considering like a lot.
Hey,
of
it's not
special
even an
teams people
argument
get
because
paid.
I'm not. I'm just.
Yeah, well, what you're stating, like a lot of special
like it's
teams
not
players
how
they get paid
I
a lot
think.
less.
I'm just saying.
But this
that
isn't
side.
the only rule. Like I said, Boomer was just fucking on the fan talking about the head down rule and head to head contact and all that crazy shit. And like, dude, I get all that. I get like crazy dirty hits, like when you're like, I'm gonna fuck this dude up and hopefully I don't get hurt, but this guy will. Like, I get that. Like, you're trying to get rid of head hunting and all this shit and people getting hurt. I get it, but it's like, dude, it's fucking. You're getting paid so many millions of dollars, man.
Nah, the tackles through the middle with the head down is absolutely ridiculous. Like, really think about it. You got someone coming at you full speed and you make a catch. What's your first instinctual, like, what are you going to do? You're going to clam
Don't
up.
die.
You're going to clam up. You're going to clam up so you don't get fucking crushed, like
I guess
on
it's
the
like
field.
two heads down though, like spine to spine.
You can't stop it, though. You
Yeah.
can't stop it. It's football. You can't stop that play. It's not
and
possible.
they're fucking-
Like, these guys are so fast.
Meanwhile, Kirk Cousins, everybody's begging for him for $30 million a year.
Oh, I'm
and
so glad the Jets
every
didn't get him.
yeah, seriously, I'm so happy you
When
guys didn't
he
either.
went to the Vikings, I was like, dang.
I was so happy, dude.
And quite
Not-
frankly, to steer the conversation towards the Jets a little bit,
Yeah, let's steer it, baby.
quite frankly,
for it, bro.
When we got Teddy Bridgewater, I was very
So
excited.
pumped, dude. How pumped were you?
I was so excited, and so many people didn't understand why I was so excited.
iTunes, cunts.
I was like, "Yo,
He should
this
start
guy,
this year
Oh, he's gonna win the job.
Unless
he's gonna win the job. He's gonna win the job.
if he doesn't stay healthy. But dude, have you seen a picture of that motherfucker? His interviews.
Listen.
He looks.
Listen, this guy is gonna stay healthy. He won a playoff game on one leg that one year. Like, he got hurt in the playoff game and won the game on one leg. Like, he's got a lot of heart. I wanted to draft him out of Louisville. I loved him out of college. Granted, the injury is gonna definitely change his career a little bit, but the technology is so different now that, like,
No, when we signed him, and I was like, well, wait, they signed him for
For like nothing,
15
too.
million. 15 million. But
2 years.
Oh,
It's
no,
2 years, right?
It's 1 year.
It is 1 year.
It's
They signed
1 year,
him for 15?
But there's a clause, like, if they cut him before the season starts, they only have to pay him $1 million.
Right, which is not going to happen.
Which I'd rather not. I honestly would wish they had him for 2
if
years.
he starts, I know. I wish he had 2 years.
because then we could dangle him out there as trade bait because if he plays well, I really think he can play well. Like, he's a good
Why
quarterback.
wouldn't he, dude?
He's a good
Unless he
quarterback.
really that knee's so fucked that he can't run anymore. Like I don't think he's not the quarterback that needs to run.
He never was. He was a pocket passer.
Yeah, but he's
He went 13
Well, it's
and
like-
3. 13 and 3. I granted they had Adrian Peterson, but he went 13
and he
and
had
3.
he had a good team. But no, I understand.
13,
Like I'm
3,
completely on your side.
Won
dude.
a playoff game.
So
like I had an
Debo.
argument with somebody the other day. I need to ask your guys' opinion on this. This is a
All right,
serious
shoot,
argument.
go for it.
I'm ready.
So I had an argument with my boy the other day because I'm excited about Sam Darnold. Don't get me wrong. And Sam
sure.
Darnold.
Besides the whole mommy issues he's got,
Besides mommy issues, yeah,
it's a little weird.
And
also, he's getting paid a shitload of money from K Jewelers for that.
And
so.
I'm also a little nervous about a USC quarterback. We've been bitten him by before, and quite frankly,
young USC
there
quarterback.
hasn't been
Fumble!
there hasn't been. It's not even but fumble. There hasn't even been a good US like. You're gonna say Carson Palmer is a good USC. Okay, cool. But
He
he's
was
the
killing it
best
on the Cardinals. He was
the
good on the
best.
Bengals
he's
too,
the
man.
best. He's the best USC quarterback that you can name. That's not a good resume from USC quarterbacks. It really isn't. Like it's not. But granted, every quarterback is different, and they are on a new
look at
system.
Joe Flacco from
they're-
fucking
they're a new
Delaware.
system. They're a new system, so you can't really say. It's just it makes you a little nervous. But I was having a conversation with him. He was like, "Listen, this is the first time that because Sam Darnold, we all know, should have been the first overall pick. Let's be
Yes.
real. He's the first overall.
He was the
talent.
first overall pick for the past 2 years.
He's the first overall
That's what
talent.
they're
He's
saying.
the first overall talent every day. I don't know what the Browns were thinking, and I didn't think we were going to get Sam Darnold, so I was like, I'd want.
You got to be stoked the Giants passed on him because that was supposed to be what the
Well,
Giants were
when
supposed
they
the
to
picked
do.
the running
Giants took
back?
him. I wanted them to take Saquon. I was like, do not take any of these other guys.
I'm happy with Saquon.
Oh, you should be, but
I'm
you
standing
guys
with
should have
that.
taken. You should have taken a quarterback. You guys are stupid because Eli's done it in a couple years, and you're going to be like,
Davis,
you're going to be.
Davis
you're gonna-
Webb still exists,
Yeah,
and we
he's-
don't
come
know
on,
what he has.
Come on,
You're do you know what Davis Webb has at all?
yeah,
you
but
don't.
I wouldn't
And
be
we
banking
also
my
grabbed
future on
we also
Davis
grabbed
Webb,
a quarterback in the fourth round
in
who
the
might
fourth
be pretty
round.
good.
All right, cool. Maybe
Dude,
you
Tom
get
Brady
lucky.
was like a 6th round pick,
that's-
dude. Russell Wilson was like a third or fourth round
Yeah,
pick.
but how
Come
often
on.
does that happen?
How often do first round picks? Fuck, dude, they bomb all the
This is my
time.
argument.
A lot
Listen,
more.
First
So listen-
round, dude.
so this is my argument.
There's
Time
way
out.
more
This
disappointing
is exactly-
first round
absolutely-
quarterback
this is
picks
my argument.
than there
So-
are fucking successful.
your face is turned red there, bud.
This is my argument. Now listen to me. My buddy.
You just want to talk shit because I'm a Giants fan.
Yes,
Just
but
just
you still
say
should
what
have
you
taken a
mean.
quarterback. You
Don't
still
try to
should-
beat around the bush.
You still should have taken a quarterback. It was stupid of you guys.
100%.
But-
unless
but-
they win a Super Bowl,
But
which
But the point I'm getting is that Sam Darnold's a first overall pick talent. The last time the Jets had a first overall pick talent was Keyshawn Johnson, quarterback. What? Joe Namath? Was he a first overall pick in the AFL?
was there a draft back then?
There was absolutely, there absolutely was a draft. But I don't know if he was a first overall pick. I'm pretty sure he was. He might have been. But he was probably the last first overall pick the Jets had and took a quarterback. So and he was saying like, look at all the first overall quarterbacks that are really good. And my argument was like, yo, dude, there's really not many.
Right.
Like, there's more busts in my opinion than there are good, like great quarterbacks.
Thank you.
And he
It's
was
tough to do, man.
he was like all right, well maybe not great, but good quarterbacks, serviceable quarterbacks. And I started going through the list from like the mid '90s, and there's guys like Eric Crouch and Tim Couch or whatever his name is. A lot of bad guys in there.
Crouch, couch,
Yeah,
mouch.
there was a lot of bad guys, and a lot of them were picked by the Browns.
90% of them.
But
What do you think about Baker
But no,
Mayfield?
there was a lot of. I wanted him. I didn't want him. I wanted Saquon if the Jets couldn't get Sam Darnold, but I wouldn't be upset with Baker Mayfield. I think he might be okay. I think he can handle the pressure of the NFL. And he's a
for
winner.
sure.
And he's a winner. He's a winner. That's what I
But
like about
he's
him.
not like a Johnny Manziel where he's just like
he's got some issues. He's
too
got
many,
some issues.
too many
but
people compare him to Johnny
He's
Manziel.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
but those people-
don't see that comparison. He's
doesn't
not
make
that
sense.
reckless.
Like-
He's not that reckless.
Johnny Manziel didn't give a shit about football. He's like, I'm just partying.
And his
Like,
parents
yeah.
are billionaires.
He's
his
like, I'm
parents are
good.
billionaires.
You're pissed on partying. Fuck, I ain't playing. I don't give a
And his
shit.
parents have money, like a lot of money.
Yeah.
So, but
He's in the CFL now.
But we were going through the list of all the good quarterbacks, and you throw guys like Michael Vick on there because he would have been a Hall of Fame quarterback if he didn't go to jail.
100%.
Would have been a Hall of Fame quarterback.
He was really good.
You throw him on there, and then we started going through.
Come back from jail though. I mean, your butt hurts.
Cam
you can't play
Newton.
as
You
good.
could put on
He
there.
played great on the Eagles, though.
You could put Cam Newton on there. He took them to the Super Bowl,
Right.
won playoff games, has a winning record.
Can
He
you
was
put
like
Alex
injured
Smith
last
on
year,
there?
right?
And we were arguing, and Alex Smith is like the borderline. 'Cause
Right.
His first couple years of the 49ers
were awful.
Were awful.
More than couple.
Yeah, it was a long time.
More than
It was a
cou-
long time.
But I don't blame Alex Smith.
but right
he
now-
had a different offensive coordinator every single year he was
Listen,
there.
But
So
right
did
now,
Every year.
So did Mark Sanchez.
But right now, he's
fumble.
he's a good quarterback. He's deserved the title of a good quarterback. And
Alex Smith?
He's well.
Yes,
Alex Smith,
I
does
agree
Alex
with
Smith
you.
have playoff wins?
Yeah.
Yeah, so Alex Smith. So we got to the
Well, he got
conversation.
injured with the Niners. That's when Kaepernick came in.
We got to the conversation of.
I'm pretty sure he has one playoff win.
Of Matthew
Chiefs?
Stafford.
Yeah.
We got into the conversation of Matthew Stafford, and I said, not a good quarterback.
Really?
Listen.
Okay.
The guy's a talented quarterback. You can't say he doesn't put up stats. He doesn't put up numbers. But he's not a good quarterback. And if I drafted a quarterback first overall as my first overall quarterback in the draft, because how often do you get a first overall pick? The Jets is their first overall pick. The first one since '96.
So they traded up for that pick.
They don't even have a first overall pick. It's a third overall pick. But they,
that's what you're referring to, right? The third overall pick?
Yeah, but the Jets had one first overall pick in '96. They had Keyshawn Johnson. You know what I'm saying? So how often do you get a first round pick?
Testaverde goes down for the first game.
Yeah, so Matt Stafford was a first overall pick. Granted, he puts up numbers, but he has 0 playoff wins in 9 years, dude. 0. And granted, the Lions are the Lions, but at the same time, you're a first overall pick. You're supposed to be a great quarterback, and he's the high before Garoppolo got paid, was the highest paid quarterback in the league.
He was,
and has
his
0
numbers are
playoff
crazy,
but he has 0 playoff wins. Good
this kind of goes along with my Kirk Cousin argument, though. I'll tell you that.
Great quarterbacks make their team better. They make their team better. I will give Matt Stafford's an okay good quarterback, but he has 0 playoff wins, dude. Until he starts winning some playoff games. Like, honestly, if you drafted a quarterback first overall as your first overall quarterback, and 9 years later there are 0 playoff wins for your franchise,
and they got beat by the Jets.
Yeah, and would you be happy
in the playoffs?
Would you be happy? I would be furious. I'd be like, yo, if Sam Darnold doesn't win playoff games for us in the next 9 years, I'm going to be pissed with that pick. I'm going to be like, we traded up to get this pick, and we didn't get anything for it. We got nothing for it.
That's another bullshit thing that's happened with the NFL, though, because these people like Matthew Stafford got paid. Matty Ice deserves to get paid for sure.
Yeah,
but Kirk Cousins just got paid so much money he doesn't deserve.
Glad the Jets did not get it.
I'm happy that the Jets, because I was going to be like, I was sitting there the whole time. I remember talking to you about it. I was like, Keith, the Jets better not. And they wanted him.
We have so much money to spend, and
it would have been such a waste of your money.
They were going to give they were going to give it all. Whatever he got, the Jets were offering.
And guess who would not be on a team right now? Tremaine Johnson would not be our cornerback right now.
No, and Tremaine Johnson's a stud.
He is. Dude.
He's a bona fide one cornerback.
Dude, the moves we made this offseason are retarded.
Listen,
everything has to work out.
Everything has to work out. I like Isaiah Crowell.
Yeah.
I like Isaiah Crowell.
But you know what the thing is, too? Sean Green, man, he's been a monster.
Listen, I don't want to see...
Well, not a monster, but you know what I'm saying.
Unless I see...
the guy that had that huge 95-yard run last year or whatever?
You mean
90-yard run?
Did I say Sean Green?
Yeah, you said Sean Green.
Oh, my God.
You're talking about the guy that had that 90-yard run last year, right?
You mean Bilal Powell?
Yes, sorry. You know I'm getting mixed up because I had 2 sayings from Sean Green. Well, we're
not
just
even Bilal Powell. Isn't there?
No, Bilal Powell is who I'm talking about. But
we have Bilal.
Who was the guy under Bilal Powell last year? There was a younger running back who did some crazy shit.
McIntyre.
Or McGuire.
McGuire.
He had some big plays last year.
Yeah, but Sean Green's back. He just got Sean
Green. The reason I'm bringing him up is because I just mentioned that the Jets beat Phillip Rivers in the playoffs, and Sean Green made that fucking it was like a 30-yard touchdown run.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I remember that.
And I used to always I had a name
against the Bengals.
Sean Green would be like Sean Green.
Bilal Powell.
SHOO, and he spelt his name so weird. And Bilal Powell. Dude, so I'm confused. They are kind of the same runner.
Every fantasy draft, I'd always say that, and there would be a couple Jets fans there. I'd do Ken's Barber League draft. Every time somebody drafted, I'd be Bilal Powell. And nobody, guys, one Jets fan was like, yeah, Bilal Powell.
So Keith, do you want to see Darnold on the field at all this year?
No. Okay. No.
Let him sit, man. You guys got some good quarterbacks.
I'll tell you this. I don't want him. I don't want to unless it's like a Russell Wilson situation where the coaches are like, listen,
he just beat everyone out.
He's just honestly that good, and he beat everybody out. I can't 100% not play him.
And that's not gonna happen. It might, but it's not gonna happen.
I don't think it will. But if that's the case, then all right, cool. But I don't think
because he's not gonna play better than fucking McCown. You know what I'm saying?
I hate that we still have McCown.
No,
do you?
Yeah, well, I like him. I like for a teaching standpoint. Absolutely. Though
teammates,
dude. You guys got into a way better spot with this draft and everything. Like, think about the bullet you dodged with Kirk Cousins, and now you were able to draft Sam Darnold.
I can't believe it.
Okay?
They even said that's the guy.
Because Giants passed on him. Thank God. I'm actually happy. I'm happy with the fucking Barkley.
There's two scenarios where,
dude, you guys are stacked. Like, you can have McCown Teach. You got Teddy Bridgewater, who could definitely be a serious fucking good quarterback, and then Darnold can learn, which never gets to happen.
I know.
Aaron Rodgers got to learn, and look at that motherfucker, dude.
Yeah.
He's obviously
that's how it used to be.
He's the best talent in the fucking NFL at quarterback, in my opinion.
The only way I want to see Sam Darnold is, like you just said, if he just really blows out of the water.
Everybody outplays everybody like by a lot.
Yeah.
In preseason and
also Russell Wilson was competing with fucking Matt Flynn.
Well, yeah, but at the same time, though, Matt Flynn just played really well with the Packers and got a big deal and got paid a lot of money.
A lot of money.
So they wanted to play him. They really did. They wanted to give him a shot because of how much
Wilson, man.
They were like, listen, he's just that much better.
And then the only other way I would want to see him, if we're literally we've lost fucking 10 games,
season's over.
You have to throw him in a little bit, which the Jets never do.
No, well, at the same time, though,
maybe not start
at the same,
but throw him in.
At the same time, though, if the team is that bad and a rookie quarterback, and you throw him in there.
I understand that too.
He starts like, stop playing footsie.
This is cool, bro. I'm like, man, where's this?
Sometimes we get a look at you see all the dildos, Curry. Come on, get with the program, bud.
I'm like, man, this fucking who put this post here? I can lean my foot on.
Perfect. Like, who's playing footsie with me? But at the same time, though, you throw him in the fire. There. I have the same fucking pennant at my house.
This one?
Yeah, that's
this is original though.
I have the original too.
Really?
Yeah.
How cool is that, dude? Yeah. My grandfather went to that game. That's where I got it from.
My neighbor had a bunch of old pennants in his garage when I was a kid, and he let me take a bunch, and I have.
That's sick, dude.
Yeah,
that's really
the
sick.
Same one. I have a couple old ones. I have like a Whalers pennant.
Fucking Hartford Whalers.
Yeah, dude. Like, it's somewhere in my attic at my parents' house. I gotta get it before I gotta move to Vegas.
My girlfriend's a huge Rangers fan, and they used to go to.
I feel bad calling her that a C word, but
it's fine.
Your girlfriend, but
you probably shouldn't.
I'm a Rangers fan. It's terrible.
Say bitch. Bitch is okay. Bitch, they know we're joking. I call my girlfriend a bitch. It's a joke all the time.
Well, I like to call girls cunts, but I don't want to call your girlfriend a cunt.
I appreciate it, Curry. You've grown up.
Yeah, listen.
We haven't.
You're my friend. I don't want to call your girlfriend.
I appreciate it,
but that's terrible that you're dating a Rangers fan.
Yeah, hey man. That's what are you gonna do?
Hey, he's best friends with a Giants and a Yankees fan, and he gets through that.
My girlfriend's a Giants fan. She says, but I think I can convert her.
Good luck, man.
Yeah, do you want to do something like that?
I'd much rather.
Like, my girlfriend's a Mets fan, and she's a Saints fan.
I'd rather go
I don't want to convert her. I don't want to. I want her to like who she likes.
Because when I go to Vegas, I'm going to go to every Jets
Vegas
Raiders
Knights,
game.
baby. Look at that.
Oh, that's crazy.
They're going to lose in 5, by the way.
I hope they win.
That's my pick.
No, I think. You
want to play "No One Cares About Hockey" song again, or
it's a Stanley Cup, man?
What do you guys?
No. I'm stoked.
What are you guys fucking copying from Boomer and Carter?
Dude, and it was so fucking funny, dude. So the last me and Paladino, we're going on hockey for a good 10 minutes, and he literally pulled up the Mike Izzo like, "No one cares about hockey. Rather hear Mike talk about jockeys." And it was so fucking funny, dude. Like, I was like, oh, he did it.
But no, I think they're gonna win. I wouldn't be.
You think the Knights are gonna win?
I wouldn't be surprised if it's.
I hope so, because I think Ovechkin's a jerk off.
I wouldn't be.
I do too, but
I wouldn't be surprised if it's even rigged for them to win.
NFL's rigged.
At this point, because they're gonna lose so much money.
You playing knees with me? You playing footsie with Keith? The knees.
No, I was playing footsie with him.
I like that.
Get that shit right.
Like to get nice and close.
Feel the hair from your knee.
I need some more ice. It's pretty cold in here, right?
Nah, it's nice and
like
cool.
You feel good here?
I feel nice.
I'm gonna walk downstairs. My cats are all dead.
This is one of the
They're
better.
Like shivering.
This is one of the better times I've been in here.
I think the fan's gonna help. It's like
for sure
pulling the air. You know.
We might need
Who
to
else is on that
Brodeur
jersey that you got over there?
Is Brodeur
not Brodeur?
I was gonna say I don't think even Brodeur's
when I got all the when I got all these signatures, so we're having all these people sign, and we saw Brodeur drive by in his SUV, like windows. He didn't even wave. He just went. We're like, we saw Brodeur. Dan stopped to sign it.
This? When I was a little kid, I was probably like 7, 6, 7, 8 years old, little kid.
Right.
I went to one of those Kmart signings to see Martin Brodeur.
Oh, really?
Yeah, when I was a kid, and the lines were ridiculous as a kid. I remember waiting in lines for hours,
course, dude.
when I was a kid. But for some reason, I brought Martin Brodeur's draft card. Like, he's still wearing his shirt and tie.
That's awesome.
With his first jersey, like just after he got drafted, with a blue backdrop.
Devils drafted him?
Yeah, Devils drafted him. I have it autographed by him.
That's sick, dude. That's probably worth a lot of money.
Perfect condition. Probably not yet. Even though a Jeter card just sold for $99,000. A Jeter rookie card.
Well, that makes a lot of sense.
I don't know how rare it is, but I have a lot of Jeter rookie cards. Like, I have a fuck ton of them. I have a lot. Like, I might.
You better start sucking some dick.
I have
getting those things signed. 90,000, dude.
How about this? I have. No, it was not signed. It was just not signed. It was just regular Derek Jeter card. But I have Derek Jeter and Mariano Rivera's Tampa Bay Yankee cards. Like, I have, like...
How good condition are they?
Perfect.
That's awesome. You better
I have so
do some
many
research, my man. You could buy a bigger bong.
You know what sucks? When I was born in 87, my uncle, who's actually my godfather, I think he would buy, like, when we that was the thing, like, we would buy
I need some more ice, boys.
the full Topps card set for that
You need
year.
anything, bro?
For the
Nah, I'm
newborn,
good, thank you.
Good?
for the
Fudge?
newborns. I mean, if you don't mind filling my water, that would actually be dope. If you
That's
pull
the
it off.
gayest thing you ever... Cut that out of the podcast.
I'm a bunch of shots
Yeah,
out.
cut out him drinking water. He didn't drink water.
Might as well go and suck his dick
so when
while
I was-
you're at it.
Playing knees again with me.
I love your knees. I'm a knee
They
guy.
say hi to your knee. So yeah, when I was born in 87, and my uncle, like I said, it was like a thing. I think like my uncles or like my dad would buy the newborns, or they would buy the newborns, like a full, like the full card set of like the Topps card set of the whole MLB. So I don't know where it went. I don't know if I still have it. One of my brothers might have it, but I'm pretty sure Ken Griffey Jr. 87 was his rookie year. If I could find this Topps card set that's been the box
Somewhere
the
around there,
entire
yeah.
time, I'm almost positive it's 87 because that's my dad has always said it throughout my 20s. Like, do you still have that?
You Googleize it.
Yeah, I'm almost positive. But I gotta find that Topps card set, man, from 87 when I was born because Ken Griffey Jr.'s rookie card's fucking sitting in it. I could
Really?
probably fucking almost positive. Almost
I gotta
positive it's 87, but that's like the only thing I got sports really wise. It's cool.
I'm gonna look it up. Ken Griffey's rookie
Go
year.
for it. Google it, because our Googler guy isn't here. He's partying for Memorial Weekend with a bunch of friends.
It was. Yeah, I know. I can't believe you guys scheduled me on Memorial Day weekend. I was like, good thing I didn't have anything planned. So I had no fucking clue.
Yeah, well, it's a Saturday, though. Sunday and Monday are the days, right?
Yeah, some people go away for the weekend.
Yeah, I hear you. Well, I mean, you came on. It's appreciated.
Absolutely. I'm glad you guys had me on. I appreciate you inviting me.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's definitely been good so far. Lots of sports talk. So anything, because we definitely have some nerdy people that listen to, because we go into video games and movies a lot too as well.
And I'm playing a lot of video games, but nothing special.
Dude, let's pop it on, bro. What do you got? What are you playing?
I'm trash, but I've been playing some Fortnite, obviously. And I play a lot of MLB The Show. A lot of MLB The Show.
See, if I would play any MLB games, it would definitely be the show.
It's amazing.
Because it's
so
just kind of,
good.
it
I play the
just
Diamond
seems,
Dynasty, and you have to collect baseball cards and build a team. It's sick. It's
Yeah,
a
it
lot
sounds
of,
like
you do a
it'd
lot
be
of
cool.
challenges. Like it's a lot of fun. It really is. Where's his rookie?
Is
year?
Fortnite a pain in the ass? I don't play a lot of MMOs or any online games anymore because I can't. I'm not going to like have some 13-year-old kid be like, fuck you, you suck, you not
No, you
good.
don't. You don't even hear him. You don't even hear him. I think Fortnite's a lot of fun. I think Fortnite's a phenomenal game, and I love what they're doing with it. I think the developers are really adding a lot of great content for it and doing a really good job keeping it fresh. But it's a lot of fun. It's very strategical. Like the building.
Yeah,
Some
yeah.
people don't like the building, but the building makes it
It's probably one of the best parts about it. I'm
a
sure.
lot more of
Some
a
people are
chess
such
match.
cunts, dude.
It's like a chess match. Like I have boys that are really, really good. Like I have a video of my one boy that I play with. He was playing a 50 versus 50, and he clutched a 1v20 and killed 20 people by himself. It's on YouTube. It's wild.
That's dope.
But
Is that shit going professional yet? Because I know Overwatch was fucking
bro,
huge
there's
for
a
a
dude.
minute.
There's a dude Ninja. He makes like $100,000 a month. Something like that. Yeah, dude. He makes.
What kind of beautiful life do we live that people can make serious money playing video games? That's fucking wonderful,
He
man.
played with Drake on Twitch, and all these other people, and it was like the biggest.
Yeah, but he likes the Toronto Raptors, so he's a loser.
It was the most viewed video game stream of all time.
Really?
Yeah, dude, he's crushing it, making so much money.
doors for
I think he looks like an ostrich.
Thanks,
to be
bud.
honest, he looks like a big ostrich. And
Well,
he's
What are we talking about, boys?
I honestly, I do
said
like
he had a
Drake's
bunch of-
music though.
no, I was talking about the dude Ninja, but Drake.
Oh,
no,
word?
I don't.
A Fortnite player?
Yeah, because he said he got some nerds and he asked what video games I'm playing. I was like, I play some Fortnite, which I'm
I
trash
gotta
at.
switch it up for the nerds. We're
Oh, for
talking
sure,
sports
dude.
for a straight hour. So
And I play a lot of MLB The Show, but he was asking about Fortnite, and he asked if people actually making money from it. I was like, yo, dude, this
That guy made a shitload of money, right?
$100,000 a month he makes. He looks like an ostrich though. He looks, and he's so annoying.
You know what I'd say you right now? I don't give a fuck, motherfucker.
$100,000.
You can give me $100 million, I'll look like an ostrich all day.
Dude, he's really good too at the game. But
obviously, yeah.
But I can't. It's so goddamn annoying. But people make good money. They make good money doing that shit.
Those Twitch guys, like, dude,
Yeah,
people just donating him money. It's like, what?
I
Like,
watched it. It's like, yeah, it's crazy. They just like get $5, $20. I'm like,
dude, it's
yo,
insane.
people do it on YouTube all the time too. Like that's why I was gonna start a YouTube review channel on like pot products. Like I have a bunch of
Why not?
really good grinders and good bongs, and that's not my only one. I have other products.
Is there already a reviewer guy on there?
There are, but not many good ones. Because like when I bought this,
Go big, dude. We'll shout you on the podcast, man.
I was gonna say, I told him, I was like, you better have us on, bro.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm way ready for that podcast. I'm gonna sit there like,
You guys can get me really high and watch me just chug grand stressing and like huddle in the
dude,
corner like
having us on
Are we on
is
TV?
like
We could
we
definitely
can't
do
like
something like that.
specifically talk about anything legitimate. Like we're just gonna be douchebags for 2 hours.
What's great is you guys already have it set up, so we could do. Because when I go to Vegas, we could do like you
Like a
guys
Skype session or something.
Yeah, we could still set it up.
Yeah, we could do like a cross promotion.
Yeah,
Fucking
absolutely.
release
Absolutely.
your episode with ours and vice versa or whatever.
Absolutely. Yeah, because
it'd probably be like a bonus episode.
I got
for
a couple
us.
of things that I want to do out in Vegas. I originally, before I decided to move out to Vegas, I was pushing heavy to open up a dispensary in New Jersey. And that's
Why'd you
I'm
push for
never gonna
Vegas?
happen.
What happened
Well,
with Vegas? Opportunity or?
I have an opportunity, but not only that, New Jersey, the taxes are fucking brutal.
Well, I understand why you're leaving New Jersey. Like I get every reason that we
it's
all
only
know
worse.
Jersey
This guy wants
sucks.
to make the electricity higher. He wants to make the gas higher.
But
Everything is higher.
Yeah, everything.
But I won't legalize weed, even though that's why.
Everybody voted.
Wanna do
everybody
it.
voted for me.
Fucking
Well, but why'd you pick Vegas from like?
So Vegas for a couple reasons. One, I have an opportunity out there. I have my one buddy. He works for Amazon.
he works for Amazon. How much money does that motherfucker make?
He does really well for himself. So I don't want to talk too much about him and put him on blast. But he does really well for himself. Works. He's an executive in that area. But he's out there, and he's one of my really, really close friends' cousins.
Right.
And I know his cousin. We've hung out a bunch of times. So I'm gonna go out there, and we might start a business together, the three of us.
That'd be sick.
That's a plan. But I have also a couple other ideas. I'd like to eventually make my way into the marijuana industry. That's really my passion. That's something that I really love, and I'm really adamant about.
Yeah. It's so dumb. I hate when
It's so
people.
dumb.
You smoke weed? Ooh. Bitch, I'm not doing heroin. Get
You
the
smoke-
fuck away
you-
from
you
me.
smoke cigarettes and drink alcohol every day. I'm probably in better shape
Way
than you
worse,
are.
dude.
It's way worse.
Don't
Destroys
worry,
your body.
I can't
love
wait. I
fucking
can't wait
drinking.
until weed is
I
fucking
love
legal in
drinking
Jersey.
too, but I only do it like on a special occasion because I can't do it the next day. I cannot function.
You're saying we're special, then 'cause you do a shot.
Yeah, I don't.
Fucking
I
right.
don't. I'll have a beer occasionally. Especially sports games. I'll have some beers
Yeah.
during the game. But I don't drink often because I just can't. The next day I feel like shit, man. I just
Yeah,
It is.
It's
The older we
definitely not
get, the
good for you.
harder it
I
is.
hate
dude.
it. I hate it. I like to, and it's funny because this is the least productive I've ever been in my entire life because of this injury, and I don't do a lot because I would have a job in New Jersey, but because I'm moving,
Right, dude?
You screw this thing on, or I just
I don't
a
remember.
little bit of a water fountain all over me, but all right.
but because I'm moving, I decided not to get a job and just use my savings, and I'm probably gonna get a loan from a friend for a little bit just to get me out there because I don't have a job right now, so I have a good amount saved.
Yeah.
but just in case, I'll probably take a little bit.
Well, it doesn't hurt to
but
have, like, you don't want to be like, oh, I have this much saved, because I don't.
Oh, yeah.
you
Well,
don't realize how quick that money goes.
It's gone.
when you're not getting. You don't have an income.
I already calculated it. The money's gone, and I'll have a little bit left over.
Right.
But just in case, I'd like to have an emergency. The worst case scenario, I just give it right back as soon as I get there, and I know I'm good. But I just rather have a safe, fail safe, because I thought originally I thought I was moving in June. That's what happened. So I wasn't going to get a job when we decided to move, and because we thought we were leaving in June, we thought our lease in our apartment was up in June.
Right.
And then,
Where's your apartment? Where are you living?
I live in Lincoln Park.
Holy, that's fucking far away, dude.
Dude,
He came all the way over here?
Bro, all the way.
Just for a shitty podcast?
How's your parents and your sister doing?
Oh, they're doing good. My sister lives with her boyfriend, and they're down south. He's writing a book, getting it edited right now, and
Oh, word?
yeah, and
That's what's up.
My parents are doing well. My dad is funny. He's talking about 10 years down the future, but he's thinking about moving too. Yeah, New
Well,
Jersey.
a lot of fun times in that house, brother.
That basement, dude?
Monday Night Footballs.
You were there too, right? You were there too?
He came a couple of times for sure.
Fuck,
with the
more than
fucking-
a couple, dude.
With the beer bong and how we went through like 3:30s between the three of us.
Dude, I'll never forget. We watched Ravens Patriots Monday night.
It was every Monday night at my house.
Yeah, we would watch for like a solid. I don't know how long it
solid
was.
season or two.
Yeah, and we would always get pissed at Boomer because if he wouldn't do a whoop,
Yeah,
be like, why didn't you do the whoop?
that was the.
You remember
best, yeah.
fucking?
I do
Not
remember
Boomer
Boomer.
sizing, but fucking. What are you doing, man?
You don't realize how close this is to falling off.
It looked a little loose.
Yeah, you don't realize I don't know.
Did you ever see the video of Don LaGreca? Did you ever see the video of Don LaGreca and his mic fell and he loses his shit on the radio? Like, I hate Michael K. Don't get me wrong. I like Don LaGreca. I hate Michael.
That's what I try to tell him. I try to tell him. I'm like, Don LaGreca is the
I
man.
like Don LaGreca. I
last
hate Michael
podcast,
K.
I talked about that.
I hate Michael K. I like Don LaGreca and Peter Rosenberg.
And you're a Yankee fan.
Yeah, and I'm a Yankee
Thank
fan.
God, fucking Michael K is the worst.
I hate Michael K. I can't stand
I
him.
can't wait to watch
They
Center
rip-
he's a
Stage with
pompous
Michael
asshole.
K.
They
pompous
rip on
asshole.
him the whole time. It's awesome.
I hate, but Don LaGreca is the man.
When he threw the Diet Coke in the
I like, if
garbage
I listen
can.
to sports radio, I like listening to Mike Francesa. I don't really take his sports talk too serious. Sometimes he has some good
Mike
points.
Francesca's a fucking douchebag.
But
dude.
he's
I
so
love Mike Francesa.
funny the way he interacts with callers. I think it's
it's the
hysterical. It's the best. It's the best. I don't care if he comes off as a dick. I think it's hilarious.
Doing every other time when you get like a prank call. Oh, it's so
the old
good.
ones back in the day when it was Mike and the Mad Dog were the best.
Well, do you remember Artie Lang had a sports show for a while?
Yeah, yeah.
And then he encouraged all his fans to just prank call.
Francesa.
I'll never forget the one there. Like, it was for like 2 months straight. I was dating this broad who lived like an hour away, so I went up driving. I'm like, oh, this is Mike Francesa, right? The Pope. And then, like every other day, you get a fucking thing, and I'll never forget that this guy's like, hey, listen, I think it was still it was after Mark Sanchez. He's like, dude, I have the best quarterback for the Jets. And Francesa's like, okay, could you tell me who you think it would be? He's like, you'll never guess it, man. He's a free agent. He'll come cheap. He's got a great arm. And Mike's like, just feeding into it. He's like, okay, you're telling me that there's a free agent, okay, that's going to come in here and take over the Jets? Who is this? He's like, you never guess who it is. And he's like, who is it? Artie Lang. And this was... And now they were doing this for months, just dropping Artie Lang, and he would hang up. And finally Mike's like, he had to ask questions. He's like, what is it? He's like, okay, what is it? Okay. What do you wait on? You wait online 2 hours to get this phone call, okay? Why is Artie Lang giving you for you to call me? He's like, oh, he's giving us Blumpkins, Mike.
You said that, really?
Yeah, you said it on live air.
You guys ever hear the Blumpkin song?
No.
Growing up, there was a band called Pedestrian Down back in the day, like in high school. They made a song
It's a great band name.
called. I didn't even know them. Someone showed, like, they're from Don Bosco apparently.
Right.
And someone showed me this song, and it was the funniest song ever. It was the Blumpkin song. Blumpkins make the world go round, so why don't you make my poo go down?
Oh God.
I feel so constipated while I sit here patiently waiting. I farted all over you. It was a great jam, dude.
It's
It was a great jam. Really enjoyed it.
Oh man. Were you ever?
Sorry, I'm being a cunt. I got my fucking phone's like blowing up. I'm doing my best to come.
So is mine.
back
My
in and
girlfriend's
out.
blowing me up, and she's like, "Answer your phone." I'm like, "I'm on air."
Your girlfriend pregnant, bro? All
No.
right, then you don't have an excuse.
Yeah, no. I heard. But still.
I wanted to give like a good like morning after pill to go into it and to make fun of me. I mean, if you
We're
wanna,
not gonna
if
go
you guys,
into
if
it.
you guys want to drill, me for a
No, we
little
won't
bit,
go into it. No, we'll
I know
save
you
it.
hate babies, so that's
I
what
fucking hate babies.
Yeah, dude, I'm like on the fence on kids myself, dude.
You know what I
I'm on
like?
the fence.
Yo, you better tell the girl. You better tell the broad. I don't hold babies.
That's definitely like-
no diapers.
I literally texted her. I was
To
like,
my dad. What? Well, what did you just say? I told him today. Oh, all right. Congratulations. All right.
dude, I literally
That's
like.
what he said.
That's
really?
literally all. That's it.
the fuck.
I'm talking to my mom for like 5 minutes or so because, like I told you, we only found it a week ago. So I just called my parents, tell her today, and told my parents, and I was like, "Oh yeah, mom, like you near your dad, put it on speaker," and I tell him, and then my dad's like, "What?" Because they left me a voicemail today. They called me earlier today, so you hear the voicemail, and my dad is like,
Fucking little.
"What? Where? You owe me money, motherfucker!" And like it clips off. Like the voicemail, all you hear is just my dad yelling and talking about owing money, and then it clips off.
That's hilarious.
But,
Ain't never getting that shit back now.
you had a mouth to feed.
Few minutes went by, and I'm like, "Ma, is that okay? He's like having a stroke," and she's like, "No, he wants more babies. He's just fine." I'm like, "So where is he? Why is I don't hear him anymore?"
Here's what I think on babies. Besides the fact that I hate them,
they're probably the worst.
I love sleep, and I love money.
Bro. You said the magic words.
And what are the two things you lose when you have a damn kid?
Sleep and money. Oh,
I've been broke since
more
the
money
age
than
of
sleep,
fucking-
but in the beginning, a lot of sleep.
Oh, I couldn't do it. I'd be like, "Fuck it, put it in sub pump, babe. I'm done with this thing."
I need enough money to hire someone to take care of the baby so I can still sleep
or
and not have to worry about.
or I
money,
have
'cause-
to have enough money to where I'm retired.
No,
And I could, I guess, wake up and take care of the baby, and I'd probably not shove it in the sub pump.
I need to have enough money to have I need to have enough money to have a live-in nanny, a live-in nanny because I need my sleep. Listen,
That's the only thing I'm worried about is fucking daycare, man. Like I don't.
Oh, you're
like,
fucked, man.
Just having
You're
some
fucked.
random
well,
strangers watching my
I hope
kid.
your girl's job has maternity leave.
Well, I mean, we gotta
Better
figure
hope
all
yours
that
has,
fucking
too.
crazy shit. Well, I don't.
A lot of jobs don't have paternity
I'm
leave.
almost positive Jeff was just telling me yesterday that paternity leave. It's two different. Maternity is for the woman. Paternity is for the male.
Yes.
Right.
Paternity apparently is guaranteed by the state. 6 weeks. Your job can't fire you because of it. It's legal.
Correct.
So, I mean, 6 weeks will be enough for me to learn how to not be able to sleep for the next 2 years of my life. So I'll be okay.
But are they gonna
Barely,
pay you
but
during those 6
you're already.
weeks?
Am I what?
Are
Maybe
they gonna
shoving
pay
your
you during those
baby
6 weeks?
fingers in my
Are you-
face, man.
I don't. There's no baby yet, man.
thank
Say it
God.
again. I can't
His
just cunt over you. Keep
Baby
speaking.
making fingers.
You warm it up
That's
before
where
you
it
make
started. That's where it started. That's where the baby started with the baby making fingers.
Fucking damn fingers took over.
Goddamn fingers.
What do they smell like, boys?
I'm good.
Fucking
I'll pass.
baby, man.
I'm just kidding. I haven't done any fingering today. So what were you gonna say? I haven't heard you at all.
Probably
what
shouldn't finger babies, man. It's not cool.
No, it's not
Apparently, so apparently, sex is safe and very good to do during pregnancy. I've been reading pamphlets, bro.
You better fucking relax your boner for fucking
job
couple months, dude. You got
everybody calm
you
down.
have like 30
Everybody
kids
calm
coming
down.
out.
Here's the deal. You can't make a girl more pregnant, by the way, Keith. You asshole. So there's that. Second, I was definitely just as worried as like, dude, am I gonna like poke that fucker in the head? Am I gonna come all over it by accident?
You're Irish, dude. You're not poking that thing in there
Yeah, I'm
anywhere.
getting nowhere near it. Probably. You're
I
right.
think you're like a foot away.
That being said, I'm like, what's the deal with it? But I've been reading up some shit.
Surprised you
and
didn't get deep enough to get her pregnant.
I am Irish. Irish. So
I think I'm
So, what are
Italian
you gonna do?
to balance it off?
Dude, you need I apologize. I forgot to bring up. Do you need a vape pen, bro? Let me bring my pen up.
oh yeah, where's the oil at?
Yeah, I got oil. You want? I'll bring it up right now.
Or does he already have? He's got something.
Oh, you got all right. I was gonna say, I'll take care of you.
You couldn't hear that, but that was.
I'm not forcing you to smoke. I was just wondering. I feel like I'm a bad guest.
I'd like to hit the bong again soon, but that's
Go hit it, bro.
No, we'll go. I can last a little longer.
Whenever you want, dude, just fucking go downstairs, pop the bong. Hopefully, when Kristen first gets home, you come out of the closet
I
with
hit
this
the bong.
giant bong.
I can do it all night long.
Hi, sorry you never met me. I'm Curry. I'm going to a
To
podcast.
be honest, that's the healthiest way you could possibly smoke with that thing. Especially
So
especially when I took that thing and put that thing in the freezer, that little milk thing in the middle.
right?
So what I got?
Should I Snapchat
That didn't
this?
expand when you put it in the freezer. It didn't break it.
It's got glycerin, nitro. Yeah, it's got glycerin in there.
All right,
The
so
glycerin coil.
clearly you sound like you know what
So-
you mean, but so tell me because I don't.
So
I always know that liquid freezes and expands.
This bong and giving mad people free plugs all over the world for your people that I see. Listen,
We're all over the world.
all over the
Mainly,
world.
it's people with IP address
So-
changes, but it could be real people.
Yo, we
in
got
other countries.
Malaysia and Kenya, bro.
They know
Kenya,
internet. They know.
listen to our podcast.
They know internet over there.
So I guess I'll give some free plugs. So
Can you
I got
listen?
it from it's a Grav Labs piece. They make a brand called Stacks Bongs, and what the concept is you can literally pick and choose the pieces of your bong that you
Right,
want
and they
on
all
it.
connect.
And they all connect, and you can add on to it as much as you want. So like I could build that thing like tall as fuck. Like they have videos of building one like
Clearly, it's already
that's, like,
half as
30
tall
feet,
as me.
30 feet in the air.
So how do you rip a bong that tall though? Like
what I got on that's easy. But
You do it and then you die.
what I got on there is
the smoke finally hit you? Oh no,
I got a beaker base with a
Oh, Beaker? We're a big fan of Beaker. See him laying down in the bar right there?
Oh, there we go.
He's
My
high
man.
as fuck.
We should.
then
It
we-
should just be Beaker ripping the bong for his picture for the episode.
We'll set that shit up.
We have like his mouth in the thing and a lighter next to it, next to the carb.
And then we got the glycerin coil, so you can put that glycerin coil and put it in the freezer, so it doesn't expand the glass.
Explain that to me. Explain why it doesn't.
Yeah.
fucking-
So it's glycerin, so it's like a special
like
material.
that Bush song.
I guess. Yeah, I hate Bush so much I don't know that.
Yeah, you gotta shave it, man. It's bullshit. You don't want the hair. anymore.
I love a good 90s grunge.
Yeah.
I love the 90s grunge.
But,
Yeah, it's some of the best.
But
shit
the
ever.
glycerin,
Never call Bush 90s grunge ever again.
Yeah, that's true. But still, it's like calling Nickelback 90s grunge.
Oh no,
But,
we don't want to.
But they're
do that.
Yeah, but the glycerin, it keeps the glass from expanding and contracting, so you could keep it in
No
the
matter
freezer.
what temp it is.
Yeah, so you could freeze it.
You probably don't even notice the smoke going into your lungs, dude.
If it's frozen,
How
you don't even
cold
feel it.
it
You
is,
don't even
dude?
feel it. It's like putting ice cubes. Yeah, it's like the ice cubes that you put in the
And
bottom.
So you don't put
explain-
water in there?
So the water's in the bottom.
In the very
beaker.
bottom.
The water's in the bottom, and also in the ash catcher. So the ash catcher I have an upline ash
Like Ash
catcher.
Ketchum, like Pokemon.
Kind of. But the ash catcher, collects all the ash that falls down, and those walls prevent all the extra dirt from
How about
going into the other chamber.
how about that filter you got right on the stem? What's
that's
up
what I
with
was
that?
going to get to. The thing on the top, that's a carbon filter. So carbon filters, they have active carbon in all your water filter, your Brita filters, your water filters, in the fridge. Your air filters have active
Bitch.
carbon. So that takes out all the tar and all the shit that's in the smoke.
Carcinogens, I think
Yeah,
they're called,
well, there's
right?
not really many carcinogens. There is some, but the only bad thing about smoking pot is inhaling hot smoke into your lungs. Like,
Yeah.
Right.
that's not good. So like the
Makes
best
you
way,
cough a lot.
the best way to
I don't know because I don't
to
smoke
take
weed,
advantage of smoking with health wise would be a vaporizer. Excuse me.
but Get the volcano, bro.
Yeah, I have a herbalizer. I have a volcano.
The fuck is a volcano?
Plus, you save the weed and you make edibles with it after.
You
I have
can.
a buddy who does that.
You
It's good
definitely
shit.
can. You definitely can.
Not that
but
I
I'll tell you,
know.
it's a different high. It's a different high. It's a
Oh
different
yeah,
feeling.
because it goes through your liver. It's different.
It's a different feeling. No, that's the edibles that go through your liver.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Are you talking about? I'm sorry, you're
the
talking about
vapor-
vaping.
vaping,
I
yeah,
thought you were
the
talking about
vaping.
the edibles.
Yeah, no, the edibles goes through your liver.
But the vaping decarbs the weed, and you can make fucking butter.
Oh,
and
you
make
can
edibles,
absolutely,
dog.
you can absolutely make edibles. Absolutely with the vape.
Not
weed.
that I know about any
But
of that.
the vape weed is a different
Yeah,
high.
of
The
course
edibles is a different high because it releases a different chemical that gets broken down in your liver that gives you a different high. So it's a totally that's why when people like want to get high and they're like they want to do edibles, I'm like, if you do an edible before you like actually smoke, it might ruin your opinion of marijuana because
For sure.
these edibles.
Yeah.
I'm never doing anything besides drinking ever again. Jack, we took edibles on our vacation like a couple of years ago when we went down the shore, and he freaked the fuck. I mean, but we ate like
also
good shit
did
from
on
California.
Bro,
Firework.
I get these things called punch
Yeah, it was
bars.
firework night.
I get these things called punch bars, and they're 225 milligrams of pot, and they're
Don't even sit here on this podcast and tell me you take 225 milligrams at a time.
I've done it before a couple times. But let me tell you. So, One
Joey
time,
D is called fucking breakfast.
So no,
You're not even moving.
well, one time I had a hard time with it. It really knocked me out. But the other times I was fine. If I
Dude,
came,
down the shore,
if I
it was
came
like
here-
35 milligrams, and I was losing my mind. I was telling everybody to leave.
Put it this way: if I was able to get the edible that I was gonna get for the show, it would have been one of those, and I would have probably eaten the whole thing. I would have probably eaten half on the, on the way up.
I wish you
here.
got it then.
I would have probably eaten half on the way up here
it.
and half while I was sitting down in the chair. Yeah, that's probably what would have happened.
And you would have been 100% dead on the podcast.
No, not necessarily.
I think some people just process it differently because some people can't.
So, one time, this edible knocked me on my ass, like knocked me. It was bad. Like I looked like I was a dope head, like a heroin user, because like I couldn't talk. I was just slumped. Like we went to my boy.
You went out?
My boy.
Why would you go out after
Dude,
that?
15 milligrams? I'm not unlocking my front door, dude.
Dude, I used to eat edibles and go to work. I used to eat
public.
edibles and go to work. Like I've done a lot of shit. There's only 2 times.
Some people are good with
There's
it,
only
you know?
2 times in my life.
Clearly.
There's only 2 times in my life where an edible I really had a bad. It wasn't really a bad experience. It was just I couldn't.
Taking a piss, boys.
I couldn't do anything. I was just stuck. I was so fucked. I was stuck. And the one time I ate the punch bar, my buddy's like a semi-pro paintball player, so we went down to this professional paintball tournament down in AC that they have.
Or so you weren't playing? You just
No, I was going to watch, and my boy was driving, so I ate the whole punch bar.
Oh Jesus, dude!
And I've eaten them before, a whole one before, and I was fine. So I was like, all right, cool. But it was a really hot
But
day.
like you're in.
It was
You're
really
in
hot
public,
day. I didn't really eat anything, and I ate the whole thing. And I'm sitting there, and all of a sudden, this thing hits me like a fucking brick wall, and I'm like, whoa! And I'm just like sitting there like this, like slumped over. I can't like function.
Everyone's staring at you.
I couldn't put together thoughts. I couldn't speak. I was like dumb. It was bad. And when he left, it was at nighttime, and my boy was like, yo. Like, I don't see my friend when he's on the way home. I don't see him that often. You mind if we stop? I'm like, yeah, I don't give a shit. And, like, any slur, I was like, yeah, sure. You know? And we go there, and I'm literally sitting there the whole entire time.
Fudge is back.
My leaning on my girlfriend like this. Like, just slumped. And I was so fucked up. It was bad. It was really, really bad. But no, I've eaten edibles and go, like...
And what'd you take when you were that bad?
The 225 milligrams, but I've eaten a bunch of times the 225 when I was.
You're
fine.
being honest. You're sitting here right now telling me you've taken 225 milligrams before.
Yeah, 100%. I've eaten over 500 milligrams.
It's just got.
Yeah, dude.
I mean, in all honesty,
are you like you're not fucking with us? Like
you're saying that, but think about me. Like, if I said normal people like, "Hey, I drank a bottle of vodka last night," they'd be like,
the 500.
Are you kidding me?
I slept.
A bottle of vodka. I'd be like, yeah, no big deal.
Yeah, but do you realize like what
slept.
he's saying though?
I slept. That put me to sleep.
You know what? I think it's just people's livers process it differently because like 15 milligrams could send me into a loop where I'm not leaving my home.
It depends on your body weight. Your body weight affects it.
Yeah, but I'm like 100 pounds heavier than you, and I'm telling you right now that
But if
anything, lighter weight it would be worse.
But it depends on how much you smoke and how much edibles. Like I eat a lot of edibles.
Legal edibles.
Yeah, I'm allowed to eat them. I don't get them from the store, unfortunately.
Do they sell them here in Jersey?
Yeah, I was gonna say,
not edibles. No, that's the only thing they don't sell, and
That's
it's
dumb.
unfortunate because some people can't physically smoke because it's the medical program in New Jersey. I'm glad they're doing some.
It's gotten better, but still dumb,
it's still
right?
Fucked, dude. Like put it this way. Let me tell you the whole process. It's fucking stupid. So you have to legitimately have one of the ailments on the list, and before they did the revisions, there was only 2 ailments that were non-terminal.
Right.
The 2 ailments were Crohn's and IBS, and
well, now they got anxiety on there. They got a lot of shit.
They added a lot of stuff, but before it was just
Crohn's
need
and
to
IBS,
go to the
fucking doctor.
Yeah, I looked into it. I'm not trying to go to a doctor.
And then muscular dystrophy was the other one. And that
it's
sucks.
easy enough to get illegally. So it's like,
I got diagnosed with IBS. I got diagnosed with IBS a couple years ago because I have really bad stomach issues. And it has a lot to do with my diet, but I have a bad stomach. And
by the way,
you did come here and eat Wendy's. Like, what are you supposed to be eating?
Yeah,
we gotta stop people from breaking Wendy's here.
But
we're anti-Wendy's.
Yeah, I mean, I ate Wendy's.
I was gonna call you
I ate
guys.
chicken
I was gonna
sandwich.
call you see if you guys
Chicken
wanted
sandwich.
any, but I needed the GPS, and I was like, shit. But
Everybody comes here with Wendy's though.
'Cause it's right there.
We're anti-Wendy's, but we'll get into that later. Keep going.
But yeah, so I didn't want to get in trouble for pot. I think it's so stupid. Like I've already been in trouble in my life for it. It's so dumb.
It's ridiculous. Is fucking what it is.
And that's the only thing that I have that would be breaking the law. And I didn't want to get in trouble for it anymore. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get the medical card. So I looked into what you have to do. So I got the email, the website. It's njgreen.com. And I go to this guy, Dr. Anthony Anzalone. Awesome doctor. Really cool guy. And you go there and you go in front of a panel. You have to bring all of your paperwork from your actual doctor. So I had to go to my gastrologist and get my paperwork saying that I have IBS. I also put
need weed.
I also put my my MRI for my neck in there, but I really got it for the IBS.
My neck, my back,
and
my neck and my back.
And they they go through it all. They send it to the state, and the doctor goes over it with you real quick. He's like, "All right, that's good. You should be fine." And then answers any questions that you might have. Then you got to pay them on the spot. It's like $350 or $325 on the spot cash.
So worth it.
And then after that, you have to wait. Within 30 days, you get an email from the state. So you get an email saying that you qualify. If you don't qualify, they'll say, "Do you have any other paperwork that you can send?" But I qualified, so they send you the email, and then on that email there's a link to go to a website where you got to click, and you got to pay another $250.
God damn!
How long ago was this though?
This was
California, Colorado, you were paying like
maybe a year and a half.
Dude,
almost a year. June is when I got it.
California, you'd be like, "Yo, my back hurts. $100. Thanks, weed card."
So it gets worse.
Jersey is the scummiest fucking state in this goddamn country, dude.
It gets worse. It gets worse. Listen to this. So
it's easier for you to buy a gun.
I pay.
Yeah,
that's not true in New Jersey. Absolutely not. It's tough in New Jersey. It's tough. New Jersey is one of the toughest states. But and you have to do a 30-day wait too in New Jersey.
Who cares about waiting?
But
I understand all about that. Yeah.
So I paid the money, and then within 7 business days, your card comes in the mail, and I gotta actually go online and tell them I lost it and get a new one. But it comes in the mail, and then you can go to the dispensary. So I go to the dispensary for the first time. You have to have a consultation. You sit down with somebody, and they talk to you, because a lot of people who go in there, they have no clue about pot. And the unfortunate thing is, like 75% of these people that are on this program are like terminally ill and have serious disabilities.
Cancer a lot,
and are
right?
collecting,
Cancer's a big one.
They're actually collecting disabilities. So they're not making a lot of money. Like, they don't have a lot of money. So they're not only are they charging from the card, and then every 90 days you have to have a review with the doctor.
That's fucking
and it's
terrible,
$120 for the review every 90 days.
That's fucking terrible.
And to go to the dispensary,
let insurance go, dude, you're dying from cancer. Why the fuck? Leave that person alone. Just let him smoke weed.
Yeah, they're smoking. So now on top of all those fees, you go to the dispensary. Like, a lot of the dispensaries aren't that good. Like the Montclair one's not that good. The one in Britain
has it gotten better since Murphy popped in? More open.
I don't know about getting the program. I don't getting in the program because I've had it for a while, but I know they expanded it. I don't know how it's changed.
Gotcha.
But
what dispensary do you go to?
I go to the one in Woodbridge. It's Garden State.
How far away is Woodbridge from?
It's an hour. It was right across the street from my office, so it was. It's nice, but I don't work there anymore. So, but Woodbridge, they have some quality product. I can't say that they have bad products. They actually have some really, really quality product. But for an ounce, costs $537 for an ounce. Which street values anywhere from
$300 to $350,
$200 to $250.
Not that fudge would know.
For top shelf.
Oh no, I wouldn't know. But that's fucking
for
dude.
top
That's
shelf.
dude. That
for top shelf.
No, it's not, dude. Come on. Who the fuck do you? I mean, I don't know, but who would you be getting an ounce for $200, $250 of decent weed? Get the fuck out of here, Curry. Not that I would know. Who are you getting weed from? $200, $250.
You saw this, right?
That's prescribed.
That's definitely prescribed.
No. Yeah. But it's just so fucking expensive, dude. $537 for an ounce of weed. An ounce of weed lasts me a week. A week, dude.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Not that I smoke, but I've heard that like an ounce.
Bro,
month and a half.
Everything that I do.
I'm sorry.
Listen,
an eighth. I'm sorry, an eighth.
Listen, everything that I do.
Not that I know.
I smoke before everything that I do. Everything. It makes it's funny. I watched. I'm sure you might have even seen it. Super High Me with Doug Benson.
Yeah, fuck yeah, I love
Awesome.
Doug Benson.
Doug Benson's awesome. He's the man. And it was a great documentary. It really.
His stand-up's pretty decent too.
It's okay. It's
good.
Not,
it's a lot of crowd play. It's a lot of crowd play.
It's good, but it's not spectacular.
I just watched it the other night actually on Netflix. It was fucking great.
But he goes.
He's got a podcast too, right? Where he gets people
has
high?
a podcast. Yeah, his podcast.
It's good.
His answer to why do you smoke pot was perfect. It was absolutely perfect. Why do you smoke pot? Because it makes everything more fun. Makes everything more.
That's what I say
fun.
about drinking.
And to be honest, like I have terrible anxiety, really bad anxiety, and also.
See, it hits this fucker with the opposite effect.
ADHD.
Hits this fucker with the opposite effect.
Yeah, I smoke.
Smoking
anxiety.
makes the anxiety through the roof for him.
See, that's the problem though, because on the streets you don't have choice of what you're getting. Now, pot, everybody thinks that you're just getting pot and pot is pot. That's not true at all.
Oh, for sure.
Pot is like I'm a connoisseur. Like we could have a whole a couple hour conversation about it.
Well, we're here and we're recording, so feel free to start her up.
But pot. It's such a cool plant, man, because there's so many different variations, and so many variations do so many different things, and they heal so many different medical ailments. Like, for example, just
are you on the hype? Are you on the hype that it kills cancer cells?
Absolutely.
Do you think that's legitimate?
No, it's absolutely. My father.
I don't know enough about that.
No, absolutely. I've been reading a lot of studies.
That's why I've
been reading a lot of studies. I've been reading.
That's the thing. Nowadays, how much can you trust of what you read? That's RC.
Actual medical.
Everything is
I've been reading
so much bullshit.
Actual medical journals. And they've known this for a long time. But
then they want to make it legal because they make so much money off of cancer care.
Listen,
it's
a multi-billion-dollar industry. They don't make there's a reason why
make weed the multi-billion-dollar industry.
Yeah, but if you make weed legal, here's the problem. One, you can grow it anywhere. Weed's such an easy. To grow good weed, it's not easy to do, but you can learn how to grow good weed. But to grow weed will grow anywhere. It'll pretty much grow in a desert. Like weed will literally grow, and it's a weed. It's literally a weed. It'll grow anywhere. Okay,
that's why they call it weed. So I get it now.
That's where they got the name from.
But
I thought you had to have like certain conditions to grow weed.
It's literally a weed. In New Jersey, you can't grow weed in New Jersey.
No, I'm not saying. Terrible. I'm saying like I thought you need like certain conditions to
you can create those conditions
weed.
Right in your house, dude. To do an indoor grow, it's so easy. You could start an indoor grow with like 3-4 plants for probably $300-$400.
Now, is it illegal for you to?
I can't grow. Unfortunately, I wish it was. If it was, I would be growing, but it is not legal, so I don't.
Not that I smoke, but I would be texting.
I would love to. I would love to, just because I'm.
It's probably fun, dude.
I'm so intrigued by the process, and like I've done a lot of research. I know, like I'm the type of person that I've never grown, but if I was allowed to, I could start up today and do it because I know everything that you need to do. Like it's a really cool process how it works. Outdoor is always better. You're gonna get a better quality. But you can create a really good indoor grow.
I had to watch Trailer Park Boys. All I know is you need a lot of tinfoil.
Trailer Park
You're fucking us all up, Jules.
It's not a tinfoil.
Got a bunch of males there. How smart are you now? Huh? You
definitely want a reflective surface for sure. You definitely want a reflective surface for sure because you want the light to hit everywhere in the plant.
Right.
And in the beginning, like
the only thing he knows how to do is fucking grow weed in that show, man. I love it.
He's one of my favorite. He's awesome. But
pronounce jalapeno.
To grow pot is such a cool plant because you can keep it in vegetative state. So
can you keep it in water too?
You could do a hydroponic grow. Yeah, you can do a hydroponic grow.
That's what like hydro is, I guess, right?
No,
going to like upside down in water or something.
That's like a loose term for it, like hydro weed, like a hydroponic setup. It'll be like in a water set.
Yeah, but you do hydroponic.
I don't want to discuss hydroponic because I'm not too familiar. That's not the style that I would go. So I didn't do too much research into hydroponics. It's just too elaborate. But
too much bullshit with water.
Motherfucker, I was too high. I ain't trying to fuck with those hydroponics.
No, you need a lot of water because you need to rinse out all the grow additives and the nutrients and things like that out of the soil, and you rinse it out a lot. But it's such a cool plant.
Sounds like a bunch of liberal bullshit.
So when you plant it, and it sprouts and it starts growing. Then it goes into a vegetative state. So a vegetative state is when the plant doesn't bud or have any actual like nugs on it that you could smoke. It's just the fan leaves. Right. And you can keep the plant in vegetation state as long as you want. It has to do with the light cycle. So when you're in vegetation state, you want your plants to be on 18 hours of light, 6 hours of dark. 18 hours of light, 16 hours of dark. And that's in vegetation state. So you want your vegetation state realistically, depending on the plant, like an indica is going to be a lot shorter time than a sativa. A sativa is going to be in veg state a lot longer. You could do an indica in 3 to 4 weeks if you really wanted to. I try to aim, more of the 6 week range, if I was to grow. No, I really never had to grow. And I did once when I was younger, but my father threw it out before anything happened.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, bastard. Well, bastard. But he threw it out before anything happened. And I didn't really know what I was doing then either.
Of course not.
But you need 18 hours on, 6 hours off. So when you have it in that, so now those vegetation states,
6 or 16? Because you said 6 and 16 multiple times.
8 hours, 18 hohours on,
16
hours
off.
Or 6 hours off. Okay. Yeah, it's 24 hours. 18 hours on, 6 hours off.
You said 6 and 16
I probably meant to say 18.
Well, that's fine, but that's why I'm clarifying. So 18,
18,
6. 18, 6.
So an indica is probably, you could do 3 to 4, and you can like say for example you're doing a small closet grow, and you don't want to grow
in the closet.
You don't want to grow a massive plant, and you don't really know how to train the branches, because there's ways to train the branches to grow certain ways so it doesn't grow too tall and become a massive plant. Because some plants can get to like 12 feet tall.
You beat it.
So
yeah, I beat my weed plant the other day.
You could pull out of veg state like after 3 to 4 weeks with an indica, and you could literally go to the next life cycle. So to go out of veg state, you'd go 12 hours on, 12 hours off, and that'll put it into a budding period, kind of like the seasons. All right, so in the summertime, during outdoor grows, that's when you want to do your outdoor grows. It's more sunlight, 18 hours of sunlight, 6 hours of darkness, 18 hours of sunlight. So you want to simulate that, and then when you want to go into actual outdoor grow, and you want to start growing when the sunlight changes. So 12 hours on the light, 12 hours on of dark. So that's when you'll start to get
the budding
process. Yep, and that's when you'll get these little nuggets.
Fat nugs.
Yes, exactly. So then
crystallized.
It's like a pint of nuggets.
After you do that, like you can't just pick a nug off the tree and smoke it. You can't do that.
It's to dry out properly. And
so there's a curing process. So you want to hang dry these the plant so it cures.
So what would happen if you just smoked it right off the plant?
I don't.
It'd be too wet. You couldn't light it.
I don't know if it would even
probably
smoke that well.
would be my guess.
It's very, very.
It's a plant. Plants have water all throughout.
Yeah,
leaves and stems and.
Yeah, like the last stuff that I had was a lot.
Can I take a look at
absolutely. It was a lot. It wasn't cured as long. This is cured perfectly. But the curing process is one of the most important processes of the grow process, and a lot of people try to rush it because they just want to smoke it because they're so excited that they got buds. But the curing process, you got some platinum. The curing process,
platinum.
The curing process is an extremely important process of growing, and then after the curing process, you then have to
no details on curing,
huh?
No details on curing.
The curing, it's hang dry, so you want to hang dry.
So when the buds I guess shrivel and become smokable,
So when the plant is ready to harvest, you could cut the branches off the actual plant, and there's a way to cut the branches perfectly so you could actually regenerate that plant.
Watch Trailer Park Boys.
You can actually regenerate that plant.
Tin foil everywhere.
You can actually there's a process. I haven't
most vegetables and plants are like that.
Yeah, but I haven't gotten into that process. But I know it is possible you could regenerate that plant. But when you cure it, you got to cut the branches off with all the nugs on it, and you want to cut off all the big fan leaves that are around it. So you just see the nugs, and it's not gonna be trimmed like very thoroughly, but all the big fan leaves are gone, and you're gonna hang it. A lot of people hang them on coat hangers, like on a clothesline, and you hang it in a dark room, and it's got to be a couple days to a couple weeks, depending on how long you want to cure it. And you want the
why dark?
Because
shit gets dank.
Because the light could bring some mold and spider mites and things like that. There's a lot of things that could go wrong. Oh. That's why outdoor grows make me so nervous. Like
you never know what to fuck with it.
Well, no, because you could have it grow and all of a sudden you get infested with spider mites or mold, and all of a sudden
a deer could just roll and be like, "Yeah, I'm eating this motherfucker."
Yep. Yeah, but does it? Isn't mold able to grow in dark,
Certain
damp
kinds.
places
Yeah,
as well.
certain
Yeah,
kinds,
certain kinds,
yeah.
but you don't want it to have too much light. You want it to be dark. I don't know. I forget why. I just know you want it to be
That's
dark.
the curing process.
Yeah, it's the curing process. It's the curing process. You want it in a dark room, and then you let it cure, and then after
Keep
you
it
cure
dork.
it, then you trim it, and you have your little nugs like this, and then you're good to go. And you-
Correction. You said Lil Nugs.
big nugs, yeah.
That motherfucker ain't Lil.
No, you'll have, especially off the tree, if you trim it, probably you have some big guys, some really big guys. A lot of those are broken legs. Like they're like long, like longer than that. Some of them are longer than Mo over there.
You know what? You know what? I
Well, the
just,
general's a little small, but
Some are longer than Mo.
you know
They're
what? You know
huge.
what I just thought about for a second? Like, not that I would know, but when you snag weed from like your buddy, whatever, and you just want to like,
well, you know, when I snag it,
yeah,
you know,
whatever you want
you-
to say, not me, but you just like wonder like what process did it go through to finally get into
So that's
You never
that's
know.
interesting.
Your
That's
hands,
interesting. That's an interesting process.
like where'd it come
because-
from?
No, well,
Some
listen,
guy in the
listen,
basement
nah,
could be like,
listen.
I'm gonna take a dump
Listen,
on this
a
weed
lot of
plant
it-
and
Not
sell
as bad as
it.
when you're doing coke.
Depends on what you're getting because it's coming from all over. We get a lot of weed from Mexico. A lot of it comes from Colorado. A lot of it comes from California. A lot of it, honestly, Oregon right now. I can believe it, but I'm shocked it happened so quickly. Guess how much a pound of weed in Oregon goes for?
How much?
In Oregon,
what's a pound of weed right now in
top shelf?
Sparta?
Of top shelf, a
What
top
is this,
shelf.
Sparta? What's a pound of weed in
Of top
Jersey?
shelf. A pound of weed. I couldn't tell you off the top of my head.
It's like in the 1,000. What, like a
No,
1,000,
more than that. It's gonna be more than that. It's gonna be a couple grand.
Couple grand.
Couple grand.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
but
sure.
But I couldn't tell you off the top of my head.
Let's just say $2,000.
Yeah, give or take. Yeah, I would say. So for example, and that's the price over here. Okay, so I don't know if it's exactly
And-
$2,000. It could be give or take. But
So what is it
Oregon,
in Oregon?
Oregon right now for top shelf, $200
For a pound?
for a pound of weed. You want to know why?
I would love to know why.
They have so many growers out there, and there's so much overstock
Buy
that they can't
It's gonna go bad.
get rid of it. They can't. Like my aunt was on the cover of Oregon Leaf magazine, and she was a medicinal grower for a master grower in an Oregon farm, and she had to stop because
Heard.
she had to stop.
Is that like a
they-
master debater?
Yeah, like just like a master debater, except they deal with giant plants. But yeah, she had to stop growing because they couldn't sell. They couldn't move the product once it went recreationally legal. Because now everybody grows, and since everybody grows, there's so much product that the supply and demand is like, all right, well, everybody has really good stuff.
I can't believe they can't find places for it
Because
to go.
you can't do interstate sales. So, and think of how dense.
Well, is this like a legal operation? is what you're
Oregon's
telling me?
recreationally legal. Yeah, Oregon's that's why it's $200. There's so much overgrown pot. It's crazy. Like they're doing 25-cent pre-rolled joints out there. It's bananas.
So why can't they figure out something with other states to where they could just sell it?
Because it's federally illegal. You can't do interstate sales. Even if it was like two states next to each other, it'd be difficult to do.
Dude, why is weed illegal, man?
It's so dumb. Apparently there's some work down the pipeline.
Dude, don't get me wrong. Like, obviously, anybody who listens to this show, they get it. The premise of this show is us drinking, bullshitting, having a good time. Whatever we decide to talk about is what we talk about. There's no planning. There's no game plan. Whatever.
No, I hit Dan up this week. I was like, yo, do you guys have a game plan or we're just shooting off the hip? He's like, no, we're just going to go and wing it. And I'm like, all right, bet, let's go.
Yeah, exactly. So, and I will be the first one to, and I love, like, there is something about drinking that differs from like marijuana and other things. It's a very social thing, and even though it's terrible for you, and the older I get, the more it fucks me, and the less I
hate
do it. Because
Yep.
like at this point, literally, like the only times I drink is basically for the fucking podcast. like like we hang out, we drink, we have fun, whatever. We're having a good time. But like 9 times out of 10, I'm like, I'm not hanging out with you. I need to fucking work in the morning. Are you kidding me? Get the fuck out of my face. What I'm trying to say is that it's so ridiculous that alcohol is as legal as it is, and marijuana, everybody claims, oh, gateway this, and it's illegal that,
Only
and
way
it's
it's
a
a
drug this.
gateway.
It's so much bullshit because, like, they all know what happens at a bar. Everybody goes to a bar. You got your fucking regulars that get who knows how much money they spend and how much they fucking drink and how
And they
way
drive
over the
home.
limit they
And
are.
they drive home.
Dude,
I know so many
I'm not
people
saying
that
I've
do
never
that.
driven over the limit before.
I have never in my life.
Dude,
I won't do it.
Jersey, it's like a beer and a half and you're fucked.
It's crazy. Everywhere is.
But
It's crazy.
You know
It's
what?
crazy.
Yeah, you know what? It's just, you know what? There's nothing about like humanity or humility or anything. It's all about money. People are making they're making billions off of opiates. So
Absolutely.
until the corruption ends, weed is never just going to be.
Absolutely.
Weed should be like the most
They would lose
popular.
so much money, and not only the pharmaceutical companies, the prisons would lose a lot of money too. We have the most prisoners in the entire world. We have 5% of the world's population and 25% of the world's in prison population. Something a little wrong with that, and a lot of them, most of them, are for simple possession of drugs. Me personally, my stance is to completely abolish the drug war completely, because once you make marijuana legal, that's going to eliminate more than half of the black market. There's not enough heroin and crystal meth users to justify a war on drugs to begin with. There's only a couple 100,000 compared to the 300 million people that we have in the United States. Like there's not millions.
But that's all money
of
that
dope
goes
heads.
to prisons.
Oh
That's
yeah,
all
but
money that
now
goes
they
to
arrest people
parole
and they send people to
officers.
prisons.
Fuck dope
These
heads.
private prisons that are making money, and they actually have an
And
occupancy
they let drug
requirement.
sales happen in those fucking
They can't
prisons,
keep
too.
drugs out of the prisons either. Yeah, you're absolutely right. They can't keep. If you can't keep drugs out of a maximum
Well,
security
you're not
prison,
going to check every asshole.
no, but if you can't, honestly, if you can't keep drugs out of a
They know
maximum
what's
security,
happening.
if you can't keep drugs out of a maximum security prison, what makes you think you're going to be able to keep drugs out of a free society? It'll never happen. And it's so funny. You look at all the things, like you go back to the '90s when they killed Pablo Escobar. Like, oh, there's going to be a huge hit into the drugs that are coming in the United States. There's more
Somebody
cocaine.
else took over.
There is more cocaine coming into the United States than there was when Pablo Escobar was in the height of his power right now, and they haven't done shit about
I
it.
fucking love cocaine.
It's just. I actually hate it. I think it's a dumb drug, me personally, but
I can't do it
there's
because my heart would explode. But
There's more cocaine now than there was when Pablo Escobar was in the height. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, what is the war on drugs doing? Like honestly, what has it done? What is
Giving
it accomplishing?
people money who have jobs.
It's making
Giving politicians.
the prison unions and all these private prisons, because they have
It's allowing
they literally
politicians to
have
speak to
occupancy.
conservatives
They have-
about fucking.
They have it's not even about conservative or liberal. It has nothing to do with
Dude,
that.
conservatives hate drugs. That's exactly.
They do. Hardcore conservatives do, but not the newer conservative. Because I'll tell you right now, I'm far from a conservative, but I have a lot of conservative leaning views. Just because I believe.
I've seen your Facebook posts.
But I'm more of a libertarian. I'm
yeah,
I'm
but you see his post and you're like,
I'm a constitutionalist.
Makes sense.
and you're like,
Makes
oh,
sense.
I'm a constitutionalist. I'm a guy who believes that there should be a very small government, very, very small. They should let the people, as long as I'm not harming someone physically or their property, just leave me the fuck alone.
There's too
I
much-
shouldn't have to get permission
there's
from the
too many
government.
people in the world,
I
though.
shouldn't
There's
have to
too
get
many people
permission.
in the
I
world.
shouldn't have to get permission. Yeah, but in reality, why does driving work so well, dude? Really think about it. Why does driving work so well? You have to trust everybody else on the road that they're going to
It
follow the
doesn't.
rules. That they're
There's
going
so
to
many
follow the
mo-
rules, and they don't have to. They really don't. If they want to
People-
just off themselves and drive into you, they can. And
Currey,
and it
Currey.
does happen, but
Curry, people have violent fears of flying. The statistics about your chances of dying a terrible death
In a
while
plane crash,
driving are so much more than anywhere near
absolutely,
when you're flying.
absolutely. But at the same,
But
at the
everybody
same time,
drives.
at the-
Everybody's
but at
stuck
the
in
same
traffic.
time, but at the same,
I
no,
pass
it's
an
not even
accident
traffic.
almost every
It's not-
day.
It's not even about the accidents. It's just you have to trust everybody that they're going to follow the rules. That they're going to follow
Right.
that yellow line that's in the
And no
middle
one
of the
ever
road.
does in the
That they're
state
gonna-
we live in.
That they're going to stay on their side of the road.
state. No one ever.
That they're going to stay on their side of the road and they're not going to come and hit you in a head-on collision.
People
Because they can
don't
very
get
easily do
Jersey
that.
driving. People do not get Jersey driving. It's a lot
honestly,
different.
But honestly, if there was that many sick and twisted people in this world, because there are sick and twisted people in this world,
A lot of them.
There's a good amount of, but not enough.
Too many people in
No,
this
no,
world.
not enough. Not enough for the government to be involved in literally everything. And look at everything the government's involved in. It's fucking shit. Our education system's gone to shit. Our post office is shit.
why do you think I fucked off in high school? I was like,
it's a
yeah,
joke.
I'm just
It's
gonna
all a
get
joke.
drunk, teacher. Leave me alone, or I'll make fun of you.
Because you're a provider. You're a complete asshole. One of the biggest I've ever met in my life. but you are a very decent human being, and you have a great job, and you provide a lot of happiness for other people in a community at your job. You don't need to fucking go to college and do this and do that and not smoke pot, quote unquote, and not. You know what I mean?
I went to college.
You could be a decent human being and supply happiness for others and continue your life. And
being a good person, like the vast majority, not just the majority, the vast majority of people are good people. Because if they weren't, just because the rule is written doesn't mean they're going to stop from doing it. Like let's be real. A law is not going to stop someone from doing what they want to do. We see a case in point all the time.
Yeah.
There's laws that are written for a reason, but people don't follow them. If they want to break the law, they're going to break the law regardless if it's written or not.
Exactly.
So a law is not going to change anything. So let's be real. It's not. So why does the government have to be involved in it? Why do I have to get a license to go fishing? Why do I got to have a driver's license?
Because they need money.
It's all for money.
The government
it's
needs
all
money.
about money.
Everything's about money.
Why do they give me a goddamn seatbelt ticket?
Rothschild family.
It's ridiculous. Don't even get me started.
That's exactly what I wanted to do was get you started, Curry. That's why I said that.
Nah, because
we're having a lot of solid conversation on this podcast, Keith. I appreciate it.
I've been following some pretty wild stuff.
Give us a tap of insight, dog.
Well, put it this way.
Let's not go crazy, but
we'll talk a little bit about it. Put it this way. So yesterday we all know Harvey Weinstein turned himself in, right? We all heard that.
Yeah,
he's a fucking.
He did a perp walk, and he's finally getting arrested, and
he's not the only one.
No, but put it this way. So let me finish this. so he did his perp walk yesterday, and he's finally getting arrested for all his sex crimes and rape that happened almost a year ago now. It's been a while. It's been a while, and the reason why he hasn't gotten arrested and they haven't done anything is because the former attorney general, was a Clinton supporter and was part of the biggest cunts. And was part of the deep state. So the deep state has their hands in a lot of things right now. They're all over the place. And from what I'm the research that I'm doing, and there's a lot of people to back it up. There's going to be a lot of big things happening in the very near future. I don't want to talk too much about it. Because
I don't want to get too into it, but yeah,
because a lot of people, what I'm reading, it's going to be so crazy that people aren't going to believe it, and I know for a fact, I know someone in the National Guard, his actual portion of the National Guard's on high alert for civil unrest right now because there's apparently some arrests down the pipeline. But yesterday, Harvey Weinstein turned himself in, and they have the new AG in place. Harvey Weinstein is going to talk. He's not going to go down.
They're letting him talk?
Bro, he's gonna go down he's either gonna go to jail for a really, really, really long time, because they have some really some pedophile shit.
I understand that.
Not just some sexual.
But why are they letting it? They're gonna let him talk. His lawyers are letting him talk.
Gonna give up a shit. Dude,
no, listen.
He isn't the only shithead rapist.
He's either gonna go to jail. He's either gonna go to jail for a very long time, or he's gonna give up a lot of people and get a lighter sentence. Which
do you think he's gonna do?
He's probably gonna talk. Or he might get the Clinton treatment and get a bullet in the back of the head. You know what I'm saying? That's like Seth Rich.
Yeah.
But from what I've been seeing is that Harvey Weinstein's gonna really think about it. When does a bird start chirping the most? When it's locked in a cage. They're gonna be like, listen, this is what we got on you. This, and this. We just unsealed Anthony Weiner's laptop. I don't know if you heard about that. I don't know if you heard about that.
That name's always going to be
His name is really Weiner.
Anthony Weiner, yeah. So I don't know if you know who he is. Anthony Weiner.
I don't know who he is at all. His last name's great.
Anthony Weiner, he was arrested. He keeps saying it. He was the congressman. He was a congressman for a long time. He got arrested for he had a couple issues. One where he had a sexual harassment charge. Anthony Weiner had a sexual harassment charge. And then
you've never heard this person's name before?
I appreciate the serious conversation that we're having, but every time you say Anthony Weiner, I'm gonna lose my mind. I'm just giving you the facts here, people.
It gets better.
Just say AW.
So he
no, because nothing.
He resigned from Congress. He resigned from Congress.
And what's his name?
Anthony Weiner. After he resigned from Congress, a couple years later, he came back and tried to run for mayor of New York.
Why are you laughing? My stomach hurts.
He came back and tried to run for mayor of New York.
His name's Weiner. Weiner, dude.
So Anthony
ahead,
Weiner,
bud.
while he was trying to run for mayor of New
Stop
York,
saying it.
he got caught sexting a 15-year-old girl. So when they caught him with that,
That's because his last
he
name.
turned over all of his things, everything, all of his electronics, his
he turn
phones, his
over
laptop,
his wiener?
everything. Now, keep in mind, Anthony Weiner is married to Huma Aberdeen.
To Mrs. Weiner?
No,
Technically, yes.
technically yes. Technically.
Stomach hurts. I can't do it. I'm
he's-
loving everything you're saying.
he's
I want you to
married-
continue
he's-
talking about it.
he's-
I'm just going to continue laughing.
He's married to Huma Aberdeen.
Mrs. Weiner.
Huma Aberdeen has been Hillary Clinton's right-hand aide, personal aide for over 20 years. So
Oh, no. This cunt who's all up in
Indian-
Syria?
the Indian bitch.
I
yeah.
read about
So,
this fucking cunt,
Listen,
dude.
listen. No, this is not stuff that's being really talked about in the mainstream media because
Of course it's not.
So on this laptop, not only
On
do they
Mr.
have,
Weiner's
do they-
laptop or
yes, on
Mrs. Weiner?
On Mr. Weiner's laptop, apparently they have a lot of the emails from Hillary Clinton that were
Deleted?
the deleted emails. Yep.
Yeah.
They also
No
have-
liberals
they
care.
have-
Oh, no liberal. Oh, they were just
have-
deleted. Who cares?
Listen. Apparently, this is coming from the NYPD, and the NYPD said that they had grown men watch this video and vetted officers watch the
I
things
don't
that
even know
that
what's
are
on
on
this
this, and they made the grown men cry, and some had to seek psychological help. It was so sick and disturbing. Like, I don't even want to talk about what the rumor is because it's fucking
No,
wild.
don't.
It's fucking wild. But and again, it may not even be true. But
So this is some weird-
I wouldn't be surprised. I really
This
wouldn't
is
be
some weird
but a-
video on this guy. Nothing on
no, about Hillary Clinton and Huma Aberdeen because on the computer not only does
Mrs. Weiner and
not
Clinton?
only does the computer have some of the emails, but it has a lot of pay for play scandals, a lot of kickback scandals, like proof of them doing pay for play shit with the Clinton Foundation, proof of them of the Benghazi shit that they just let this guy die. Like, it literally all this stuff. They talk about hot dogs and pizzas all the time, and that's code word for little boys and little girls and shit like that. And like,
That's why I hate, like,
no, but listen, these super elite people, all right, they're emailing each other back and forth about hot dogs and having hot dogs and pizzas for dinner. Not like just one or two, like 24 hot dogs for dinner. Like, I got 24 hot dogs coming for dinner. Like, specific shit like that. Like, wild shit. Like, this is in the emails that got released. And these elite people that could go eat at any of the restaurants in the world and have the best food in the world. You really think they're emailing each other back and forth
course.
about
We
hot
all know
dogs
what they're
and
talking
pizza?
about.
Get the fuck out of here, dude. Like, they're talking about little boys and little girls, and they're gonna get fucked. I'm telling you right now, because I don't know if you know about the girl Alex Mack or whatever her name is. She was on Smartville, the show. She just got arrested for being in a sex cult, and there's pedophilia linked to the sex cult. And she's chirping like a bird, apparently. Chirping like a bird.
You need those
and,
every once in a while.
And also,
everyone gives snitches bad raps.
What
but
I'm hearing
sometimes
is
you need
going
it.
on.
When shit like this, people.
Well, because this is a big thing for Trump. There's a reason why a lot of these pedophiles are going
Humans
down.
should not be
So-
allowed to have this much power,
so-
man. They can't handle
no,
it.
This is the deep state.
When you get that rich and that famous and you get that much power, man.
This goes way back. This has been going on for years.
It's
for a long
human
time.
nature.
This has been going on for a really long time. It's like I'm telling you right now, like, I wouldn't be surprised to see Obama get arrested. I really would not.
No way. Really?
Obama found.
There was a report the other day that Obama knew about the stuff that was the spying that was going on in the Trump campaign. So if he knew about it, that's you're going to jail. Like, you're going to jail. That's illegal. You can't do that. You know what I'm saying? And he's gonna get caught up. I'm telling you, he's gonna get caught up. He might
I
get
would
caught up with some
love it.
pedophilia
No,
shit.
come on.
I'm telling you right now, dude.
He was like the only
Watch.
decent human being
No.
that's been our president
Absolutely
for a
not.
He was a
fucking
good
while.
speaker.
He was a good speaker. He got caught running guns. Like, there's so many things that have happened.
Don't get me wrong. Everyone in politics is doing stupid
It's
shit.
all
that
fucked.
we
No,
pass.
most part.
but listen. So the deep state is so they just had a big announcement that they were asking for a second counsel to look into the corruption and all
Right.
the pedophilia that's going on. So, and they're saying, like, listen, this crazy shit's gonna happen. And not only that, General Flynn, there's a reason why Trump surrounds himself with the Marine police and doesn't use the Secret Service. He's surrounded by generals because the military is the reason why they're trying to take down the deep state, because they know these people are They don't give a shit about America. They don't care about us. They just want to make as much money as they possibly can. They're evil, evil, evil people. So they're like, listen, we need someone who's going to take this away from them. So apparently somebody from the military asked Trump to run for president, and they're helping him take down these evil, disgusting people.
And the Democratic Party was like,
it's not going to be just Democrats. It's more than it's good.
No,
this
I'm
is like
just
a
saying,
good versus
general,
evil
they're
kind
like,
of thing.
yeah, Hillary Clinton will win.
No, dude, she like General Flynn. He just
Are
after.
you honestly sitting here on my podcast right now that saying that Donald Trump is on the side of good?
Yes.
I
Yes.
agree with him.
Yes.
If we're going on that, if we're
bro,
going
he
on
is
that
playing.
part.
He is playing 4D chess with these people. I'm telling you right now. The tweets it's a strategy. I'm telling you right now. It is a strategy. He knows exactly what's going on. Look at what just happened with the Korea deal. They were like they were gonna pull out of the deal to try to make Trump look bad, and Trump knew something. They knew something was wrong because they weren't following through with their promises. They weren't delivering on their promises that they said they were gonna do. So before they could pull out, Trump pulled out. He's like, nah, I'm pulling the deal. I don't want to do this anymore. Now Korea is coming back, crawling on their knees, like, yo, we want to do this again. We want to give us another chance. Give us another chance. This guy has his pulse.
America.
He knows what's going on, and he's surrounding himself with these generals. These generals know what's up, dude. And the military are they just remodeled. They did a $500 renovation to Guantanamo Bay, a $500 million renovation. They added 5 new hospital rooms. They added handicap accessibility. They added a bunch of new cells.
Finally.
Why do you think they did that? General Mattis was the first Secretary of Defense since 2002 to visit Guantanamo Bay, and Jeff Sessions also visited Guantanamo Bay, and that doesn't happen very often. Not many Attorney Generals visited Guantanamo Bay. Why do you think they did that? They just shipped in a bunch of Marines to police Guantanamo Bay. Why do you think they did that? Why is Harvey Weinstein getting arrested now? Why are they unsealing this laptop now? What's on that laptop that they're going to release? Like, the New York police have already said, like, there's some really fucked up shit on that laptop. It's documented. You know what I'm saying? So, like,
Don't freak out.
Why are they doing it now? What's going to happen? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not just Democrats either. There's a lot of Republicans tied up in this too. It's more of a good versus evil thing. It's some really wild stuff, and there's a lot of details that I could go into, but it's a lot, and some of it's disturbing.
This is a lot of the reason why I try to keep myself at I can't favor either side of politics because most of it is just so
it's bullshit.
terrible.
It's all of it. All of it is. It's all bullshit. It's all bullshit. It's at this point. It's good. It's literally good versus evil. It literally is. Like, these people are very evil people. Like, if this laptop has some things that people are saying that are on it, it's really it's disgusting. It's disgusting. Like, some satanic shit. It's really, really bad.
In my opinion, it comes down to. I mean, I don't.
And General Flynn tweeted a picture yesterday, hours after Harvey Weinstein turned himself in, of a picture of Harvey Weinstein in the middle and Hillary Clinton on the right and Huma Aberdeen on the left, literally in the middle of them. They were very, very close friends. You don't think that Hillary Clinton didn't know what he was doing to these girls?
Of course,
she knew everything.
Can I say one thing?
I'm actually about to rip you in a second, but go ahead and say your thing.
Here's what I want to say. This is what I want to do. I want to move on from this conversation.
That's fine.
And I want to talk about Curry fighting because I'm very intrigued about it.
What do you want to know? I miss it a lot.
Oh, hold on, wait. Just pause real quick. I remember a certain podcast where I said, now this is, I know this doesn't like play too much into what you were just talking about, but I'm a big believer that there is so much going on when it comes to politics and like the rest of humanity on this planet, that no one knows, and everybody thinks like,
it's very.
There's shit going on that the president doesn't.
There's a lot of things that are happening right now, and they're happening for a reason. I'm telling you right now. Do not be shocked, because there's not just gonna be politicians, there's gonna be musicians, actors, famous people that are gonna be tied up in this, and you're literally gonna be shocked. Like, I'm telling you right now, it could be wild.
I'll be happy, but yeah,
I'll be really happy. But if it is true, I'm curious to see how, because after that you can't go back to the system that you had before. You have to redo everything. There's everything's gonna, it's gonna be different.
Just give me like a quick minute. I just want to get this out before I forget because I'm pretty.
He's gonna yell at
hammered.
me, I think.
No, I'm not. Well, I'm never gonna get in this little something. I remember on Justin's podcast, I was stating that I've actually never been a big advocate of guns. Not that I am against them. I think
love guns.
I'm not one of those people that are like, oh, take away the guns. I'm nowhere near that. I've just never been like, hey, I want to have guns surrounding me, whatever. Lately, the past like maybe year, maybe a little less, I've been getting more and more into the fact that I want to purchase a gun. I want to learn how to use that gun.
Yes.
And I want to own that gun, and I want to know how to use it, and I want to know how to use it properly, safely.
Yes.
Proud.
And here's my reason. I said this on a podcast a couple episodes ago. I can't
remember podcast. Come on.
I don't blame you. I believe it was.
I'm like half a handle of vodka in over here.
I believe it was Justin's podcast.
Yeah.
Where I said, I believe the reason that I want to own a gun and know how to use it because I think there's going to be a point in our lifetime where I'm going to need to know how to properly use a gun to defend myself and or my family. Now, when I said that, no, let me finish.
Sorry.
When I said that, you and Justin looked at me like I was some weird conspiracy theorist, like I was some asshole, and you guys blew me off.
Listen.
And we moved on. I think there's going to be a point. I'm saying this right here and now.
I apologize if I blew you off on that.
Let's be real. Let's be real. Like it's almost to the point where it's common knowledge that there is a fuck ton of corruption in American politics.
That's all there is in politics.
Everybody,
world politics.
Like the people know this.
Everything.
Like the people know this. World politics, absolutely. But it's specifically related to us in American politics,
right?
And the common public knows this. And a lot of and it's so funny. It's so funny. It's always like they deny it at first, and then when they get caught that they actually did it, they're like, oh yeah, we only did it for this reason, but we stopped doing it. Like MK Ultra, for example, they were like, yeah, we're not like doing this experiments on people to try to.
We weren't loading a shit ton of poor people with LSD for no reason. We weren't doing that at all. It was more
they were trying to create mind control stuff. And the Unabomber was MK Ultra guy.
Really?
Absolutely. Watch the Unabomber shit. He was in MK Ultra, and Ted Kaczynski. He talks about it. He's in jail. He talks about it. But they I'm sorry.
I got you.
They say they weren't doing these things, and all of a sudden they get caught doing these things. They're like, oh yeah. We were only doing it just for this short period of time, and now we're not doing it. Or like the NSA, oh, we're not spying on the American people. Oh, here's proof that you guys. Oh, well, listen, we're only spying on the American people for national security reasons because this and this and this. Like bullshit. You're violating everybody's Fourth Amendment. You're violating everybody's Fourth Amendment.
And not that we're not doing it, vice versa. Like, we're spying on everyone. Like,
oh yeah, but why are we spying on the American people? Like, why are we recording everything? Like, everything that we're talking about is being recorded right now. Our phones, our phones, our smart TVs,
on my computer as well.
Not just on your computer, but like our phones, our TVs.
Yes.
With your phone could be off, and they could turn it on while it's off, and not even show that it's on. Like, you won't even notice that it's on, and just listen to what you're talking about. Like it's crazy.
Nothing you can do about it.
It's crazy.
It's funny to joke about. It's funny to talk shit about. But honestly, I'm never going to like give serious shit to a conspiracy theorist again because honestly, I'm never not going to like. I'll hear something and be like,
but how many times
that's crazy? But you know what?
But how many times
There's
does that happen?
There's a solid chance that that's true.
How many times
it
does that
doesn't
happen?
pop up for no reason.
But how many times does that happen where they say, oh, that's just some crazy conspiracy theory, and then it actually happens? Like Operation Paperclip was another one. Oh, we didn't hire a bunch of Nazi scientists to come over and build military stuff for us. But come to find out, guess what?
Captain America, baby.
We hired a bunch of Nazi scientists after the war, and they created a bunch of shit for us.
Sure.
No, that's fact. It's fact.
It is fact.
It's fact. So like
they were so far ahead of us.
They say that they're not doing these things. They say that they're not doing this. Meanwhile, they are doing this. And then once they get caught, they come up with some BS excuse. So it's happened so many times to the point where like, all right, well, how many times are you guys going to be fucking up and proven wrong that these things are like you have?
It doesn't matter.
You have to give some sort of belief. You have to give some sort of belief.
They can fuck up all the time. Doesn't matter.
No, but you have to.
We have no control.
The problem is the general public just flat out doesn't give a shit. They just don't care. Like for example, my father. He's like, why do you care about all this stuff? Like, why do you even bother? He's like, I don't care if people go through my phone and shit. And like, I'm like, I care because
they're just gonna find a bunch of you porn and
but still,
and gay porn, so I could
honestly,
Photoshop Tom Brady.
honestly, God forbid something does happen where someone gets some really strong power. It could have been Hillary Clinton, and they use that against people. And
Using
like look what's going on in Britain. The guy Tony Robinson, or not Tony Robinson, what's his name? Tommy Robinson or something like that. He was out in front of a courthouse in Britain protesting 29 people gang raping this girl, 29 Muslims and Islamic terrorists raping this girl, gang raping her, and no one was giving it any coverage, and he was outside protesting and just protesting, didn't use any violence. You could watch the whole video. He got arrested. He got brought into to court the very next day and sentenced to 15 months in jail the very next day. I mean, Britain, you're not a free man, you're a subject to the crown, not like America where you have a constitution to fall back on. But
that's why I like the biggest thing about Trump, like, and don't get me wrong, like,
I don't like everything that he does, but I think he's doing a good job.
But like, oh yeah, fucking, you're in trouble, right? And Trump's, wait, I'm sorry, fuck, I lost it. What were you just saying? How they were fucked in
what?
In England, you were talking about the people.
Because he was protesting in front of the courthouse about this girl getting gang raped by 25 Islamic terrorists.
And that's fucked.
And no one was outside. No media were outside covering it. Like 29 people raping one person. That should get some media coverage. Like,
right.
Yo, this is fucked up shit.
Trump would have been like, dude, like, what the fuck? But like, the media coverage can't. It's like so
the media is
fucked
bought
in
and paid
America.
for, dude. The media is
and
bought and paid for.
I'm talking Fox too. Like, I know Fox is
what's the name of the operation? I was just talking about it the other day. It might have been
Operation General.
Can I say something real quick for 5 seconds, Curry?
Yeah, as long as you don't yell.
You never let me finish. You guys looked at me like I was a complete and utter asshole, like I was some weirdo.
Well, you are.
All right, but you looked at me like I was like some weirdo conspiracy theorist because I stated on Justin's podcast that I feel that I'm going to need to know how to use a gun in my lifetime to protect myself and or my family.
Yeah.
You guys looked at me like I was like some kind of weirdo conspiracy
I was on your side on that?
Justin instantaneously was like, yeah, no, I don't know what you're talking about. You're going way too overboard.
Really?
I mean, don't get me wrong.
I think you should have an AR-15. You should have shotguns.
You should be able to have full auto weapons. There should be no infringement on the Fourth Amendment. I'm sorry. There's not enough crazy people in the world.
You need a gun. I hate people. So
the media is what's driving school shooters.
No, the media, absolutely. The media, the way people are raising their kids.
No one wants to admit that, though.
No one wants to admit that. The amount of drugs that they're giving these kids, it's fucking disgusting. How many drugs?
One's paying attention to these people.
The one common thread with every school shooting is they're all on psychotropic drugs. Every single one of them are on psychotropic drugs. What?
Yeah. And when someone who's like he saves a school, he shoots the shooter. It's like a thing for like a minute.
Look at this last school shooting. As soon as they found out he was wearing
Texas?
Yeah, Texas. As soon as they found out he was wearing a sickle and hammer shirt and a sickle and hammer pin, they didn't cover it at all. Parkland got a month, if not more, of coverage on the media. That's all you heard about was Parkland. Now this school shooting, it didn't even get a full week. Like, why is that? Because it doesn't fit the agenda. Why? Because he didn't use an AR-15. He used a handgun. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't.
Dude, like, I could.
That's what it was. Operation Mockingbird.
I knew about an AR-15 before.
Operation Mockingbird's actually proven fact, where the CIA infiltrated the media, and they sent CIA operatives into the media, and they trained people in the media, and they're now infiltrated in the media. It's actually proven that they did this. They got caught, and then they made up one of those excuses. Oh yeah, we were only doing it for a short period of time. We're not doing it anymore, though. We're not doing it anymore. It was one of those.
Yeah.
Look into it. Operation Mockingbird. It's a real thing. They infiltrated the media. Now the CIA is in charge of the media. John Brennan, the former head of CIA, he's been known to be a part of the Muslim Brotherhood, which is a terrorist organization. He's been part of Muslim Brotherhood, and he's the director of the CIA.
Oh, wait. Let's slow down. What is the Muslim Brotherhood?
The Muslim Brotherhood's like pretty much a terrorist organization.
We're not talking about like Muslims in general.
No. This is an organization. The Muslim Brotherhood is an organization.
This is something specific.
Yeah.
Because not all people that are religious. Don't get me wrong.
Absolutely not.
Religion, like
Absolutely,
if you believe in it and you're a good person, good for you. That's
they're
fine.
Extremists. And
there's a lot of bad.
And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if there was some people in the Muslim Brotherhood that are peaceful people. But for the most, I'm pretty sure they're actually classified as a terrorist organization now. They might. I think Trump did it.
Who's classifying?
I think Trump's
them?
organization. Well,
who's classifying
that's
them?
Where it comes. That's where it comes into these.
Because I know a lot of those countries, those religious people are like,
that's
dude,
where these conspiracies come into play.
We don't want to kill people. Like these people are claiming our religion and making us look fucking stupid.
That's why I say these conspiracies are so deep, and Obama might be connected. Why do you think ISIS they're non-existent now? Why couldn't Obama do that? Trump did it in a year and a half. Why couldn't Obama do it in 8 years? Like what? Like where'd they go? Why couldn't Obama get these people out of Venezuela or get these people out of North Korea? He actually let that college kid die in North Korea. Couldn't get him out. He died doing. He was
Here's the biggest thing with Trump. So Trump, listen, I don't know what's really going on. Let us know.
I don't think any of us really know, but
I have some speculations, but I don't know. I honestly don't.
Trump is doing things right, and no matter what he does, the libs and the left, as I'm hiccuping, so it's make my argument worse. They're just bitching. Like my girlfriend was the best. Like Trump won. I was like, babe, Trump won, right? Blah blah. She's like, I hope he does a good job. Like, why can't people think like that?
Well,
like,
I don't understand either. They blind themselves with the hatred so much that they don't care that he's doing things.
Whichever party wins, like, why can't one candidate, president, win and be like, all right, listen, I hate Hillary Clinton.
This is the first time this has ever happened. I feel like.
No, it's happened before. No, because people hated Obama too.
Dude, people were being given personal days off from work in college and school. People were crying because Trump won.
Oh no!
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
Ridiculous. That was ridiculous. Yeah, now
I'm not a Trump supporter, but you're a fucking pussy. Go to work, you fucking faggot. I fucking wake up and sick and feel like shit because I treat my body like shit. I still show up to work. You're crying because
hands out, palms up crew. They're the hands out, palms up crew. They want everything for free because they think it's actually for free. Meanwhile, us hardworking Americans are footing the bill. And that's one of the reasons why I'm getting out of New Jersey, because they're making New Jersey a sanctuary state. Who's going to come to New Jersey? A bunch of people that aren't going to pay taxes, that are going to get licenses,
they can get driver's licenses
and things and benefits from New Jersey that are coming out of where the hardworking people of New Jersey. Get the fuck out of here! Like fuck you, dude. Fuck you. I work my ass off. Like I was getting $6,000 checks a week at my last job. Guess how much I would see?
2,600.
Lower or higher.
I was going to say 22.
3,200. Almost half of my check was taken out. What do you need?
Because Jersey's just a
What do you need with $2,800 of my money every other week? What do you need with all that money? Like for what reason?
And when pot's fully legal, we're not going to see the benefits Colorado saw.
No, but at the same time, I went to a symposium for the medical marijuana. I went to a symposium because I really wanted to open up a dispensary in New Jersey. And first off, if people think that pot becoming legal in New Jersey is going to be awesome at first, it's going to suck because pot prices are going to be through the roof, just like the medical prices are. They're going to be so fucking high, it's going to be ridiculous.
Yeah, but at least it's legal and you can keep.
It's going to be legal, but it's not going to get rid of the black market. It's not going to eliminate.
I can't stop hiccuping. Sorry.
So
it's all right, dude.
So I went to this symposium. I paid a lot of money to go, and they were talking about it the whole time. They had all the executives who were going to be pretty much running it and putting it together, and they were telling us what's breaking down. So right now, as of right now, they're only issuing 80 dispensary licenses in the state of New Jersey. A dispensary license, to get one in New Jersey, not only do you need
think about alcohol licenses, how pricey they are. How much is a goddamn dispensary license going to be?
Not for a dispensary, just for a dispensary, you're going to need $750,000 liquid.
Oh, that's it?
Liquid in your bank account. Liquid. So you
liquor licenses are even more than that.
Depends on where you're going. Depends. Some liquor licenses are cheap. Depends on where you're going. That's just to qualify for the license. That's just to qualify. If you don't have 750 liquid, they're not even gonna look at your paperwork. They're just gonna throw it right out. You have to you have the 750 liquid.
So you have to be a rich motherfucker
ready to go,
open up a
or
dispensary.
have really good investors. Then not only do they want you to have the 750 liquid, what they said is they're going to call it an anal probe background check. They're going to go into you, your associates,
Up your ass.
Yeah, they're going to check everything about you, and they're only issuing 80 licenses, and the licenses are going to be anywhere, I think, from $10,000 to $50,000. It might have been $250,000, but I'm pretty sure it was $50,000, $10,000 to $50,000, and it's non-refundable. So if you apply for the license and you pay the $50,000 fee and you don't get picked, that $50,000 is gone. You're out $50,000. And
leave it to
they're
Jersey.
only giving out 80 licenses. 80. So there's gonna be a lot of people applying for these licenses, and not only that, they want you to have before they give you a license, they want you to have the building, they want you to have the layout of the building, they want you to have the security.
But you have to
plan.
risk losing a bunch of money.
So
You might not even get the license.
You have to find a realtor that's willing to give you a lease on the decision of you getting a license. Like there's clauses that you can put in, like, listen, I'll take this lease, but they have to have you have to sign a lease to sale agreement or whatever it's called. Like you're not going to lease this to anybody else in the time frame until this decision happens, and that could be months. It could be longer than that. You know what I'm saying? And all of a sudden they're trying to sell this property, they're trying to lease this property and get tenants in there, and no one's in there because you're holding it up. So not many people are going to want to do one of those where they're sitting there waiting for your license. So if you don't have one of those places, and not only that, each town is it's up to their discretion if they want to have legal marijuana in their town. So if the town says, hey, yo, you can't have it here, and you're beat.com. You know what I'm saying? So you have to find a town that's going to allow it. Not only have the 750 liquid, you have to have the license fee. You have to get the building. You have to have your layout, everything ready to go, a full business plan ready to go. Obviously, a business plan makes sense. But all of that to maybe get approved. Then to get a grow license, they're only doing 15 grow licenses in the state of New Jersey, and you need 2 million liquid to do a grow license. 2 million liquid. And
when you keep saying liquid, is that like straight cash?
That's like not assets. Like your house is an asset. Like, you know what I'm saying?
You're talking about just straight cash.
You have to have $2 million.
Straight cash.
That can be accessed immediately. Like you can't access your house as an investment. You'd sell it later.
Yeah. I got you on that. I got you on that. Or you can take out. Or you can take out. What is that called when you take money out from your house?
A refi or whatever.
As soon as you say it, I'll know it. It's.
I'm gonna keep drinking.
It's called something. Equity.
Equity. Take out equity in your
not
home.
equity. So you're talking
But
straight
that means your
fucking cash.
Yeah, you can't take it out. It has to.
I'll tell you what.
Has to be liquid.
Just for 10 seconds. I love. And I'm like sitting crooked, and I put the mic wherever I want. I like that. You hit the mic crooked. I was like fucking talking to you different, asshole. But, keep going. I just wanted to spit that out real quick. We're getting used to these mics, and we're like big timers now. You know,
stepping it up in the world.
These big these chairs with the pillows.
So it's 2 million liquid, and then you have to have the space to do it. Which
liquid
is a warehouse.
means real cash, Keith. You're going the wrong way, asshole.
Fuck.
That reminds me of Don LaGreca. His microphone fell and he flips out.
Yeah.
He's like, someone fix this!
All right, so continue with your conversation. I'm going to help Keith fix his mic because he's an asshole.
So, yeah, 2 million liquid. Then you got to have the space to do a grow. You're going to need a big warehouse space or an outdoor grow, which is a lot of land, which in New Jersey, there's not much left.
Thanks, Scott.
There's not much land left. So, to be honest, it's going to be really, really tough to do. And not only that, the taxes and the regulations are going to be such a pain in the ass that it's not worth it. So for me, I said, fuck it. I'm just going to go to Vegas where there's no income tax. So they don't take any money out of my paychecks.
Right.
Granted, if I own my own business, it's a different scenario.
Dude,
anyway.
Taxes for houses out there are nothing, dude.
Put it this way. I pay $1,500 for a 1-bedroom apartment in New Jersey. I'm going to get a 4-bedroom house with a pool and 2-car garage for $1,500 in Vegas.
It's so dumb, dude.
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. No, I might honestly buy some property up out there because I've been doing a lot of research. A lot of people are leaving New Jersey, New York, and Connecticut and California because the taxes are so high. They're the most moved out of state. New Jersey being number one. 800,000 people a year are moving out, and most of them.
Dude, no joke. Like our last apartment, we were paying $1,400 a month,
which is absurd.
And for a 1-bedroom,
I have 1 bedroom too. That's what I have. $1,500.
And we bought this place with the fees or whatever, we're paying $100 more a month.
Yeah, it's a mortgage. It's different. It's different. Mortgages are different.
What he's saying is he's getting so much more.
Absolutely.
And he owns this place.
But now,
homeowner association dues, taxes.
But
you
now,
see what I'm saying?
Yeah, now you get all those times. But now, you're stuck here. Like if you want to leave, you have to sell, and that's a process. Like you can't just say,
But dude,
100%.
Dude, in Jersey, condos and townhomes, you sell that shit like that.
Not
dude.
really anymore, man. People,
Dude, what do you, dude?
You'd be surprised, dude.
No, I'm not surprised because that's how it's been the past.
People are leaving New Jersey in droves because it's so fucking expensive.
Yeah, for sure.
And most people are going to places like Florida.
You can sell this place right now.
Florida, Nevada.
I can sell my place and make money on
Texas.
it because I bought it off a motherfucker. It actually took longer when I bought my place because I think they owed money. They had to pull money. They just wanted to get the fuck out. I got my place my place. I bought it for a little over $30,000 less than it was assessed for.
All right.
Like,
can we start talking? Here's the deal.
Well, we got a half an hour left before 3 hours, right?
Can we go into a fight? I want to hear about Curry's fighting stat.
Yeah, we should pop off
So-
shit for a sec. So
Me and Curry fought once, like 12 years ago, before he did MMA.
Yeah, I was well before I did MMA.
Yeah, like can we? I want to talk about your MMA career, man.
It was short lived, but it was a great career.
So
I miss it.
were you more
very.
wrestling or jiu-jitsu?
I like to bang, dude. What are you talking about? I like to stand and bang. Are you nuts? I wanted to get in there. I wanted to punch you in the face. Fuck that.
Hundo P, but you had to have a ground game.
Well, I wrestled my entire life.
Oh, so you were wrestling
since I was
All
4
right,
years
so
old. Yeah, I wrestled.
You're
since I was
wrestling,
4.
and then you were stand up.
Yeah, and I like to use my wrestling to dictate the fight. If the guy was better
Of
at stand up,
course.
I'm going to take you down. If you're better on the ground, I'm going to punch you in the face. And most of the time, people are better on the ground, so I'm going to try to punch you in the face, especially in early in your career.
Right. And how many amateur fights did you have?
I had 5.
That's sick,
I
dude.
went 4-1. I lost in a title fight, but I hate saying this because I feel like it feels like a cop out. But if you watch the fight and you watch the film, there's no way I lost that fight.
Yeah,
There's no way I lost that fight. I watched.
I hear
everybody. And I fought a kid from Philly in Philly for the title. And granted, it was a vacant belt, but it was for the title. And I put a whooping on. I dropped him in the first round.
Boys.
I dropped him in the first round. I took him down twice in the first round. I
Right.
took his back in the first round. The second round, I kicked him off his feet with an inside leg kick. I took him down 2 more times and took his back again. And I'll give it to him. He won the third round. He won 1 round. You in a 3-round fight, if you win 2 and the other person
Right.
wins 1, who's supposed to win the fight? And it was clear as day. I won the first 2 rounds. It was clear as day that I won the first 2 rounds. Like I've never showed the fight to somebody, and they were like, wow, that's a good call, or like, oh damn, that's a tough loss. They're like, yo, how did they call that against you? Like it makes no sense. It makes absolutely no sense. But that was my only loss, and unfortunately, that was my last fight, which is really, really bothering me a lot because I was 4-0 going into that fight, and I was dominating everybody, and I beat a D1 wrestler from Drexler, and.
That's huge. Dude.
Yeah, I beat a D1 wrestler from Drexler, and he was 3-1 coming to the fight. I was 3-0. It was the day before my birthday. It was a lot. That was a really fun fight. That was a big stand-up fight too. He wanted to bang.
Curry,
which
real
was a lot of
quick. I
fun.
know you're not drinking, but I know you took 1 shot. You want to take a second shot because this is probably gonna be my last shot. For this
Nah, I'm good.
podcast.
I appreciate it. Nah, I'm good.
All right, Keith, you want to
I
take
gotta
one last
drive.
shot with me there, bud?
Yep, dude.
Although we haven't mentioned it, I've taken a lot of shots.
Yeah, you've been drinking a lot, but
You gotta do what you gotta do there.
but no, I trained. I had
yay or nay from
so
you,
I
Keith?
have an interesting personal fact about myself that I kind of like to talk about.
You're
but
bisexual.
I don't that much, but it's a pretty fun fact. I've submitted a UFC champion before.
Who?
Current UFC champion in the UFC right now. I've submitted him multiple times.
Who?
Well, any guesses?
How much you weigh?
Well, put it this way: I trained at AMA Fight Club in New Jersey, and that's where Jim Miller, Danny Miller, Charlie Brenneman, Jamie Varner, Fought there, and Frankie trained there for a while. Right when I started,
Frank Edgar?
Yeah, he trained there before I got there a lot. And,
How cool is that?
yeah, but once him and Jim started to both get big in the UFC, he left. Like he wouldn't train there full time, but he'd go there to train a lot. He was down in Tom's River still with Almeida, but Chris Weidman showed up to our gym, but no one's got a guess for me.
I don't.
You have to give me a weight.
I appreciate
Well,
UFC and I watch it, but I'm not very
155.
knowledgeable on
I
it.
fought at 155.
155.
But sport, when we were in practice, we'd go against bigger guys and guys close to our weights.
Eddie Alvarez.
No, not current. It's current,
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
current UFC champion.
Brock Lesnar.
Yes.
At 155.
Conor McGregor.
No, not at 155. That's what I fought at.
Oh.
So it's around. They were around my weight, but
It's just too many things.
so she is
I'm
the
too drunk.
current
It's abroad.
current bantamweight champion. Oh my God, it's a mustache.
Who's
That's
that?
Blair's stash. You have him on
current,
2 weeks.
Current bantamweight champion who's absolutely crushing everybody. Amanda the Lion Nunez.
You fought a chick?
Oh yeah, dude. She is amazing. I loved her. She was such a cool person. When she came, she didn't really speak much English, but she tried really hard and she learned.
You grapple with Amanda Nunez.
Yeah. I tapped her out. She was a brown belt at the time, but I tapped her out.
They let guys fight with chicks?
She would spar with the heavyweights, dude.
Oh, yeah,
she was
dude.
a maniac. I loved Amanda Nunez, but that's
Correct me
like
if I'm wrong.
that's
This
like
is just a dude with no dick beating the shit out of a woman.
Yeah, Amanda Nunez, when she first came to America and was in Strikeforce, she trained at my gym at AMA Fight Club, and she worked out there for a while. There's videos of her sparring with Brian McLaughlin, who was in The Ultimate Fighter, and I'm in the background. You can see me in the background sparring with Charlie Brenneman. And but Amanda, she would get mad at you because she's a girl, and like instinctually, like when you're squared up against a girl, you don't want to hit a girl. Like it felt so
Yeah,
weird.
but you get over it.
Honestly, it felt weird. It took me a while to get comfortable doing it. But she would get mad at you if you took.
She fucked you up.
She would get mad at you if you pulled your punches and you didn't throw punches hard. Like if she knew you were taking it light, she would get mad at you, like visibly angry. And she was a savage. She was so good. She tapped me out a bunch of times too. But I did tap her out.
Of course.
And I think that's pretty cool that I could say that I
That's
tapped
so,
out.
dude. That's
And I was one of the worst guys in the room by a long shot. But
What'd you tap her in?
rear naked chokes, couple arm bars,
She was naked?
but mostly
I know what you said.
mostly rear naked chokes. I really like knee bars, but I couldn't get her with a knee bar.
That's a new thing. Is the leg locks?
I love leg locks. I think they're so sick. But
Can we call your episode "He Pinned Down a Broad"? No, let's think of like some UFC thing. Like what was it? Rear naked choke,
guess the UFC champion that he tapped out.
tapped out a bitch.
But nah, she was awesome though. She was such a cool girl, and I'm really glad that she's really successful.
Were
in
you
the
single
UFC.
when you fought her?
Yeah, I was single when we fought.
Did you fuck her after you fought her?
No, she's
He
a
was
big bulldog.
sparring. He was sparring.
We were sparring. Jiu-jitsu is pretty much.
all right,
Jiu-jitsu
all right.
is pretty much.
My
full go.
apologies. Did you have sex with her after you
No,
sparred
she's
her?
a big bull dyke. She's got a girlfriend that she's been dating for a long time. Who's
Good
also
for
in
her.
UFC. Yeah.
So when you came into it, so
You
you're
came
big,
on into her.
you're a big wrestler.
yeah, I wrestled my whole entire life.
Coming to UFC or I
MMA.
say UFC because
A
whatever.
lot of people make that mistake. It's MMA, yeah.
You come in. Your best thing's obviously wrestling.
Obviously, yes. So I took my first. I went to my gym, when I was 21 years old. Was the first time I went to a gym. So it was a couple years after high school, and I was really missing the one-on-one combat from wrestling. And I always wanted to train. I just never made time for it. Like right out of high school, I always was interested. Like I've been following the UFC since the mid 2000s, like 2004, 2005. I've been following it for a long time, and I always wanted to train. So I went to a gym. I had a friend that brought me to a gym, and and I trained there, and I was right away one of the better guys in the room just because of my wrestling experience.
Right.
It wasn't like a top level MMA gym, but we had some tough guys in there. But I took my first fight on 3 months of training only. I was ready after 3 months.
Right.
And I remember the first time I started doing pad work. It's so funny because like, you know, most people think that they're tough guys and like if they got into a fight they can handle themselves. They have no idea how to throw a punch. Like people, you have no idea. Like growing up, I was in a lot of fights. I always fought kids. I was always scrapping with people, always beating people up. Like I liked to fight. I had fun doing it, but I never knew how to really throw a punch. When I started doing pad work for the first time, it was one of the most frustrating things ever because like as a person who's been in a bunch of fights, you think you know how to fight. You have no fucking clue how to throw a punch. You have no clue. Even if you think you know how to throw a punch, unless you had training and trained on throwing a punch, you have no fucking clue how to throw a punch. And it took me forever to get comfortable with my footwork and throwing pads. It was just so sloppy and stiff. And like you just like and you watch people who get in street fights and you see them throw their punches. You're like, wow, dude, like I would only like I've never been into a street fight after I started training. I always wanted to be honest, because I just wanted to see what would happen. Like I always wanted to leg kick an average Joe, like just fuck, because it feels like taking a baseball bat and swinging it in their leg when you leg kick them. That's really what it feels like, a wood baseball bat right into the side of your leg. That's what a leg kick feels like. But I would love to leg kick an average Joe, but these people have no idea how to punch. So it was one of the most frustrating things to me was doing pad work for the first couple days because I didn't really know how to throw.
I don't know if you explained it earlier, but what is it exactly is pad work? Pad
work is, you know, you see the guys holding the mitts. You see,
gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? And you throw combinations and things like that.
They're training you.
You're it's for hand-eye coordination and picking up combinations and openings and
just wanted to confirm for the listeners as well as
timing
myself.
And distance and things like that. It's a very important part of training for sure. But it was really difficult at first. It was not easy to throw proper technique and actually throw a good, crisp, clean punch. Like you watch like people fight. Like I love to use Joanna Jędrzejczyk or whatever her name is. You know the girl I'm talking about, the Russian bitch. She has the cleanest punches I've ever seen in my life. Like full extension, snaps her punches, comes right back to her face. Her technique is so perfect and beautiful, and it takes years and years of training to get.
She's a monster.
She is, but she just got beat twice. I can't believe it. But it takes years and years of training to get that good and crisp and clean. And someone who just thinks they're going to go out in the street and fight, if you walk into somebody who's a trained fighter, they're going to eat you up. And I never understood it. Like once I started fighting, people thought it was a challenge. Like, oh, I heard this kid trains MMA, and they would, you know, try to start shit for no reason because they just wanted to be fucking.
They think they're tough guys.
Yeah, they think they're tough guys, and I'm like, listen, dude, like, I don't want to fight you, man. Like, why are you pissed?
Well, you have that discipline.
Yeah. You're like, oh, absolutely. But there's no need. Like I always like.
Can I ask you a legitimate question?
What?
And you don't have to answer it. If you want to say that you don't want to answer it, we can move right on and act like nothing happened. Is your injury going to prevent you from ever grappling or fighting mixed martial arts ever again?
There's a good chance, yeah.
That sucks.
It's a good chance.
That sucks.
Yeah.
I just want to apologize for bringing that up or bumming you out, whatever.
No, it is what it is. It is what it is. I'm staying positive. You know, I'm going to figure out what I'm going to do with myself. It sucks because my injury I can't do anything. Like I can't go snowboard.
It's back. Neck.
Yeah, but I can't.
It's all fucking so rough,
I can't
man.
do anything that I love. Like I'm such an active dude. I played Sunday baseball.
You've always been
snowboarding.
Since the day I've known you, you've always
been doing something. Sport. I played flag football. Like I did everything. I was always active, going on hikes. You know, going on adventures all over.
I'm gonna give you a shitload of credit, man. Like you're saying, like you said. Since I've known you, and I've known you a really long time.
Over 10 years.
It's been a long time. You've always been a very active person, and the fact that you're in a very, like, from what it seems, you're in a very solid relationship. You're very happy with your girlfriend.
Oh yeah, she's great.
I'm sure you go through some
cooks,
tough
she
times.
Cleans. She does all the girlfriend stuff.
The broad needs to do some shit. Am I right?
Yeah.
She celebrates stick and blowjob day. What I'm trying to tell you is that, like, I hope you're not letting any type of depression get to you.
No,
I hope you're not.
Listen.
And if you are, feel free to like advocate for people that are suffering from it.
It's tough. I'd be lying to you to say it's not, because
it's gonna be fucking terrible.
Being so active, like bro, my days literally consist of me sitting on the couch and reading books and playing video games, dude.
Surprised that you're not a fat fuck. It's ridiculous.
This is the fattest I've ever been in my entire life. In my entire life, this is the fattest.
I can say the same, but no one would be surprised. No one gives a shit about me.
Most out of shape I've ever been.
You're a more impressive
like
human being.
I eat like shit. But I've been this is the fattest and most out of shape. Like my muscles hurt my body because I've been so like in one spot. Like I literally just sit on my couch all day. It fucking sucks. I have to walk my dog. You know what I'm saying? That's the most exercise that I get is I walk my fucking dog. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't skate. I can't do anything that I love to do, dude. Like it sucks. It sucks. Like
is there any
people say to me,
is there any future for some type of recovery? Like is there something you're waiting on?
I don't know. I don't know. I gotta I gotta take it as it comes and
like I said, if this is too much, you tell me to stop. We'll move on.
No, it's just it's a tough situation. You know what I'm saying?
It's fucking it's terrible.
Getting hurt because of something stupid like a car accident, a kid rear-ended you while you're at a dead stop is it's dumb. You know what I'm saying? Like I always tell people, because like I recently got right before the injury, literally 2 months before the injury, I got one of my dream cars. I literally just got it. It was a brand new BMW 2017 M3. Just got it. It was brand spanking new. I was so pumped I got it. And the kid rear-ended me in the M3. I had it for 2 months. The car had maybe like a couple hundred miles on it. Not even. I got it with 4. And I tell people I would trade in that car. I would never ever get that car. I would say like, I'll never have this car ever. It never happened to never have this injury. Like I would trade that any day of the week in a heartbeat.
You would trade anything.
Pretty much, yeah. Anything. Like it. Like people are like, oh man, you're so lucky. You don't, because for a while I was on workman's comp and I wasn't working. I was getting.
It's not lucky.
I was getting money. I was getting money.
Give me a hard work and fucking 40 hours a week, and I can still do what I want to do. It's not lucky.
Nah, dude. And the shitty thing is, I enjoyed my job. Like I had a job. It was a really hard job. It was sales.
Finn's signing out.
Finn's signing out. We're good. Keep going. Explain yourself.
But
Finn's fucked up. He's good.
But I really enjoyed it, and it was a sales job. I was doing really well, and because of the injury, I was on workman's comp for over a year, and they were like, "Listen, like if you can't do the job, like we have to move on."
Yeah.
And if once I get healthy, I'm allowed to go back.
Your job gave you a long time.
I'm allowed to go back if I get healthy and I'm able to do the job, but still at the same time, now my life has got to change. I got to figure something out, even though I had something good going for me. And it's just I'm just more pissed that I can't do the things that I like to do, in my spare time.
Yeah.
I can't even go in the ocean, dude. Wave hits me the wrong way. Can't even go in the ocean. You know what I'm saying? Like it sucks, but it is what it is.
It upsets me, man.
And like I was saying, it'd be tough to say that I don't get down because I don't get to do the things that I love to do. But I keep the most positive outlook that I can. Because that's all you could do. What am I going to do?
Sounds like you got a good broad by your side, which is probably the most important thing.
She's great. She works a lot. I'm home by myself. I got friends that come over all the time. But
hit me up, by the way.
Bro,
let me come over, hang out.
You're always welcome.
I mean, I don't smoke. I'm
only here till July. I'm gone. I'm gone in July, but
please hit me up. You need to hit me up because like if it's up to me, I will just stay home and hang out with my girlfriend.
Anytime,
all day.
You're always welcome. Come watch the Yankee game. We got the Yankees going on all the time. I got
let's watch
four
Yankees.
TVs in the living. Four TVs in the living room. Everything's going on. Mad video games.
Word up.
But yeah, man. The injury. I'll get over it. I'll get through it. I'm not worried.
Dude, I really hope that you're able to fucking come back. Because, like I said, like I've always known you. You're like a very active person. You're a very, very active dude. And like it just like some shit
it drives me nuts.
Away.
It drives me nuts, absolutely. But what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? Sit there and be pissed and have a victim mentality like all these fucking idiots that are out here like, woe me, why it's my fault? Like I can't.
And I love that you don't woe is me. I love that you don't do that. I love that you don't do that.
What is that gonna get you?
Because you're still alive. You're still walking.
Where is that? But where is that gonna get you, dude? You're just gonna be miserable all day. You're just gonna walk around like a piece of shit.
You're begging for
people
attention.
to feel sorry for you. Why? Go out there and figure it out. Make something happen. All right, you can't do this. Go find something else that you love. All right, cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's so much shit to go out there and do. There's so much life to be had. Like, especially, I can understand if you're like 67 years old and, you know, your life is, you know, you're really hurt and you can't physically do things. That's tough. But, you know what I'm saying? Like, someone my age is asking for handouts. It's someone to help me out or looking for, fuck that, dude. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to figure it out. I'll be all right.
I really appreciate, like, 9 times out of 10 on this podcast, we're joking around, we're hammered, we're fucked up, we're bullshitting, we get in some serious topics here and there, on and off. But I'm going to tell you right now, I really appreciate you coming on and just being like, yo, like, here's what's happening, here's what's going on, I'm going to tell you, give a little inspiration here or there, blah, blah, like, I you know what, because, like, it's, dude, because I don't know if I could be as strong as you in the same position. Like, you're a way more active person than I've ever been in my entire life. At the same time, if I was incapable of doing certain things, you wouldn't be able to play drums. You wouldn't be able to play drums. You wouldn't be able to, like, do the shit that you loved if you had my energy. Yeah, playing music, you're rocking out on the stage, you'd be able to play guitar.
You'd be able to play guitar, but drums would be a no-go. A no-go. That would kill me. Like, I'm hurting right now as we sit here. I'm in a fuck ton of pain as we sit here, right here, in this spot. It's been the same spot this whole entire time. It just feels like something's digging into the back of my neck constantly.
I told Keith to spend more money in the chair. He wouldn't do it.
Yeah, what a dick. I need more neck rest. But no, I back to what Keith wanted to talk about. My fight career was awesome, man. I really, really loved it. I got to train with some really, really cool people.
You won your first fight, right?
I won my first 4 fights. I dominated.
That's awesome.
I dominated. I never knocked someone out, unfortunately. I knocked someone out in practice. But I never knocked someone out in a fight. I dropped 2 people, but never knocked them out because there was no head strikes on the ground, which was stupid in the fight league that I was in because, you know, early on in your fight career. But I lost my first couple of fights. My first fight was wild because I was supposed to fight my first ever fight, I was supposed to fight at 135 or 140. I'm sorry, 140. Okay, and I walk
PM.
140 PM. No, I was supposed to.
What day?
I was supposed to weigh in. I was supposed to be 140 pounds.
I thought we were talking about time. Sorry, I'm hammered.
No. I was supposed to weigh in at 140 pounds, and I made weight, but I walk around like at 175. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I walk around like 170, 175. So that was a big cut for me, and my body couldn't handle it. I actually broke out in shingles, and the New Jersey Athletic Commission wouldn't let me fight, and I was pissed. I sold a ton of tickets. It was a disaster down in Atlantic City. It sucked. So they wouldn't let me fight. I lost my shit. So I ended up taking a fight like a month later when the shingles went away. And I was supposed to, I sold a bunch of tickets.
How do you get shingles?
It's chickenpox dormant in your body. Once you get the chickenpox virus, you have chickenpox for the rest of your life. So shingles can pop out. It happens to a lot of old people, but when you stretch your body, it happens. So I stretched my body so much from that weight cut. I lost, I was 140 pounds. I had no business being 140 pounds. No business. None. Zero. I'm way too small.
So why'd you do it?
Because I wanted to take the fight. I wanted to fight that bad. So
that's the problem with fighting, man. That's the problem with fighting.
Listen to this. It gets even better. So my next fight that I scheduled, but now I'm fighting in Philadelphia. This is now my real first fight. I'm supposed to fight at 145. The week before the fight happens, I get a call from the promotion. They're like, listen, your guy is backing out. We have another opponent for you if you want to take the fight at 155 pounds. I was like, you know what? I'm going to take the fight. I want to fight. I got tickets sold. I want to fight. It's only 10 pounds difference. Let's do it. Sounds good. I'm in. You know what I'm saying? Less weight for me to cut. And I take the fight. I show up to the fight for weigh-ins. I get there. I weigh in, make weight, 155 pounds. And the promotion pulls me aside. He's like, listen, the guy you're fighting hasn't showed up yet. We can't find him. Can't get in touch with him. Not answering his phone calls.
Pussy.
Nothing. So I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? I got people coming down all the way to Philadelphia to come watch me fight. Like, I sold like 10, 15 tickets. And I'm like really frustrated. Like, listen, dude, like we have one more guy you could fight if you want to take the fight at 180 pounds, though.
Whew. And well, how much you weigh?
I made weight. I weighed 154 pounds.
That's 30 pounds.
154 pounds. Yeah, 30 pounds. 30 pounds. You can look at the pictures. You watch the video from the fight. You look at the pictures. The guy was clearly way bigger, yoked.
A monster.
So
I love egg yolks.
I was just in such a fight mode. I was like, we're fighting. I got people coming. I'm fighting. I'm fighting.
Yeah.
I didn't even tell my father because my father didn't want me to take the fight at 155. He was like, "Yo, that's too heavy for you. Stay like, don't take the fight. Don't be stupid. Just wait till you get a fight at 145. Don't rush it." He thought 155 was too big for me. He's like, "These guys are gonna be too big for you. You're gonna get your ass kicked." I'm like, "No, I'm taking the fight." So I didn't tell my father that I was taking a fight at 180 pounds, and just didn't tell him. So and this is my first ever fight. So like my father was excited to see me fight, but he's a father. He was nervous. Like he was really nervous.
Of course.
He's like it was one of the hardest things for me to do is watching my son fight. So I go, I look him out. I look at the dude, and he's in like sweatpants and sweatshirt, and he was overweight. Keep in mind, he had to cut weight the morning of to make weight that day. And I looked at him in his sweats, and I'm like, you know what? He's not much taller than me. He's not that bigger than me. I was like, I got this. I can fight him. So I took the fight. And, I'm warming up for the fight and getting ready, and it's about to go through the big Titantron. I'm about to play my music. I'm about to go into the cage.
What'd you have for your music?
I came out to Till I Collapse like a fucking herb. But
To what?
Till I Collapse by Eminem. Like a fucking herb. But it was good.
I like Eminem a lot.
No, but the reason why I did it is because, while I was training and doing all my running and things like that, because it's not just being in the gym. It's most of your training for a fight is outside the gym and on your own. Getting ready for a fight, all your workouts and running and things like that. So I'd always listen to music, and that song just got me so fired up during my training camp. During my training camp, and I was just like, you know what? I for some reason I gotta pick this song. I was originally gonna do Enter Sandman because I'm a big Yankees fan, and I wanted to come out to
Mariano Rivera,
Enter Sandman like Mariano. But then right before I fight, Brock Lesnar came out to it. I was like, fuck, can't do that.
Yeah.
But so I came out. I'm walking out to the fight, and I come through the big Titantron. There's a bunch of lights going, and as I'm walking through, I'm just thinking to myself, I'm like, man, there's a lot of people here. I can't believe this is happening. Like, I'm about to fight. So I get into the cage, and I do a lap around the cage. I'm warming up. I'm like, wow, like this is real. Like I'm about to get into a scheduled fight.
30 pounds
with
heavier
somebody.
than you.
With somebody. And I don't
30 pounds.
Like I'm not gonna get in trouble if I hurt this kid really bad. This is crazy. I can't believe it. So he comes out, dude. I don't even remember what he came out to because I just remember him coming out and looking at him and being like, fuck, this is not a good idea. Because I saw him, dude. He was yoked, shredded, yoked out of his mind. Big black dude, 180 pounds. I was like, fuck, this is not smart. I don't know what I was thinking, but I just wanted to fight so bad. So he got in the cage. I'm looking across, and I'm like, man, this guy's a big dude. And my father, they announced this, and they're weighing in at 179 pounds. My dad fucking was like, what? Lost his shit.
Yeah.
He lost his shit. But he couldn't do anything at that point. The cage was closed, and we went in. We touched gloves, and I'll tell you right now, I put a whooping on this kid. Granted, I just took him down and just beat him up on the ground for a while because I still was I was 3 months in training. You know what I'm saying? But I put a whooping on this kid. Couldn't do anything. He literally couldn't do anything.
My decision?
But he was, one decision. But he was so big, dude, I would be in side control. He'd literally bench press me off of him. He'd be like, boop, and push me off over his head. I'd be like, yo, because he was so much bigger than me, dude. And I couldn't do anything about it. So I would just take him down, beat him up a little bit till he pushed me off. And, I got full mount, was pounding on him for a while. And I won the fight clearly, unanimous decision. And then my second fight was I went out. I fought a kid, and he won the first round. It was the first round that I lost because my first fight I dominated all 3 rounds. The first round I ever lost. I knew he won the fight, but I landed a really big uppercut against the cage in the middle of the round, like really big, hard. And the second round, you could tell he didn't want to stand with me. He was keeping a distance, throwing like really long kicks from far as fuck. Like, no business throwing these kicks. And he threw too many of them. I timed it, caught his foot, picked him up, and Matt Hughes him, ran across the cage and slammed him on the ground and tapped him out with a rear naked choke in 1 minute and 38 seconds in the second round.
Damn.
My third fight, I fought a kid who was 3-0. I was 2-0. And he was from the Marines. And that was a tough fight. I won unanimous. I got all 3 rounds, but it was a really tough fight. He was really good. We went to war. He was a purple belt in jiu-jitsu, so I knew I didn't want to go to the ground with him.
What belt or what are you on?
I was a 3rd degree white belt. I never really went to gi class because I liked no gi. Me personally being a wrestler,
no gi is
gi really bothered me because people grabbing your sleeves. I didn't like it. And I regret it now because I could have been ranked. I was tapping out purple belts not regularly, but I was tapping out purple belts a good amount. For blue belts, I was beating regularly.
For sure.
But no, so he was a purple belt, and I knew I didn't want to go to the ground with him, so I was like, let's keep this fight in the feet. And this is the first fight that I really decided to like use my stand-up. Like my first 2 fights, it was just kind of wrestling instinct, and I threw some punches, I landed some, but it was mostly I used my wrestling. This fight, I literally, every time I went to the ground, I would stand up. Immediately, I'd let him up. I would take him, if he wanted to go to, because he didn't want to stand up with me anymore. He kept trying to take me down, and I'd always end up on top. He couldn't take me down. I'd always end up top. And I let him up, and we'd go, and we'd try to stand and bang. And he didn't want to stand and bang with me, and he kept trying to take me down. I'd always win the takedown in scrambles. And
Your third fight?
Third fight. So then my 4th fight, it was the day before my birthday, and it was the
Won by decision, third fight?
Yeah, won by decision.
Unanimous?
Unanimous. Yep. Unanimous. I only have one finish, the rear naked choke in the second round, in the second fight. But the 4th fight was the day before my birthday, and this was the toughest fight that I had for sure. This guy. He was D1 wrestler from Drexler, and he was a wild dude. Like, he came out smiling. I wanted to punch him in the face so bad because he was smiling the whole time, like during the introductions. Big handlebar mustache, like a big gay handlebar mustache, like guy who takes the ass gay handlebar. But I really wanted to kill him. I wanted to kill. He was just looking at me with this big smile on his face. I was like, bro, I'm gonna murder you. And we had a war, dude. It was straight up. We were throwing hands. He took me down once, and I won by split decision. I dropped him, and I was clearly winning the exchanges, the punching exchanges. I was clearly winning the punch.
Right.
You can listen to the announcer, the guy who's calling the fight, and he's like, Curry's clearly winning the exchanges here, you know. So I won that fight by split decision. That was a close fight, and that was really fun. And then my 5th fight was a title fight that I got robbed. But unfortunately, you know, I left the fight to the judges. I took the guys back twice. I dropped them. I had plenty of times, opportunities. I had the guy in a knee bar for over a minute. And
Well, knee bar back then was like...
no, I just didn't. I couldn't crank it. I couldn't get my hips low enough. It was too high, and I couldn't finish the knee bar. But I had him in a knee bar for half of a round, dude. And I had opportunities to finish the fight, and I didn't. And that's my fault. I should have finished the fight. You know what I'm saying? I left it to the judges. But if you watch the fight, you know, it's online. You can search for it, and you'll see it, and you'll be the judge yourself. You know, there's no way I lost that fight. But I'll tell you right now, there's nothing that compares to fighting in the cage. There's nothing. No, or not fighting in the cage, just winning a fight in the cage. Nothing that you could do. I'm telling you right now. Like, I've gone skydiving, I've surfed, you know, I've surfed for many years. There's nothing that compares to winning a fight in the cage. There's no feeling, because the amount of work that you put into, the guy that you fought put in the same amount of work. He worked just as hard to get into that fight, and it's you versus him. There's no one helping you.
Did
team.
he?
Huh?
Did he?
So he still had to train. If he didn't, he's stupid. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? A lot of these guys train really hard. You know, that's why a lot of these guys in the UFC, because a lot of people from New Jersey go to the UFC. New Jersey has the highest amount of UFC fighters in any state.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I had a pathway. I had an opportunity to make it, but I stopped. I started a nonprofit organization, and I was going to skateboard across the country, and all that, and then put my fighting on hold. And
I'm
then
fucked.
I never got back. Yeah, you're fucked. You're like got one
I'm
eye
so fucked.
one eye open. This is why I don't
Barely.
He's pirate eyeing. It's
Yeah, yeah.
it's a common
Yeah.
thing from Finn over there, you know?
Yep.
I can't pull it off.
I'm gonna tell you what, Curry. I really enjoyed like the massive amounts of serious conversation that we had in this podcast.
We had fun today. Yeah, absolutely.
I appreciate.
we didn't talk as much Jets as I wanted to, but that's all right.
We talked, dude. We
Talked a little bit.
We
We
talked
talked a
so
little.
much sports, and I was like, "Are the nerds gonna hate this?" And then before you know
Yeah,
it,
we talked how many?
We hit like conspiracies for like 2 hours,
Yeah.
and then we hit like you fighting and
We tried to get into video games. We didn't get much. I don't play
yeah.
enough. I got the. Have you guys tried VR yet?
porn. Or
No,
I'm so close.
No. Like VR video games.
I
I'm so
have
close.
Bro, I have the VR headset for PlayStation. Bro, that
not. Pretty
shit
dope.
is fucking awesome, amazing. Like, like I have Gran Turismo. I got the steering wheel. I got the shifter. I got the pedals, everything. I put the VR headset on. You put that shit in. You look to your right. You see the netting in the window. You see the can. You see your legs. You see yourself shift. You literally.
I loved Gran Turismo when I was a kid. By the way,
this Gran Turismo is fucking so realistic. It's the most real. It's
probably
it's a racing
so
simulator.
good.
It's a racing simulator. It's not even a racing.
That's what
game.
they've always tried to do.
It's a legit simulator. I have the shift and the courses are legit. But you put the VR headset, you're now in the car. Like no joke, you're fucking in the car. Like you get motion sickness. Like you feel like you're driving. It's fucking weird. You literally feel like you're driving while you're in there. It's fucking sick. Like I don't know if you guys are played Skyrim.
Of course.
Big fan of the game.
Yes.
Big time.
I
Okay.
put like a solid 75, 80 hours in that game. Which isn't much, but it's enough to
I
say
thought
you played it.
I never played it before. And I just got the VR headset, and I was looking for some good VR games. And a lot of people said Skyrim is really dope. So I was like, oh, fuck it. I'll try it out. And I got it.
Oh, yeah.
And
Macho Man Randy Savage.
Fuck.
Bonesaw is ready.
He can't. He's like dead, dude.
But yeah, I know
Leave
he's
him
done.
dead. It's fine.
I'm dead.
It's all right.
We'll leave him
me and
dead.
Dan will continue the conversation. I'll take over Keith's
We do have
spot
to end soon.
as
We're
the
way
co-host.
over 3 hours, so we
But,
have to end soon.
But yeah, you got to cut some things out. But
no, I'm not cutting the goddamn thing out. We have to end soon.
But I got VR
3 hours.
Skyrim, and that shit was fucking so dope. The only issue with it was, Skyrim, it's a lot of running around and talking to people because it's an RPG.
It's awesome. It's amazing.
It's a lot of talking
game.
to you, but so in
It's
VR,
amazing game.
in VR, the way you walk is you have to like click the button and keep going. In VR, it's not like a stick, and it's kind of gets annoying because you're doing a lot of walking around because the place is such a huge open world. You know what I'm saying? But once you get into sword fights and stuff like that, you got the PlayStation Move controllers, and you're literally like having legit sword fights with people. It's fucking wild. Like, did you play Resident Evil at all?
Or which one?
The
7?
new one, yeah.
I played a little bit of 7, mostly the demo. I've never played the actual Resident Evil 7, and I've definitely never played it in VR.
You got a glimpse of how
Ridiculous that game is.
intensely hard. Yeah. Okay, so try playing that in VR, bro. Listen, you're in.
I've been waiting because Keith plans on getting it.
I have it. Come by the house.
Because he's not going to knock up his girlfriend, so he's going to be able to afford it.
I have it. Come by. It's sick. So you literally, like, the way I explain it to people is like, when you're watching a horror movie and they go into this old decrepit house at nighttime, they have no business being there. They're trying to like rescue a friend or save somebody.
Whatever bullshit. Go home.
And you're literally like sitting there watching them, and they're looking in the hallway, and like there's a dark opening, and it's just pitch black. You can't see behind it, and they're like walking towards.
The demo was fucked
and
enough,
you clearly tell they're contemplating whether they should go through it, but they're like, no, we got to go save our friend, or we got to go do this, or whatever their mission is to go through this fucking thing. And you're sitting there like in your head, you're like, yo, just turn around. Like, your friend's fucked. Leave him. Sorry, but I'm not getting killed too. Like, this is fucked up. I'm not doing this. Like, get the fuck out of here. You're sitting there in that hallway, and you're looking at them, watching them. In the game, you're now in that hallway. You look to your right. There's a hallway wall. There's a hallway wall, and there's that big dark opening. And
mannequins.
And you got to walk through that fucking hallway, and shit's popping
You beat
out.
it?
No, I could play 20 minutes at a time, dude. It's fucking scary as shit. I have to turn the lights on. Like, bro, you are in the game. And you play it with a controller. It's not even with the PlayStation Move. You play with the controller because it was such an early VR game. You literally play with a controller, but you're in the game.
I would like that though. I would want to play with a controller.
It's really, really sick, but it is intense, dude. It is so fucking intense. I couldn't believe how intense it was. And you know what? They could do better with the graphics, a little pixelated, but they do a really good job. Like, the graphics are still there. It's just not like what we're used to in the 1080p TVs.
Yeah.
It's a little more pixelated, but they do a really, really good job, and they're coming out with some really good games. Like, they're coming out with online multiplayer games that are going to be like Counter-Strike, and they're coming out with little guns that have a thumbstick that you can move around, but the head movement matches up with the camera, so like you could duck behind things with your head. Like, it's wild, dude. Like, it's a really cool thing. I got a couple cool games, but Skyrim was dope. Gran Turismo was
beat Skyrim?
No, it's too long, dude. I'm like 10 minutes into the fucking game, but I played like 7 hours. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Skyrim was a really good game for me.
it's really good.
It a lot.
It's really good, but there's so much just talking to people and bullshit that like I've literally played for 2 hours and didn't get into one sword fight because I'm just going around talking to people. And like, you can't play sitting down. You're standing up the whole time, and I can't stand up that long. My neck really starts to bother me.
Oh wow. Okay. So the VR fucks with you. Okay.
So not even just VR, just standing up. it gives me a lot of pain after a while.
Well, I mean, I definitely played that game for like 80 hours easily, and I was definitely not standing up ever. So it's the VR.
Yeah. Oh, because you're standing up and you're playing,
Yeah.
and then once you get into one or two sword fights, like after one sword fight, you're fucking tired. Like you're literally fucking. Some of the hard ones, like when you're playing dragons, like literally to do the bow and arrow, you literally have to fucking do bow and arrow.
Really?
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude. Absolutely. Like
See,
I'll show you a
I
video.
wouldn't be down for that.
I'll show you a
Fuck
video.
that.
I'll show you a video after we're done of me playing. My girlfriend took a video of me playing. And it's hilarious. She put some good music to it because you just see me just sword fighting people just in the air in the middle of the
Sounds
living
like you got a good girl.
yeah, oh yeah, she's cool. She's
She
cool.
putting up with you playing VR Skyrim.
Yeah,
That's a
bro.
broad you want to keep around,
Yeah, bro. Well, what am I gonna do? I'm stuck in the house all day. You know what I'm saying? She's at work and I'm stuck at the house all day. So I gotta keep busy somehow.
I hear you.
But
I think we're gonna finish her off, man.
All right, so-
We're clear over 3 hours. 3 hours is usually our limit.
12 minutes.
But
12 minutes. Not too
yeah,
bad.
we just said 12. But I mean, I don't know. You got anything to say before we kill her?
Nah, man. I just appreciate you having me on, and you know, if I get my podcast ever going, I'll definitely have you on with me, and when I get to Vegas, we'll do another show. Once I get I got a mic set up and
Get
everything,
some
and
Skype shit
we'll
going.
get some Skype shit going. Yeah, that's how I used to do my radio show. My one partner was in Michigan.
Let me know
And
when,
we'll do
like
some
when you're
shit.
out there. Like,
It's
let
a
me
lot of
know
fun.
when you start your podcast. I'm more than happy to help you out.
I'm
with,
probably
like,
gonna
whatever
wait
you
till I
need.
get out to Vegas because I'm going so soon. I was
Well,
gonna do,
let me know if
Yeah.
you need any help.
Absolutely.
Because I'm pretty good with the technology,
I
the technological
appreciate
side
it.
of it.
I appre-
so
that-
I have no problem
I
helping you out, bro.
appreciate it. Yeah, I was gonna do like a live stream. I got a couple GoPros and a couple good Canon Rebel cameras, and we got green screens and things like that.
Yeah.
And I was gonna do a lot of reviews as well on top of the podcast, like a YouTube channel with reviews on top of the podcast.
Yeah, YouTube channels.
But,
We should probably fucking do that shit
You know
too,
what I'm saying?
man.
And then you could not only make money from YouTube channels and advertisements if you get enough views, but you could also start making products and things like that you could sell. So there's a lot of things that you could do. You just have to market yourself properly. It's you have to use Facebook ads and Google ads and things like that. There's ways to market yourself and get yourself out there.
We need to start getting on it.
You
for sure.
you're never.
We got something here.
You're
We just
never
need to do
like you see
something
those.
with it.
You ever see those Instagram ads that always like tailor to what you like? You're scrolling through Instagram and it's like a sponsored ad.
Facebook too.
Facebook too, yeah. But you're scrolling through and you're like, oh shit, like I was just talking about that, or oh shit, like that's
That's
really
because
cool.
your phone's listening to you.
Yeah, absolutely. But at the same time, people pay for that shit. Like there's people that pay for that shit. So like if I were to ever do something like that, I would pay for that shit. It's not a lot of money. It's like $20 a day. Like it's not a lot of money.
I paid for
Yeah.
for my old band, one of my bands. I paid for advertising.
And
for.
yeah, but there's ways to do it, and I'm spending some of my time learning how to do social media marketing and things like that because it's such a good tool to have this day and age for your own business, for whatever you want to do to be able to market yourself properly, because that's the best way to market these days is through Facebook and Google ads, because I don't even pay attention to commercials, let alone watch TV.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's the best way to market, and you'll get some views, but you're not going to get a ton of views until you start advertising what you're doing and things like that. You know what I'm saying? Putting yourself out there. Some people get lucky. You know what I'm saying? That someone stumbles upon you and you go viral, or you say something cool and it goes viral and you get lucky. It happens, absolutely. But most people who have good podcasts, they market themselves. They market themselves properly, and you have to. So that's definitely something that I'm gonna look into doing probably when I get out to Vegas, especially when I get out there. And granted, I can smoke in New Jersey because I have a medical card, but it's
Vegas. It's way easier. It's been
recreational.
legal
It's
since the beginning of
recreational.
2017.
It's cheaper. I'll be able to get more products like waxes and oils and concentrates, edibles, things like that, where I could do better reviews. And to be honest, I would like to do like not just reviews, but reviews on the dispensaries. Like go out there and literally go to the dispensaries, talk with the managers, like on camera, and like do little like reviews of the dispensaries. Everybody knows what it's like. I look online all the time. I would love to know what goes on in these dispensaries. There's some shit, but it's not often.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah,
what I'm
no, I hear you, man.
Like how
We'll support it big time. You let us know.
I appreciate it.
When you
Thank you.
when you start getting it going,
Yeah.
let us know.
I'd love to come back on here. I had a lot of fun.
Yeah, no, you will definitely be back on here.
For sure.
We will definitely get the Skype thing going.
Good, 'cause I wanna
because
smoke
we
some
have
more
friends
pot.
on the West Coast that we want to have on more. We've had them like when they visit family here, we have
Yeah.
them on and shit. But we want to the Skype thing. It's a little bit of a process, but once
It's doable. It's doable.
it's very doable. And once it's doable, then it'll be that easy.
There's
and
certain programs that you can get, and they're free programs.
we'll have call-ins. Like
Yeah, absolutely.
it'll
Well,
be
that's something
fucking-
that I want to do. I want to start having call-ins too. because I'm gonna start having fighters on talk about pot. I want to start having musicians on talk about pot because realistically,
Yeah.
everybody smokes. I know more people like the people that I've met in my life. I've met more people that smoke, even if they're casual smokers like you and Keith that don't smoke a lot, but you smoke. Everybody smokes. You know what I'm saying? There's so many people that smoke pot, and when I come across somebody that doesn't smoke pot, I'm like, wait, what? You don't smoke?
I'm like
Even Kyle smokes now.
Does he really?
He has. I know that. He told me at his wedding.
Well, here's the deal. I am an everyday, but I'm not. I'm an at night. Everything's done. Everything's finished. Everything is good. You know what I mean?
If it helps you go to sleep, as long
That's
my whole
like
thing,
90% of
my whole
me.
thing. My whole thing is if it's not preventing you from doing what you have to get done, then there's no problem. You know what I'm saying? There's so many functional people that smoke. Like people have this stereotype that potheads are lazy and don't do anything. But there's so many people that smoke pot that the stereotype gets thrown out the window. Like
I am
look at how
dead
many
sober, driving through hours of traffic. I go to work. I do my job great. I come home. I finish what I have to do.
How many successful people that you know of nowadays that are successful not just in entertainment world or in the sports world, but in business that smoke pot. A lot.
They probably do, but they won't admit it.
No, what do you mean? Of course they admit it. There's CEOs that have admitted it. Like, what are you kidding me? Absolutely, dude. Absolutely. It's gonna be.
I mean, I don't pay attention to a lot of it.
I pay attention to a lot. I do a lot of research and things like that because I'm a huge I'm borderline on the activist side. You know what I'm saying? I would love to see legalization across the board and see
it should be.
Stop seeing people get arrested for a fucking plant that hasn't killed anybody. You know what I'm saying? It's ridiculous, but that's neither here nor there. But
all right,
we could talk about it forever. I'll let you wrap it up.
We could. Well, I mean, there's nothing to wrap up besides if you want to call somebody a cunt real quick, but that's pretty much it.
No, I already almost called Keith's girlfriend a cunt, but I refrained myself because it's Keith's girlfriend. And I respect.
You didn't do it,
and I respect. But she is a Rangers fan, so that is a strike against her for sure. Big strike.
All right. Well, I love how much seriousness was on this podcast. I'll say that.
too much. Yeah.
Well, it is a lot for us. We're normally way more laid back, but you know what? I like it. I really enjoy talking about it. I know it's good
For sure.
Curry, you will be back on a lot more than you probably even anticipate.
Don't lie to me. Moving to Vegas.
No, once we get Skype going, we'll be
just
good.
talking about how we'll get on Skype. Yeah, that's how you guys are gonna hop on mine if I get mine going.
A house.
All right, everyone's got 15 seconds. Someone say something. I'm saying cunt.
I'm gonna say double.
Cunt.
Triple cunts all around. Amen. You're a cunt. I didn't want to say this. A big fucking cunt. I'm gonna cunt punch you in your front butt. But Dan likes peanut butter on his balls. Penises. He lets Walker lick it off. That's what he told me before the show. Big, floppy penises. I hope that's all right with you. Banana hammock. Pump up the jam. Pump up the jam. Pump it up. Remember that? Dan is wearing a banana hammock. Think about that. Cunt!